What is up, everyone? Welcome. It's finally here, Draft Night 2023. We've been waiting for this a long time. I see our good friend out there, Sean, joining. He's in the green room right now. Sean, have you had enough wings and food? So can we bring you on, man? We're going to pull him on here. He says he's ready. All right. How's it going,
What's up?
guys? How's everyone doing?
Cannot complain, man. I'm so glad to be with you guys. And Sean, glad to have you on here too.
Me too.
That's exciting.
Where
So,
where are you
guys,
at, Sean?
what's that?
I'm
Where
in
you
my
at?
living room because I don't have a TV in my other room. I'm watching baseball till like pick 23, and then I'll turn it on.
So the consensus pick here, right at number one, is Bryce Young, and then, Brett was kind of saying maybe C.J. Stroud. I mean, I don't know, Bryce Young. Every mock draft you look at, I've got one on the board right now. No matter what mock draft you look at,
Yeah,
nobody has dared to go away from Bryce Young. The man just put up some amazing numbers in college. I mean, the only thing you can even worry about is his size. He's 5'10". He's 204 pounds. He's kind of like Russell Wilson, right? And Russell Wilson has a Super Bowl, and he should have had two. So I'm not sure. That's always something I worry about: is the size, the longevity of his career. Those smaller guys. We saw that with who's the guy? Kyle Murray. He's another short quarterback, right? From
yeah.
and he's had some injury issues with the Cardinals. So, but otherwise, I don't know. I think this guy's a lock for number one. I'd be shocked if they don't go with him.
Yeah, I
He,
think I think the last. I mean, majority of the time, the number one overall pick is like the obvious one. Everyone, it's basically guaranteed, especially the last few years. But it could be interesting. But I think you're right. I think it's basically 100% going
yeah,
to
I don't,
be Young. I think he's the most NFL ready quarterback out of the rest of them. And I mean, like I said, that Will Levis guy, I think he's overhyped. He's built like a bodybuilder, and I mean, if you look at baseball, even I had a bodybuilder play summer ball with me, and he couldn't even throw a baseball properly because his muscles were so big. So is it going to transition in the NFL to be good at quarterback when you're built like a bodybuilder? I don't know. Like Josh
yeah,
Allen's not built like a bodybuilder.
right.
Mahomes isn't built like a bodybuilder. Brady wasn't built like a bodybuilder. So yeah, Allen and Lamar are athletic and got some muscle, but I mean Josh isn't defined by any means. He's just a big guy. So I don't know, but definitely think Young is most well-rounded uh, quarterback in the draft, and will definitely make an impact for the Panthers once he gets there.
Now, who do you think? So let's talk about this. How this first pick came about, right? So the Panthers trade DJ Moore, the number nine pick, a second pick this year, and a 2024 first round pick, and second round pick in 2025. I mean, they're giving up the house here. Um, and let's see here. It doesn't say. And of course, the Panthers getting the number one pick here. It seems like the Bears did it right. I mean, they had the first pick. They already have their future quarterback, and I don't think I think this was just a great move on their part. I think they set
Absolutely.
themselves up great.
Did they pick?
Um,
Did anybody pick yet?
no
Right.
picks yet. We're early. We're here. That's why we're filling some air time. Let's see
When
who
did it
we.
actually start?
It starts
So
right now. What's funny is I'm going to show you here. So this page is a live draft tracker. It should update as things go on. We're going to find out just
Where
how
does it tell you?
update. It'll tell you right over here when they make their pick. But
Oh, this is
here,
just like oh, okay, okay.
yeah. It'll update as the picks come in.
It's just guessing the number one pick.
Correct. I was over on a mock draft, by the way. So I'm back over here
Oh,
on this
oh, okay. I
tracker.
didn't notice.
So if you look down here, it has actually predictions of when the picks will come in. So if we look at the
Ten
Bills,
minutes.
11:06. This
no, that's live time. So that's
yeah,
11:06.
11:06 the East
Oh,
Coast
right. Okay. I
time.
was gonna say I don't remember it being that long.
Yeah. It's definitely a long night.
Mike, you never responded or I don't think Brett did either. When I mentioned how Brandon Bean always says there's only like 10 first round actual players in the first round. And I said it's always funny because everyone that picks after you in the first round always picks a player that's a starter that contributes to their team. So either you don't know what you're talking about, or uh, you're getting fooled. So how do you feel about him saying there's not that much first round talent in the first round, and how do you explain that people like the Chiefs and everyone that picks behind them, like the Eagles, actually get people in the first round that produce for their team?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, go ahead, Brett.
So I'm gonna say something very short. I think it's more a smokescreen than anything else. I don't think he wants to give away how his draft board is, to be honest with you. But I do
I
think
hope so. I hope it's
I really do think it's a smokescreen. I think that I mean, look at this year. There's 58 players that came to Buffalo or they had meetings with. So there's 58 players on that board at least, and all the players that they didn't meet with, they have other people that they know that they can get in contact with about those players. So it has to be a smokescreen. I think there's more than 3 players or 5 players, whatever the case may be, that we want to draft. But it's just realistically the 5 players that we could get, maybe.
Yeah, I hope it's that, Brett, because it's just if he really believes that there's never that much first round talent, and he always picks the wrong one, and then people behind him pick better than him, then it's a major problem. This is the biggest draft besides his first year's draft with Josh Allen. I firmly believe if he never picked Josh Allen, he would have been gone years ago because he took the biggest risk and got the biggest reward. And if he went with like Josh Rosen, he would have been gone by now. Because we would have been terrible if we picked Josh Rosen. But I think this is the most important draft for the regime.
So I want to say hi to the folks in the channel here as we wait for this first pick. I'm watching the show over here, and they got Patrick Mahomes coming out. Of course, the draft this year is in Kansas City. So he's bringing out a Super Bowl, showing that off. Oh, that's painful, guys. That's painful.
Yeah. With Travis Kelce up there.
Oh,
I'm just watching baseball, so I don't have to worry about that.
There you go. You don't have to worry about that. Scott, good to see you out there. First comment, let's effing go. Love it. My dad chiming in there. Let's go Celtics. Yeah, wrong channel, Dad, but appreciate you being out here. He's just saying hello.
I'm sure there's a Celtics channel out there, Bill.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, he's got the Celtic game. Just like you're watching basketball, he's probably got both the Celtic game on, and he's probably got the draft on one of his other TVs. He's got multiple TVs as well. All for the Bryce Young, says Scott. A huge outlier in size. Doesn't feel the right move to me. Yeah, that's the only thing that I would be concerned about. 5'10", slightly over 200 pounds, but man, his numbers in college with a big college team has been phenomenal. It's hard to look past this guy. If you look at any film, I mean, he can escape from the pocket. And what I love about him is he looks to throw first. He's not one of those quarterbacks who's like, I'm going to go through one read and take off. He goes through his full progressions. He's very accurate with his passes. Doesn't have that elite arm like a Josh Allen or his size and height. But for me, everyone's saying he's a generational talent. I don't know how you can avoid him and go with the bigger.
They got Will Anderson as the number 1 best fit for them.
Interesting. Let's see here. So they're on the clock.
This should be pretty quick. This should be pretty quick.
Yeah, this should be pretty quick.
Yeah.
I thought they had 5 minutes. I guess they have 10 minutes to make their pick. Let's be fast about this. But the NFL's telling these teams, hey, stay in there to the end, even though we already know who you're taking. Stay there, make us all sweat it out a little bit.
I think the first round is longer because it's only one round for the day. But I think the next, if I remember correctly, the last couple rounds they get less time.
They just traded the pick.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
They just announced it. They're showing the pick. No, I'm just kidding.
No, they're talking about how this happened.
No, I'm kidding when I say that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see if I could. I was throwing up a smoke screen. You know how you have to do it.
Yeah, it'd be funny.
That's what I love, Dice. I have the draft on your channel and the Celtic game. Beautiful.
I don't understand why they have the NFL draft tonight and then they have playoff hockey on at the same time. So you got the Tampa Bay Lightning playing the Toronto Maple Leafs on right now. And I don't understand that whatsoever. Why couldn't they have it on Wednesday night and just finish the series?
I don't know. They must have planned it ahead of time.
Yeah, my dad has a good point. They're not going to go any faster. They need to get all their commercials in for sure.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna be here for 4 hours just for the Bills to pick a running back.
Hey, I gotta say,
Your dad would be
so
happy, but
my dad would be happy, but actually, he predicted we're going to go with a wide receiver. So let's talk about that a little bit while we're waiting for this first pick
Yeah.
to come in. We do have our giveaway that unfortunately not a lot of people got in, but good for those that did. There's only like 14 entries,
wow,
so
good
you have
opportunity.
excellent odds to win a Buffalo Bills jersey, red, white, or blue, royal blue, whichever you want, whichever one you want. You'll have the name of the player you want and the number, of course. And somebody's going to win that tonight, unless they move back to the second round with a pick. But then we'll announce
Nobody
it.
wins.
Then we'll no, and then we'll move back to we'll announce it tomorrow. But I did want to bring up. Let's see here.
Mike, I think it's better if we move to the second round. The person that said potential the least gets the $200.
I'll give you this. So let me tell you how the predictions came in for the first pick of the Buffalo Bills. So we had 3, 4, 5. We had 6 people say they're going to take a wide receiver, which
Okay.
I know Jake would be extremely happy about that.
Okay.
We had 2 people say they're going to take a running back. One of them, and both of them said we're trading up to get Bijan. And then this was kind of a troll. This guy said we're going to draft a quarterback. I mean, good luck with that
Hey, it
one.
counts.
Hey, if you want to get leverage on the field, that's a great pick. What if they did? It'd be like, are you kidding me? And then we had one offensive line, one linebacker, one DL, and one cornerback. So interesting. There's some people like if they go with defensive line or cornerback, that person's won. We don't even have to spin the wheel tonight. So good stuff.
Wow. Do you have a wheel to spin, Mike?
I do. I'll be putting the names on that wheel and we'll spin it. My dad says I think they get a receiver, even though I'd really like to see a top linebacker. Yeah, I'm with you, Dad.
Can you
You know-
imagine if it was a punter?
Well, I would love a nice, amazing right guard or right tackle, but we're never gonna get it because everybody is satisfied with what we got, and it's gonna bite us in the booty again, like it does every year. And everyone's gonna say, "Why do we? I don't understand why we didn't win again. We have a great team. We got D Hop. We got Zay Flowers. Why didn't we beat the Chiefs and the Bengals?" And it's gonna be because we didn't have any blocking. We didn't have no protection.
Yeah, no, I agree, Sean. Like in my last mock draft that we did, I moved down the board to the second round in order to get an early second rounder, and I wanted a tackle and I wanted Jack Campbell as a linebacker. So I think they could finagle that. If we got Jack Campbell and a tackle, because I do think a tackle will be available early second round as well. I don't think either of the tackles or linebackers that we want are going to be there at 59. So we're going to have to
Absolutely.
move. We're going to have to move up as well. So not only move back, but then move up in the second round somehow to get those the talent that we want.
It's and like just to clarify, I obviously McGovern is an upgrade from Saffold because I would be an upgrade from Saffold, but I listen to my friends that are the diehard Dallas Cowboy fans. McGovern is obviously decent, but he was the worst on their team. If he wasn't the worst, they would have re-signed him. Dallas doesn't
Yeah.
play around with offensive line, so they thought he was worth it. They would have re-signed him. Right now, we overpaid for him. He's going to automatically make us a little bit better, but it doesn't mean, okay, we signed that guy from the Rams who's a backup, and we signed another backup here, and then we got Ryan Bates and Spencer Brown starting. That doesn't really fix anything. So I get it. We made moves, but you shouldn't just be satisfied with that. So, put it to like your life. You're like me. I'm a business owner. Say I get 50 clients this month, and then I'm making 10 grand this month. Should I say, well, I got 50 clients and made 10 grand this month. I'm not going to worry about it no more. Or should I say I want another 50 next month and make 20 grand? Like, you always should be actively looking to improve whatever you're doing. So Spencer Brown has been ranked bottom 5 of his position the last 2 years. You can replace that with a backup on another team. So it's just you have to be looking, and if you have an opportunity in the first round to get somebody like that, because you can get better skill positions in the second, third, and fourth round. But this year, the good tackles and guards will be gone by the end of the second round. So if we don't pick wisely, we could be in for another. And you got to look about who we play, guys. Like we have top 5 hardest schedule. A lot of teams we play have a home run.
The pick
A
is
lot
in
of-
for
yeah,
the pick
great
is
defense.
in.
Great corners. I mean, we won the series. We won 2 games so far out of 3, so it's against one of my hated rivals. So I'm happy with it. But now we're down 2-1. It's just nice to be. So we're not that great of a team. We're rebuilding, and we're away right now. We took the first 2 games. You know, it's pretty awesome, but it stinks to be down because it ticks you off.
What's your final thoughts on the first pick, guys? Who do you think it's going to be?
Young.
No doubt it's going to be Young. I mean,
And then
it would shock the world if it wasn't Young. I who knows? But
And then I got to
think it's
ask
Young.
you guys,
Yeah.
with Houston, they could get a quarterback, or they did improve a little bit in the offseason, but do you think they should keep bolstering up weapons for Davis Mills, or do you think he's a lost cause and they should just go quarterback again and, you know, see what they can do the rest of the draft? I think give him a chance because he was okay with not much, but now that they're adding more weapons, I think he deserves at least a shot. And you know, if it doesn't work out, look, there's a lot of free agent quarterbacks next
Right.
year, I believe. So, what do you think?
Even later in the draft, there's a ton of players that are going to be available as well. Mike, can you go down the board? I think Houston has 2 first-round picks, correct? They have another pick at, what, 12, I believe?
Actually, they do. Yeah.
Miss
Yeah,
Finn's
so-
going to be a fun year.
No, they could go with Will Anderson here at 2 and then hope that even Anthony Richardson is going to be available with the 12th pick. We got the
Oh yeah, he might be. That's a good point. 'Cause I know they got a ton of picks, but this is an important pick for them.
Oh, here we go. There it is. I
got
don't want
Bryce
to spoil
Young.
for anybody. It was Bryce Young.
Mike, I think you could play. I think you can have in the background. I don't think it's copyright.
No, there it is. It updates pretty well. This site's pretty quick. So there it was announced, and there it is. Bryce Young. No surprise whatsoever. Nice pick.
It took 25 minutes for the first pick. That's
You know what's crazy about the Panthers? Look, it just goes to show you how good of a pick that Josh Allen was back in 2018, right? They actually had 2 first rounders last year, right? 2 first rounders from that 2018 pick. They had, let's see, what was the guy's name? Who's the guy who was starting for Cleveland for many years? Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield. And then they also had another guy. What was his name last year? I'm forgetting. But basically, they had 2 first-round picks from the 2018 draft on their team. Sam Darnold was the other guy. So Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, and they couldn't make that work. And here they are now having to go after another quarterback. But I think that's just a great pick. Great pick for them.
Yeah, this is a really good pick for them. A guy that reminds me so much of Russell Wilson, like you said, and he can come in and he can be as a stabilizer for the franchise. And you know, he's got a lot to go off of. Where he, you know, if he runs the ball a lot, he has to hopefully set the record from Cam Newton. Can you imagine if he does that?
Yeah. I think he will. I mean, well, first of all, to get there, you got to have talent around you.
Yeah.
And so, I'm going to bring up their current squad here. Let's take a look at what they're.
I can't believe you had 20 minutes for that first pick.
Adam Thielen coming over from the Vikings. This is a great person that he can learn from, and it's a reliable receiving threat that they can go after too. I know they lost Christian McCaffrey, who is pretty much the security blanket for the running back position, but they got guys like Chuba Hubbard as well that can run the ball too. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they have and what they can build around Bryce Young.
They did better when they traded McCaffrey.
They did.
You know what? So they got a decent offensive line. They got a decent tight end. Of course, they got Hayden Hurst. I love Hayden Hurst. They have DJ Shark out there, DJ Shark Jr. They have Thielen, Adam Thielen. They picked up in free agency, which is a nice pick there. I really like Adam. You know, he's up there in age. He's not what he was, but my God, he's solid receiver. And then they have Terrace Marshall Jr. Let's see, he was a second rounder in 2021. So 6'3", 200-pound guy, nice size receiver. So their offense is looking pretty darn good. And then, of course, they have Sanders in the backfield. They picked up Miles Sanders in the free agency as well. So good
Remember,
stuff.
guys, we could have got Chark as well.
Mm-hmm.
And what just happened with the
Pick us
Pick-
in. See-
Oh.
So they're
We
going
could have
fast.
had instead of DJ Chark, who's 6'4", proven receiver, we went and got Trent Sherfield and whatever the heck his name is,
Deontay Hardy.
Deontay Hardy. Probably, and we paid more. We could have got with them and with Chark and a better deal. But
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? What do we know?
I'm pretty impressed on PFF that they actually have updated. They already got Bryce Young as their starting quarterback there. It's pretty crazy that they're
Yeah.
doing such live updates.
Let's
So
see.
good stuff. No surprise there.
You guys think they're
Uh,
gonna go with Stroud, or you think they're gonna get a skill position or a defensive guy?
And I'll tell you what, I really like CJ Stroud.
Ooh,
You let-
or they
what's
could
up?
go the guy from Bama, or Quentin Johnston, and then get Skoronski at 12,
Yeah, it's not a bad option.
and then you got Skoronski and Tunsil. Tunsil's the best left tackle in the league, so it'd be
I do think with D'Amico Ryans, I think that this is going to be a defensive end. I really do believe he strives to have one of the best defensive lines as well as the best defenses in the NFL. So I think it's now with guys like Jerry Hughes, and I think they did release Mario Addison, but having guys like Jerry Hughes and then Will Anderson would be an excellent fit for them. So I do think it's going to be a defensive lineman here.
Hey, I see Miss Finn's out there. Miss Finn's, hey, hopefully you're out there. Welcome to the channel. We've seen you before. We're big fans of yours. Hey, we're looking for we're taking applications for an AFC East Summit channel. We need a representative from the
Yes.
Dolphins. So
Miss Fins.
please.
Do it.
reach out to your good friend over here, Sean. Let us know if you can join us on that. We're going to be doing those at least monthly, sometimes bi-weekly. So we'd love to have you.
I'm not taking no for an answer.
We
Yeah,
got.
I know you're busy, but we're not taking no.
We got Scott coming in saying Stroud's the pick at number 2. I love that pick. I really do. He's just a solid quarterback. I mean, 6'3", 474, played for Ohio State. Good arm strength, very good accuracy, elite accuracy, and good decent speed. He got 4.74. He runs 40 but I love the size. He's got prototypical quarterback. And that's the only thing I worry about Bryce Young, but I think you cannot pass up Bryce Young. I think he'd just be crazy to do that.
I do agree.
Mike, can you go back to that? The
Yep.
other
Yep.
the pick's in for like 20 minutes. What's going on here?
Pick is in.
It's being announced right now.
He's just coming to the board right now. So let's see here.
2023 NFL Draft. The Houston Texans select C.J. Stroud.
Wow,
Oh, there we go. Called it.
wow,
called
that's
it.
interesting.
Wow.
Nice call, Scott. Very nice call.
Very nice call.
I get it though. Interesting, but I get it.
Yeah.
No, that's a really good pick there. Excellent quarterback.
Especially when you got another pick, right? Especially when you got another pick at 12. So now you can get. Let me bring up their see what their
I was still
squad
trying to
looks
go
like right now.
Skoronski at 12.
Well, even if Quentin Johnson does fall to 12, I mean, that's a great pairing where you have CJ Stroud and you can put Quentin Johnson with him, and you can have a really good quarterback wide receiver tandem for 5 years.
Scott's cheating.
It pretty much is, but I mean, that's a great tandem. Think about what Buffalo had for 5 years, where we had our quarterback and we had our middle linebacker for 5 years. So it would be a great pairing to have.
Absolutely.
So Sean, I guess this answered your first question about Mills. Do you give him another shot? No, they're not giving him another shot. But I got to tell you, they got a lot of work to do on that offensive line, and I do think they're going to go try to get Skoronski for sure, or somebody. Their tackles are pretty decent. They need some help in the guard position.
And don't forget who they got in the backfield.
Singletary.
We're gonna see Motor behind a decent offensive line and see what he does. Well, actually he'll be the backup because they got what's his name, that rookie from last year who was amazing.
Pierce.
Pierce, and he had no O line last year. So imagine when
Yeah, Damian Pierce. So,
Pierce and Motor.
Yeah, I think for sure they got to focus. I think they go with their 12th pick on the offensive line. They got Mechie from, they drafted him last year. Right, he's a second round pick from last year, and I think he was hurt all year, or
He had
was
cancer,
he the
I
one?
think.
He had cancer. Okay,
Mhm.
so
He'll be back this year, I believe.
praying for him to come back. So they got him on the left.
He's
They
been
got-
cleared to come back.
Mhm.
They got one of our old receivers, Mr. Robert Woods, who's been around now.
Yeah, they're making some moves. I like it. Stroud will have a lot smoother transition than Josh Allen did. That's for sure. When his first year.
Yeah.
And they have Dalton
Same thing with
Schultz.
Bryce Young.
So Schultz came over from the Cowboys, so that's a nice pick for tight end there. So
Yep. They got Schultz, OJ Howard. They got Mechie, Robert Woods.
you
Brandon
still
Cooks.
you still stuck on Howard, man? You
Cooks
still
anymore.
stuck on him?
Yeah, I mean, could have been good for us.
I know you were so mad when he had like his first game.
He had like
scores
5 touchdowns in the first game.
and then all of a sudden he does nothing. Then it was like,
He
okay.
did. That's true. But look who his team was.
Mhm.
Hey, Sean, Brandon Cooks is actually on the Dallas Cowboys now, so he was.
Oh,
traded.
that's right. I forgot about that.
Yep.
They got some picks for him at least.
Yeah, they got some picks for him, but he's on the Cowboys. But think about all the players from the Buffalo Bills that went over to the Houston Texans. I mean, Singletary and Mario Addison was on them for a while, and Jerry Hughes moving over too. So OJ Howard, even there's a few players, and even Case Keenum goes to the Houston Texans as well.
What happened with that? I thought he had a 2-year deal with us.
No, he had a 1-year deal with us.
Why did I think it was 2?
No, I think it was like a void year in the second year. So I think it was
maybe
like-
I was just completely wrong, but I could have sworn because I was confused when he signed with someone else. I was like, I thought he had 2 years. I don't understand.
I think it was like a void year is what they called it. So it's like
An option to sign him,
Yeah.
maybe.
an option. Well, no, it wasn't even that. It's like dead money for the second year, so that the cap hit is a little less.
Hmm. Well, he might not even make the team next year.
Might not.
Davis Mills, Long Neck Mills might beat him out.
All right, so we know the Cardinals are set at quarterback. Their needs DL, edge, running back, tight end, according to CBS. And
Yeah, I'd
let's
still
see.
go Robinson. So I like. I like Carter or Anderson. Carter was said to go in the first or second pick. Besides, if it wasn't a quarterback, it'd probably be him. But
I think a
Let's
lot
see.
of people are down on Carter just because of the off the field stuff that he has. So
well, that was the guy with the car accident.
yeah, that was the guy with the car accident. So he might fall even further.
I don't know how I don't even know what happened with that. He was at fault and his friend passed and he didn't get in trouble at all. So I'm kind of confused
Yes,
as to how that all went.
It was kind of like the situation with was it Marcel Darius in Buffalo, where he was racing. It was Freddie Jackson that he was racing in his car, and they were drag racing. And I guess Darius like lost control of his car, and Fred Jackson didn't. And Jackson ended up like making it to the facility, but Darius ended up wrecking the car and got in big trouble. So
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's
similar
like, for one, you killed someone, and then 2, it's illegal to street race anyway, and 3, you were probably speeding. So that's 3 things you did illegal, and then you just got to get out of it and go in the NFL draft. So I don't know. I really don't get it. But
yeah.
Sean, on camera, you look like you're like laying down, getting a nice massage there. You got the
No,
new
I'm
hair.
just-
You got the new haircut. Love it.
just leaning.
Looking clean. So let's see here.
Yeah, I look good
was-
once every 2 weeks. I always say when I get my haircut.
So I'm looking at the Cardinals. I agree. They're not going to go with
Cardinals
Bijan.
traded the pick to the Texans.
Wow,
What?
Traded
You
the pick to the Texans.
that's it. Why? That's so
Wow. Okay.
That's the third pick, and they have put the pick in.
Oh boy.
crazy. Skaronski.
I think it wouldn't
That's-
surprise
that's
me.
crazy. What'd they give up for that?
Well, they had to have given up the 12th pick, so
Well, probably more than that too.
it's probably the 12th pick and probably their second round pick, I imagine. So they had the 33rd pick in the draft. So incredible. I mean,
Why does it
that's
tell them
insane.
that Anthony Richardson's their best pick?
They probably, I guarantee you, they're going after Will Anderson right here.
You think so?
I would
really
go with offensive.
think
I
he
would
went
have
back to
stayed
back.
put.
That's a really good pick here. I mean, imagine if they go Anthony Richardson. That'd be so funny. Anderson,
don't know.
God, stop spoiling it.
I don't know. I'm thinking Will Anderson is the pick. Is that actual fact there, Scott?
Yeah,
confirmed.
he
Yeah,
said Bleacher Report gives it to him a few minutes before it comes
I
out.
have Bleacher Report on too, so it's confirmed that Bleacher Report has said it.
All right, well, don't do that no more,
Wow.
guys. It takes the fun out of it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I won't tell you who Buffalo picks.
It's supposed
It's
to be,
all right. It's all right. We just won't put it on the screen. Just don't look. Hide your comments there, Sean. Go to the private chat section.
All right.
Scott, I love getting the pick ahead of time, so I'm okay. So what did he say? Will Anderson, huh? Let's talk about Will Anderson a little bit here.
Here comes the commissioner right now, so I'm going to put it on, guys. Okay.
No, we already know it's okay. You don't have to.
Actually, no, he didn't come out yet. Here he
Now,
comes.
now they don't get to get an O lineman in the first round.
Here's Roger Goodell with the third pick.
Love it.
The Arizona Cardinals have traded the third pick to the Houston Texans. With the third pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select Will Anderson Jr., linebacker, Alabama.
All right. There it is. Oh, this thing updates pretty quickly. I love it.
Yeah, that's a great
64.
pick there.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. I think that with D'Amico Ryans and what he can do with a guy like Will Anderson, he's going to hype him up, and I can imagine him being the next Nick Bosa type of player. So it's going to be excellent to see, and I can't imagine how many sacks he's going to have next year for the Houston Texans.
I'd love to hear if some Texans come in here what they think of that pick. I don't know. I just feel like you just drafted your franchise quarterback, and you didn't get much to help him on that offensive line. It's kind of like what we've been talking about, Sean. And, I mean, they have Corey Littleton back there right now. Had a good year last year. They have Perryman, Denzel Perryman. So, but he'll be coming off the edge. Now, the edge is where they could use some help. So, I mean, not a bad pick, but if it was me, look, they struggled at the cornerback situation. I guess all that could be helped with a front line is putting some pressure on quarterbacks, right? We always talk about that. Hey, if your front line's getting pressure, you can make everyone behind you look good.
It's the ever going argument: is it good cornerbacks that provide sacks, or is it the D line that provides good more interceptions for the corners?
Yeah.
Which one benefits more? Yeah, I don't know about that for them. Great player, but
Scott's coming in. I like you, Scott. He says, let Mills take the beating this year and pick at number one again next year.
I think this is a smart pick, though, for on both sides of the ball. Like we've said, I just think that getting a good quarterback is something that they needed. It's been a long time since they needed a quarterback, especially after Matt Schaub left the team. So it's good to see.
Worth a shot.
They had Deshaun. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, I don't want to think about that. I want to think about the. Matt
No,
Schaub.
I said it's worth a shot to get a.
It is worth a shot. It is
quarterback.
worth a shot, though. But Matt Schaub, I think was, the last quarterback for the franchise that was, there for a long time. So I'm glad to see them going after a quarterback and hopefully somebody that can set records for their team.
Hopefully not, because we already have enough competition in the AFC.
Well, I'm just saying, I hope he sets regular season records and then, they don't make the playoffs. So,
Yeah, it's just some numbers on.
just numbers, like Jameis Winston type of numbers, 30 and 30, type of thing.
No, I was just gonna say. So Will Anderson, I mean, the man had 8 sacks in 2020, 15 sacks in 2021, and 14 sacks in 2022.
Wow.
His PFF scores were off the chart: 79 in 2020, 89.8 in 2021, and 83.6. So very consistent player.
Mike, I have the terms of that contract or that deal. It's the third pick and the 105th pick to the Texans for the 12th, 33rd, and a 2024 first round pick and the 2024 third round pick go to the Cardinals.
Wow, they got fleeced for that.
That's a big trade.
Arizona really won that one so far.
I'm a little surprised for sure.
I wouldn't have done that. They had so much capital and so many good picks in the first 50. I would have stayed right there, and they still could have got great picks. And Will Anderson could have been there at 12. You don't even know.
The
And
fourth
if he wasn't, there were still other great picks at 12.
the fourth pick has been announced, according
Really?
to the report. So I won't spoil it for you guys if you don't want to know, but I can tell you.
They already announced it.
They already announced it. Bleacher Report did.
No, I mean on the
Not on TV though, but Bleacher Report has told who the pick was.
Go ahead, Scott. For us that want to know, put it in the channel, Scott.
How do
in
they
the comments.
have it before the commissioner gets it?
I don't know.
They must have people back there. They obviously have some special access.
Connor Hughes is the one that's reporting it.
I wonder why they do that though, because what's the point of watching it if you can just get it early
Exactly.
from the Bleacher Report?
Yeah.
Hey, at this pace, we'll be the Bills' 27th pick in no time.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's hard to believe 39 minutes have already passed. It's hard to believe that. Time flies when you're having fun.
Well, now the Colts
So there it
are
is.
either going to have to pick Richardson now or wait till next year to get a quarterback.
Well,
We'll see,
Let's see
guys. I
here.
mean,
yeah. So Scott, let's. Yeah, I guess the fans are waiting. They want to watch the TV announcements. So if you're not interested in that, Dad, just go to the. Actually, you don't have private comments. So yeah, Scott, I guess hold off on that for the rest of the folks that are watching TV. We'll wait till they come to the stage and make that announcement.
they've pretty much said it on TV. So they haven't announced it, but they pretty much said it on TV.
Well, since it's in the comments, obviously
It's right here, guys.
One would assume we're about to see the future of quarterback play in Indianapolis selected here in this draft. At this moment, we've seen two quarterbacks go off the board in the first three picks, so we're about to see the third. Here's the commissioner.
With the fourth pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Anthony Richardson, quarterback, Florida.
Nice. Look how quick that is. Boom. CBS is lined up right with the commissioner there. Anthony
his play
Richardson.
style and his frame is built like Josh, so that's like the more people are willing to take that risk on a guy like him, where before picking a guy like Josh was risky, you know what I mean? And now there's so many mobile quarterbacks who got nice arms. Like, hey, why not get us a guy like Josh? Obviously, Anthony Richardson's going to make his own name in the NFL, but it was a gamble picking Josh, and you could say it was a gamble with Richardson as well. I think obviously Richardson's college career was a little bit better than Josh's, but definitely love the pick for them. Jonathan Taylor and Richardson run the option, and then you got a cannon too.
Yeah.
So I like that pick.
Taking a look at their squad right now. Let's see here.
They had to pick him there though if they wanted a quarterback, because then there's not much they could have done really.
Agree. Whoa, what was that little ringer?
That was me. My bad, guys. So my dad has I'm gonna see if I can turn my messages off. I don't know if I can do that on here. All right,
So-
I think I did it. So I apologize about that, guys. And I got my MacBook hooked up to my phone, so I get updates. And my dad's texting me going, "Who did the Colts pick already?" I'm like, "Yeah, that was like 4 minutes ago." Sorry.
Now the Seahawks are in great position to be good for a long time, because they made the playoffs when they were retooling, and now they have like 2 or 3 first round picks and a couple next year as well.
Yeah.
And they really won that from the Broncos trade. And here, you could get another receiver, you can get Skoronski, you could build up your defense again, and A lot of great options here for them.
Yeah,
I think they'll go defense though, but their
Just
offensive
talk.
line. Oh, you know what? They won't go Skoronski, Mike. I'm sorry to keep interrupting you, but
Yeah,
they
it's okay.
drafted 2 tackles last year. They drafted a left and a right tackle last year, and they started last year as rookies, and they did really well. So hopefully the Buffalo Bills can do that as well, but I highly doubt they will. But they'll probably go defense here.
I think it's going to be defense here too.
Yeah, it's just looking back at the Colts here. So the current situation at quarterback, they had Gardner Minshew, Nick Foles, and Sam Ellinger. So good pick there.
Wait, Mike, can you check? I feel like they drafted Ellinger kind of early last year.
Let's see
You
here.
could-
Yeah,
you could
let
check
me
that.
check for you. He was a 6th round pick in the 2021 draft.
I felt like he was like a third round
No.
pick.
No, sir.
Who was that? Sam Ellinger?
Yeah, we didn't even talk about, in the first pick with Bryce Young, I think it was Sam Corral. I think that's how you say his name. They had drafted a quarterback in the 2nd round last year. Carolina did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
So-
They drafted Matt Corral.
Yes,
It
Corral.
was.
So
So
it is.
they drafted him, and I wonder what's going to happen with him. That's going to be something that we'll have to-
Trade him or keep him
Trade
as a backup, or we'll see. More competition.
Yeah, definitely. And what's going to happen with Malik Harris too? So, or Malik. Who am I thinking of?
He's on the
Not Malik.
Titans though.
Yeah, Malik. Yeah, I heard a little bit of smokescreen that they're looking to trade him.
I don't know who would take him though. He didn't get to really prove himself last year.
That's true.
Where's
So, yeah.
Tannehill? Is he still with Tennessee, or did they get rid of him?
He's still with Tennessee. I just
So
heard some smokescreen though.
if I'm Seattle, I have Geno Smith as my quarterback. I have Tyler Lockett as a receiver, and I have DJ DK Metcalf, who are absolute studs. Their defense is atrocious. So if I'm going to lock this in, I'm saying they're going with Jalen Carter.
That'd be a good pick.
That's
And
what
they
I'm-
got a great running back duo too. So
Yep. Yep.
Is-
They have Kenneth Walker, who was just phenomenal
Yep.
last year.
Rashad Penny, Kenneth Walker,
Yep.
decent O line. Like I
They
said, the
got it.
rookies performed. They performed pretty excellent last year, and you get back. You're supposed to improve as the years go, not get worse or stay stagnant like the guys that we pick at O line. But
What about a safety here, guys? What about Brian Branch?
yeah, because he's the guy that's the best safety or even the best defensive back in the draft. So that's also a good pick. And then they still got Jamal Adams, so it could be a great pick as well. And they got another 1st round pick too to pick another edge or D line. It's tough though because I don't know who their D tackles are, so I don't.
For Seattle,
Yeah, so I can't say.
so they have Abraham Lucas on the right side, and they have, let's see, Charles Cross on the left.
They're
Charles
probably
Cross.
average. They're like average, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean Cross was a 63 from PFF's rating, and then Lucas was a 68. Not bad, not horrible.
Who's their other safety? Quandre Diggs. He's pretty good. So maybe
Yep.
they'll go D line. Maybe
They
they'll
got Diggs and Adams. Yeah, I think they're gonna go D line. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm thinking-
Detroit will go if they don't pick Branch, then Detroit will probably get him.
Yeah, I can see that.
And if
See,
Vegas doesn't build up their defense in this draft, that's a problem because their defense has been absolutely atrocious for like a decade. So
Pat,
You guys-
good to see you out there. Thank you for joining us. I also saw that you are in our giveaway too. So, by the way, anyone who got entered and has come out to say hi to us, they get a second entry in the giveaway for the jersey. Pat says, I don't know why, but I'm really rooting for Anthony Richardson to be the best quarterback out of this draft class. Lots of haters on him. Hope he proves them all wrong.
me too.
Yeah, I agree.
Except when
Yeah,
he plays the Bills. Hopefully he loses. But
I haven't heard about that. So what's the hate coming out about? I mean, what is it they're not liking? Can you kind of give me some more details, Pat?
Um,
Unless one of you guys have heard.
I feel like I mean, I don't pay attention to it much, but I feel like it's probably similar to what Josh was, like not that accurate, running quarterback.
It's more the running quarterback type of thing. You can't throw the ball deep, stuff like that. He's really shown a lot over the last, since the combine, what he can be for a team. But mostly they're saying, oh, he's just a quarterback that likes to run the ball. He doesn't like to use his vision and everything. So,
Yeah.
but I got to tell you guys something real quick. So I'm watching the Bleacher Report right now, and they have everybody's names spelled correctly for teams but one team. Can you imagine who it is?
Probably Buffalo.
It is Buffalo.
What? How do they spell this name?
They said the Buffalo Bulls.
Oh my god.
I do that sometimes when I'm typing fast. I put Bulls and.
Albert
So yeah,
Breer.
so Scott says that people think he makes a lot of bad plays, and he has too raw, too few reps, and then he actually says, yeah, a lot of the same stuff that was people were saying about.
Well, that's
Josh.
good. He can prove everybody wrong too.
The Seahawks
Yeah.
pick has been
Here we go. Be interesting.
DL. If I'm a betting man, if I'm in Vegas, I'm rushing up to the front. I'm picking DL. I'm saying
Yeah.
Jalen Carter. Let's see what happens. Turn it up there, Brett.
My computer's dying, so hopefully I can hear it
Hey,
before I
you
go.
need to
my
get
charger.
plugged in there, buddy. I should reminded you.
One of them, since they go on the defensive side of the ball. Could this be a spot for Jalen Carter? His name has
Shut up, Mel Kiper. Let's give the pick.
yeah, just get, I don't care.
We're about to find out. I see the commissioner making his way. Number 5, Seattle. And here's Roger Goodell.
What's the channel think? Scott, you don't count because you get it with 5 minutes early.
In the 2023 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Devin Witherspoon, cornerback.
Oh, cornerback.
Pretty good pick.
Wow,
Oh wow.
Interesting.
I
Good
just
pick,
lost some
though.
money in Vegas.
That's a great pick though, because then you got the guy that should have been defensive
Tariq
rookie of the
Woolen.
year, Tariq Woolen, and then you got Witherspoon. So that's pretty solid.
That's going to be one of the better defensive back groups in the NFL with, like you said, with Witherspoon coming in, and then you have Tyreek Woolen as well as Quandre Diggs and Jamal Adams. So I think this is going to be a really good defense backfield for the Seattle Seahawks for many years to come.
They're going to be built pretty well for a long time. And then that poses a question that I got to ask you guys. In Josh's later years, when he's on the decline like Russell Wilson, would you do a trade like that if it means you lose Josh, but you get 3 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and you could build for your future? Would you be willing to let Josh go, or do you want to just roll with him till the very end until he's done?
Sean, I'm going to answer that real quick, okay? And I'm going to answer that for the city of Buffalo and for everybody out there. Why would you lose the quarterback of your future ever? Why would you give it up? Can you imagine?
No, near the tail end of his career,
Near
like
the
Russell
tail end.
Wilson.
I agree. But why would you give it up? Why would you give up Josh Allen ever? Because remember the last time we gave up a quarterback and what happened? We never had a quarterback for 17 years. We need 17 in Buffalo for many years to come. So until he retires or until he can't walk or whatever the case may be, I mean, if he's 99 years old, still throws the ball 80 yards down the field, I'll still take Josh Allen no matter what.
Well, here's the other thing I'm going to say then. So say you keep him, but then his last 5 years we don't make the playoffs, and then he retires, and then we stink for 10 years. Or you could have got rid of him with 3 years left or 4 years on his contract or left of his career, and then you get a decent quarterback like the Seahawks got. Basically, the Seahawks situation. You get a decent, a serviceable quarterback, and then you get a shit ton of picks, and you could build a team that's going to be competing. Or would you rather just be terrible just because you love Josh?
Sentimentally, I love Josh.
That's how I'm like that.
Don't get me wrong.
When the Nationals got
Sentimentally,
rid of other players, I was like the same way as you, but it makes sense. You got to think like
I'm taking the
might be worth
picks,
it to
Sean. I'm taking
talk
the
about.
picks.
I'm
taking the picks. If it's later in his career and he's on the
Yeah, that's what I
downside
mean,
of
like,
it, you gotta.
if we're thinking, then
Yeah.
I would consider it. I wouldn't necessarily pull the trigger just because I'm
Right.
a stubborn guy that wants Josh Allen to be in Buffalo forever, and
I know.
I don't want to see him go anywhere else. I don't want to see him go to
Think
New England.
business, Brett. Think business, right? Put on your bean cap.
For everybody in the chat that wants to leave the live stream now because we mentioned that, we're not talking about in 3 years trade him.
Yeah.
We're talking about he's like on a Rodgers deal. He's got a couple years left. He's declining. He's old,
can't
and we're starting to decline as well as a team. And then it took me 2 years for my nationals, my baseball team. We got rid of Hall of Famers. We got rid of young people that were going to be the best in the league to get younger prospects and more draft picks to rebuild our team. And in my heart, I was like, you can't get rid of him. He was a big part of our World Series win. He's been with the Nats for 10 years. You can't get rid of him. Like, I love this guy. But then now I'm watching these young guys battle and play 22 years. We have the youngest team in the league, and we're competing with the best teams. And, yeah, it stinks not to have those veterans that, won us a World Series. But now our future is going to be brighter. And it took me like 2 or 3 years to let that sink in. Like, we let a lot of great players go, but now we got a bunch of picks. And like you got like Bill, like Mike, I think if it was a tail end hopefully we don't ever need to do that. Hopefully we're always good and, we can always have great picks and then we're always competing till he retires. But I think if it came down to it, you gotta think business, baby.
I agree. So I wanna comment on a couple of things here. So Scott, yeah, I lost my shirt. If I was there at the Vegas line, I definitely lost. I don't know what I would have dropped, but I lost. Not my shirt yet. I'm gonna make that back up here in a little bit. I do like how he says 5 picks in and only one player has been taken off the Bills' big board because you aren't taking a cornerback or quarterback in the first round. Who do you think was taken off our big board?
It's got to be Will Anderson Jr.
I mean, do they really think he would have fallen close to 27? I don't think so. But I'm curious, Scott. Tell me your big board. Tell me your big board for the Bills because you seem to have inside information. I feel like he might have a contact inside the Bills organization.
We're rallying right now, guys. We're down 4-1. We had the bases loaded with 1 out. Now it's 4-2. Bases loaded. So let's get it going.
Mike, check the who's on the clock now. Cardinals just traded up for the pick.
Oh, wow!
From the Lions, wow.
Cardinals making some moves.
These guys must be desperate for these picks, man. They don't want to wait 2 picks for them.
There's somebody on their board that you want.
All right, let's see who I'm going to go to. I'm in Vegas. I'm seeing who I'm going to go bet on this one. So let me take a look. I'll tell you who they're going to be taking. I'm 0 for 1. Let's see if I can improve here. My dad said take the pick. He said so. He agreed with you, Sean. He said take the picks.
Who are you thinking at 6, guys?
Let's see here.
For them,
I'm going to tell you here what I think in a second.
I'm thinking of offensive line. I really do think that's why they're trading up.
I mean, their defense is in
they're gonna go defense if they trade it up. I think so.
Yeah, I think they are.
Because they probably thought they were gonna go.
I'm doubling down on Jalen Carter. Doubling down.
Yep.
I'm gonna say Paris Johnson here.
Or Skoronski.
I think Paris Johnson is going off the board here. I think it's just a good pick for them to go up for, and I think that they're going to be fighting the Raiders for the offensive tackle. That's who I think they're grabbing here. So,
you think offensive tackle?
I think it's offensive tackle.
All right, we'll see. So Brett's laying down a bet on
Carter
offensive tackle.
Or Skoronski, and then the Raiders got to go defense because they're.
I think Carter. What's the channel think?
Trash.
What's the board think? Who do you think the Cardinals are going after right here? I mean, I'm looking at their lineup right now, and Jalen Carter would make a huge difference on that defense. You know, they had J.J. Watt retire. They're rough. They're rough over there on defense right now.
And they might be losing D-Hop, so they might have to get a receiver too.
That's true.
Well, while we're waiting, let's talk about
Get there. Yes.
What happened? Oh, my goodness.
They were trying to turn a double play. We scored a run, and we got safe at first. So it's 4-3 with 2 outs, runner on first and second.
How can you be talking baseball?
All right, guys, here's the pick right now.
Oh, here we go.
The Detroit Lions have traded the 6th pick to the Arizona Cardinals. With the 6th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Harris Johnson Jr.
Oh my
Wow.
God. You hit it, Brett. You hit it. Unless you're cheating and you got the bleacher update before you said that. Come on now.
I
Be
did
honest.
not. I actually got it after I said it. I got it about a minute after I said it, so I did not cheat on that one.
Oh my God. I'm really losing. Now I'm losing my shirt in Vegas.
Man,
Offensive tackle,
stay in silence.
6'6", 313 from Ohio State.
Yeah, good luck, Kyler, seeing over that guy. 5'6".
look at this suit that he's wearing, guys. I mean,
Yeah, but
Oh,
he's off to the side there, Sean. He's a tackle, so you'll have it.
I did
As long as
not
he
need
can
to see that picture.
have clear vision straight
He's
down
only
the
going to be
field.
able to
He'll
throw to the
fine.
middle of the field.
Did you see that picture that they just showed on ESPN?
Of him standing next to him.
No, it was of Paris Johnson like in his underwear.
What?
They just
I
showed
didn't see that.
seriously, they had a picture of Paris Johnson in his underwear with like they had his hair completely out, like and everything. So you can see like his chest and everything is
Why?
like that's a little too much to show. You know, right now.
Why'd they do that?
I have no idea. He was in a robe and the robe opened up. So I'm like, dude, that's a little too much, man.
All right, so the Raiders definitely have to go Jalen Carter.
Oh, that's a great pick. I think that, if he did, oh man. Imagine the Raiders. They I'm gonna say it right now. I'm gonna get away with saying it because we're allowed to say it, but they fucked up so many picks.
Yeah.
Over the last few years. And I don't cuss too much on the show, but I just gotta say it. I mean, that's the word that comes to mind for the Raiders is, they can't figure out what to do with their picks. And
Yeah.
I mean, you look at what they've had with, Jonathan Abram, and then you have Henry Ruggs, and there's so many picks that they've had that didn't work out. So
They've been unlucky. I mean, the Ruggs one was a good pick,
it was.
but unfortunately, you couldn't foresee that happening. But you're not wrong. They had a lot of picks that turned out to be really terrible. And I do have a friend that's a Raiders fan, and I don't remember if it's the left tackle or the right tackle, who he said is very solid. So they could go here and get Skoronski, but we do know how bad their defense has been, and they do have decent weapons on offense already. They got Waller, they got Renfro. No, the Waller's gone. So they got Renfro, they got Devontae Adams, and I think defense is still top priority for them. I don't know how many picks they got, but if they got one first-round pick, I think they should go Jalen Carter and then build their defense up.
So right tackle, they got Jermaine Illuminor, who had a
It's the other guy then.
really good year for them. And then they also have Colton Miller, who had a really good year for them. Last 2 years, he's been phenomenal.
Yeah, it's him then, yeah.
Now they can still go Skoronski. Remember, like Jake was telling us that a lot of people think he'll be sliding over to guard potentially. See, I can say that word now. I'm happy to say that. So I'm looking at their defensive line. Obviously, they got Crosby. They got Jones on the other side, which is a great tandem. They could use something in the middle, but I don't think they're going to go defensive tackle here. My goodness.
I think they should because, Max Crosby, people kind of like ignore him a little bit because the Raiders' defense is so bad. But that makes him even more special because of how bad their defense is. He's double and triple teamed, and he still is one of the top leaders in sacks all the time. And I think you bolster up that defense, and you can't double and triple team him. I mean, look out if they can really build their defense, especially the defensive line. Chandler Jones is getting a little bit old. He's not like Von Miller, but
yeah,
get Jalen Carter next to Max Crosby, and then maybe get another defensive end in the draft. That could just be on their way to being a better team. Because I would like to see Derek Carr with a good defense. That's why I would have liked to see him with the Jets if I was a Jets fan. Because I think he's more future value than Aaron Rodgers. Because Rodgers might play 1 or 2 years, and then once he's done, then you still have no quarterback, and then they're not going to win a Super Bowl. They might not even make the playoffs. But how hard the AFC is, that's all I'm saying. They're going to be better, of course, but the AFC is so tough now. I don't see Aaron Rodgers getting the Jets over the hump. Not just because they're a rival team, but Derek Carr would have been lasted longer with them, and he's a great system quarterback and never played with a good defense, so would have been interesting.
All right, so Sean, I'm here. I am. I've already lost $200. I bet $100 in my last 2 picks. I'm going with
What?
Skoronski here.
You bet this stuff?
I was just joking. I'm just
Oh.
joking.
Oh, I
Pretend
was
it's
gonna say.
play money. I'm at the Vegas line right here, putting my bet in. I'm going Skoronski because look, they have Jimmy G. Jimmy G's gonna need to be protected. We know how injured that man can get. Without Jimmy G in their lineup this year, I like Jimmy G. By the way, I don't know how you guys feel about him. They have two decent right tackles. You get a guy like Skoronski who can come in and shore up that offensive line. Let's go. I mean, we know they're loaded. They got great skilled positions. Oh, did they make the pick yet? Oh no.
Hey,
not
Mike,
yet.
speak for yourself. I didn't say Skoronski for me.
I know. I said I'm saying Skoronski.
Well, no,
You said it in the
put
group
it in,
chat.
in my comment.
Oh no, I said Skoronski for me.
Yeah, but
And
it
You
should,
did it as red, white, and bills.
Oh, but that's just you just have to understand StreamYard because it broadcasts.
yeah, no,
everything.
I'm just teasing you.
It puts that in there.
No,
But yeah,
I would
Red,
like
White-
Skoronski or Carter for them. I just think it doesn't matter how good their offense is because their defense is bottom three. So they gotta change that if they want to compete. in that
All right,
position.
I'm gonna track how much money I'd have lost. I've already bet $200.
It's not
I'm
real
gonna-
money, right, Mike?
It's not real money. Don't
Okay.
you worry.
All right, I was
Don't
gonna
you
say,
worry.
man.
Just remember, before this, we lost so much money for saying the word potential. We lost all that money. Which, John, do you have the numbers by any chance of how much everybody lost?
It's in my other room, but I think Jake was the most, and then Brett, then Mike, then me.
All right, so I'm doubling down. I'm gonna bet a $200 bet to get Skoronski, so I'm even for the day. That's how confident I am that they're going with Skoronski.
I think Jake was at least $60 on his own.
Wow.
At least.
Wow.
So Scott's saying he's going with Levis, quarterback.
See, Scott, we can never trust you now because
I know. I don't know.
we
Is
don't
he
know
getting-
if you really saw it before or not. So.
I don't.
Hey Scott, where are you from? First time I'm seeing you out there on the channel, man. Welcome to the channel.
Welcome in,
What
Scott.
channel,
Where are you
channel
from?
are you from? What channel are you following, Scott?
Hopefully all of them.
I'm hoping all. He might
Can
be.
you believe we're an hour in? I can't believe it. Time's flying. Having fun, guys. I don't know about you.
I'm having so much fun, guys. I mean, back starting a little bit because I did a lot of mulching today
What?
around the house. So back
Pissed
starting.
off now because we had a relay throw at home and the catcher tagged him early, got him out, but then he dropped the ball, so he was fucking safe, and now they scored another run. So nice job.
All right, guys. The pick is in. I'm waiting for the commissioner to come out. So
It's gonna be Jalen Carter. My thinking.
Skoronski.
I'm pushing back.
Skoronski.
I mean,
I just don't see how they fit him in when you got Chandler Jones and Crosby. It seems to me it'd be a waste of a
Linebacker.
first pick.
With the seventh pick,
Oh, here we go.
2023 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Tyree Wilson.
Wow.
Oh my God.
What the heck is that?
He's the best linebacker that was available out there. He said defensive end, but he's more of a linebacker type of player.
Wow. Edge player.
He sides
Yeah.
like a defensive end.
Well, that's good. Well, that's good though. I like that pick for them. Edge. They got Crosby and this guy now. If he's good, and then not bad pick.
Well, you
I've
called it.
never heard of him before.
You said defense, so you
Yeah.
called it, Sean. Good pick.
That was smart for them.
Oh my goodness. I better stop betting. I'm gonna lose the house here.
Oh man, can you imagine with Chicago? I mean, everything that they've done now that they're on the board. So, it's gonna be cool to see what they do. I mean, they've had a really big offseason, so we'll see what they do here with the 9th pick. They move back. Maybe there's a player that could be the best player that they could have had at number 1 if not for off the field stuff. Maybe this is a situation where Carter comes off the board.
You know, if I'm being honest here,
Oh no,
I
we
would
got Atlanta on the clock. My bad. I'm looking at it too early.
I would like Atlanta or Chicago to pick Skoronski because if the Eagles get him, that's just highway robbery because they were in the Super Bowl last year and they already have a top 5 O line and they get a top 10 pick. So I would prefer if they don't get a guy like him because I feel like it's just not fair that they're in a top 10 pick. But
I'll tell you what, though, they're pretty solid on
Yeah,
the
they might-
offensive line.
well, who was their left? Because I know Lane Johnson's the right tackle. Who did they re-sign their left tackle or no?
They got Jake Matthews.
At left tackle.
Yeah. And he's solid. He's been rock solid for them for years. First
Or
round.
well, you said he could play guard, right? So they might
Yeah.
not sign Suamalo back, and they might get him. I don't know if they re-signed Suamalo yet, though.
Suomalo played what position?
Remember, he was your guy, Mike. Remember for guard?
I think
Oh,
they
yeah,
did
yeah.
re-sign him.
Aren't you talking? Isn't he from? You talking Philly, right?
Yeah, I'm talking Philly right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they signed him.
Oh, they did. Okay. So I was gonna say I was hoping the Falcons or the Bears pick him, Skoronski, because I don't want Philly to get him.
Yeah.
You guys, I'm going to turn the camera off real quick. I'm just going to grab a quick sip of water and then I'll come back on. But I'll have my mic
That's
on.
not
still.
okay.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
not okay,
How
Scott.
can you leave us?
I'm
Oh,
not
great.
Scott Hansen, guys. Come on. I can't do 7 hours commercial 3. I already did an hour beforehand. So I'm running on now. It's hour 3 for me. Come on. I'm an hour ahead of you.
That's true.
So good question, Scott. Do we see? By the way, Scott, thanks again for joining. He says he knows Jake, and Jake will be on here at some point, probably closer to when the Bills pick. He's over at his brother's. Hopefully, he's got the show on. I haven't seen him even make a comment. So, Jake, shame on you, man. Get out there and make some comments. Let's go. But he'll be joining us. Hopefully, there'll be some other folks joining us. We have a couple guys from Baltimore that do a show on our channel. Hopefully, they'll be jumping out when the Ravens get ready to pick. And we'll see. And if any of you that are out there want to jump on and talk about your team's pick, let us know. We'll get you on right now. No wait. We'll get you in the green room. There's a lot of good food out there. Good chicken wings, pizza.
I don't know where Atlanta goes here.
So he's thinking, do they take Bijan, right? So
don't
looking
know.
at Atlanta, in their backfield right now, they have Tyler I'm going to butcher his name. Algier.
Oh, yeah, he was pretty good.
Yeah. Had a decent year last year. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, where does Bijan go? Where does he go?
I mean, maybe.
So if
but-
I'm guessing here, so I'm already down 400. If I'm gonna stay with a $100 bet here, try to get a little money back. And I'm not gonna pick the player. I'm gonna pick the position. Man,
Maybe corner because they got AJ Terrell was one of the best corners, so they might pick another corner to match him.
I don't think they go offensive line. They're pretty stout there.
Yeah, they might go corner, or I don't know. I can't remember the safety room. Maybe they'll go get Branch, but
They have Grant and Bates the third.
oh, they got
there.
Bates. That's right.
Yeah.
They signed Bates, so
Yeah.
they might not get a safety. But corner wouldn't be a bad pick for them.
Yeah.
Maybe an offensive line. I mean, they don't have the best offensive line, so maybe picking a tackle would be good.
Let me just tell you this: if you were to compare what PFF rates their offensive line to the Bills,
Oh, I'm
this
sure
would
it blows us out of the water.
This is like a platinum offensive line here.
People forget that Josh makes their offensive line better grades than what they actually are. So when you see how bad our scores are, they're getting a curve like in school when everyone gets a failing grade and one person gets 100.
Yeah.
They're getting a curve. So don't just think everything's great.
All right, Scott. I'm gonna say cornerback here. It's my best.
I'll say corner as well.
I just threw another 100 on the table in Vegas. Vegas is loving me, man. They're just taking my money.
That's how
Right
it
now.
goes.
Let's see here. And the Bears, man, the Bears. This is
Bears
just gonna
got-
be.
Another great opportunity as well with their draft because they drafted
yeah.
pretty well last year. They got some good pickups in the offseason.
Yeah, for sure.
The Bears, they're set at linebacker. They're set at safety, I think.
Why they said at linebacker there, sir? They got your favorite player. Is that why?
No, they
Jermaine?
had someone else there too, I think.
Well, they have Edwards.
Yeah, they signed the guy from the Eagles, and then
Yeah, TJ Edwards.
yeah. Edmonds, like I said, he's okay. He'll be good. He'll be better for them than he was for us. I'll say that.
Yeah, I think so. I think it'll be because of the scheme that they run there. I don't know if they're gonna get Fields. Let's see.
I mean,
They got-
Fields got
It's got DJ Moore. I mean,
DJ Moore, the guy from the Steelers, that the TikToker, Claypool, and they got Darnell Mooney, who's a good number 3, and they
Yep.
got Cole Kmet, a good tight end. So they definitely need O-line help for sure.
Guys,
The
who you
Bear-
thinking here?
I think this is where B. John goes. I'm just
I do
going to
too.
say it right now. I think
I'm
the Bears
predicting-
take B. John Robinson.
We're
I'm
still on the
predicting-
Falcons though, Mike.
I know. I'm ahead of that. I already said cornerback for the Falcons. I'm actually looking to the Bears because they're on the.
What
They're
if,
on
what
the.
if the Falcons pick them?
Here's the pick, guys.
Here we go. Here's what I did that.
Jules Marie, what's up?
Hey, Jules. There we go.
By Chris and Shane from Big Brothers Big Sisters of Kansas City. Chris and Shane are a true testament to the power of mentorship. The NFL and its teams work closely with Big Brothers Big Sisters of America as part of our work on social justice through our initiative Inspire Change.
A lot of talking going on there, as you can hear. Big brothers, big sisters love it.
Okay, guys, take it away.
Looks so nervous. Poor little guy. He is nervous. Trying to get him to talk. He's like taking a deep breath. Here we go.
23 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Bijan Robinson.
There it is. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Mike, you're almost right.
I was
Again.
almost right, but oh my gosh.
the word Bijan Robinson is.
Well, thank God. Now we don't have to hear about us picking Bijan Robinson. now,
Yeah,
so
there you
great
go.
pick. That's a great pick for Atlanta.
That is.
Now I think the Bears will go Skoronski or Carter. Not
Oh
because it's
my
telling you it's the
goodness.
best fit, but because that's what I think.
Wow. I don't think that's a shocker at all at 9. I'm sorry, at 8. But man, there's one of the well, that to me is the only running back. There were people that predicted the Bills would be trading up to get Bijan. That's no
Thankfully.
longer an option. So you folks are probably out of the drawing, unfortunately.
For all the running back hopefuls.
Bears have traded the pick to the Eagles.
Whoa, this is getting
Wow.
interesting. Uh-oh. Here's Skoronski. Here you go, Sean.
No.
You were worried about this. Oh my God. Let's go look here. Let's go see what the Eagles are looking like. Oh boy.
Or maybe they'll get
Man, Super
Branch.
Bowl Super Bowl appearance, and they get a ninth
I don't know if they'll
pick
get- I don't-
overall.
I don't know if they'll go Carter though, Scott, because they just drafted Jordan Davis last year. They still have Cox and Hargrave as a tackle too, isn't he?
Let me see here. I'm checking out because I'm questioning whether PFF has this right. So
They wanted a guy who's already in the pick.
good. They're cruising tonight. Cruising.
I swear, if they pick another great offensive alignment, I'm gonna punch myself in the head on live television.
No. All right. So at right guard, they got Cam Jurgens. I'm sorry, right tackle. They got Lane Johnson. And at left tackle, they got Jordan Melata.
They just said the Eagles pick, but I'm not going to say it.
I think you're right, Sean. I
Appreciate it, Brett.
think the guy I talked about did move on from their team. He's not there.
Yeah, so we'll see.
All right. But they're still pretty stacked on the offensive line.
Surprised the NFC did work together.
I mean, they had one of the best defenses in the league last year, one of the best offenses. I mean, so we say that, but right, what did Kansas City do to them? Their
They out
offensive line.
offense then.
Yeah, they out offense. They had a great. I mean, that defense that had put up so many sacks last year, come Super Bowl, the Chiefs have that great offensive line and kept them out of the backfield. They
And-
kept Mahomes clean.
Can you repeat that last sentence, Mike, for the people? The offensive line
The
held the
offensive
best
line.
defense in
Yep.
check,
Yep.
so they won the Super Bowl. But
Yep.
everybody wants to draft a running back or a wide receiver in the first round.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yep. I hear you, dude. I don't know where they're looking here. Honestly, I feel like.
It's got to be Skoronski.
My God, I don't know. They're so good on their offensive line. Defense is pretty good. I'm kind of lost on this one. If I had to guess, whew,
Or Johnston. stack up that wide receiver room even more than it
Yeah,
already is.
maybe.
Imagine
They have
him
good-
as a wide receiver 3.
Yeah. All
Could
right.
be.
That's what I'm gonna say. I'm saying they're gonna go
Crazy.
receiver here.
That'd be insane. They're going to be freaking impossible.
Yeah, exactly. Glad we're not in their conference, right?
Yeah, well, we got 15 other teams.
Although
Well,
we have to play them. We have to play them
Yeah, we
this
do.
year. Wow.
What would you do if your name was Hobie?
Hobie?
Hobie. Hobie. One of our pitchers is named Hobie.
Hobie Wan Kenobi. I don't know. That's what I'd give him a
Interesting.
nickname.
Hobie Harris.
Who do we got?
Don't
in
worry,
here? Who we
Sam.
got?
We're just as cool as Jake.
Jake. Yeah, Jake, I don't know where he is. He's letting us down right now. He should be popping in at least to say hi. He's at his brother's house. Blake, I hope they're at least watching. He'll be on. Sam, he'll be on.
Blake's got to be watching too. He wants another. He's already got an extra entry for Instagram. Doesn't he want
Yeah,
another
yeah.
one for the show?
Yeah, Sam. No, I think he's done with his stags. I think, hopefully, he's had a lot of them, right? Oh man, this is interesting. So I think
We got to make this happen next year. We got to try to get a top 10 pick. I don't care who we trade.
Definitely.
We got to try
I
to get a top 10 pick.
All right, so I'm predicting Philly takes a wide
Johnson.
receiver. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's Johnson. Why not? What's the gentleman's name? I'm gonna have it's the three words in his.
Oh,
JJ,
Jackson.
What is it?
JJ, like, oh my God.
Najigba. I think
Yeah.
that's his last
Najigba,
name.
yeah.
I mean, he's a stud as well. So they have
That's
have
true.
options. They have options there, big time.
They gave up, so the Eagles moved up 1 pick, gave up the 10th pick and the 4th round pick.
They can afford it though.
So they
They
must
can.
want somebody really bad then. What the heck? Who's the guy here?
Let's see.
Then you got to look at the Bears. Who do you think the Bears would have picked? Because that's the guy the Eagles want. So they had to be in the mind of the Chicago Bears.
Unless they're just going to beef up that defense again with the defensive lineman, but I don't know. I don't think so. I
Why
really
does it
would
take
be
us so long?
shocked.
Why does it take us so long for the page to refresh?
There we go. Commissioners coming to the podium.
The 9th pick to the Philadelphia Eagles. With the 9th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Jalen Carter.
Wow.
Oh, nice. Man, I'm
You got-
so wrong. I'm always one off here.
Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis in the middle.
Wow.
Woo. Dang.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, like we said, that's where
Dang, dude.
that's where they got beat.
That's insane.
314, and then Jordan Davis is over. Damn.
Crazy.
And then we're gonna play them with Ryan Bates.
You guys from Georgia. Yeah.
That's gonna work
Hey,
out
don't-
great.
Beats is a top guard. Come on, Sean.
Yeah, he's-
don't be so down on him.
Remember that post I showed you today? That Instagram guy. He said no offensive lineman was in the top 20 of their position on our team. That's sad. That's really bad. Really bad. Not even in the top 20, and there's only 32 people at that position that start.
Wow. Nice pick, Jalen Carter.
Well,
Very
at
nice
least we
pick.
got Spencer Brown. We don't got to worry about nothing really.
So let's take a look at CBS's rankings because you can see they give you a ranking on each of these picks, right? They got a. This is the first guy they're giving an A, and not only an A, they're giving an A plus. So Bryce Young, they say, was a B minus. Stroud was a B. Will Anderson a B minus. Richardson B minus. Paris B. Here we go with Tyree Wilson. They said was an A. Bijan, they're giving the Falcons a D at this spot. Generational talent. I don't know how you can give anyone a D with this type of player. Then Jalen Carter, A plus.
Wonderful. Just what a Super Bowl team needs, a top 10 pick.
Oh boy.
Brandon Beane's a freaking wizard. I'll tell you that. I'm getting more and more weary of number 27. I'm telling you, it's gonna be insane.
I do want to ask you, Sean, did you see the buzz today? I mean, all of a sudden the talks, D Hopkins trade has been talked
Yep.
about now. I feel like for the last month. And then I have my son who's in Buffalo calling me super early in the morning. He forgets I'm on the West Coast. He's like, Dad, are you hearing that this D Hops, the Bills, it's going to go down? And I'm like, I've been hearing that for a month. And if anything was going to happen, I was like, maybe it'll happen tonight
Yeah,
during the
well,
draft.
the buzz was he's either going to go to the Bills or the Chiefs tonight, or
Yeah.
today or tomorrow. So, I mean, at this point, the Chiefs are probably going to win again next year anyway. Might as well let them have them and then save us the money. But it's going to be hard to see how they even do that, because not only do you have to give up picks, and we would always go overboard. I'm like I joked about it earlier. I said the Chiefs would probably trade a 7th round pick for him. We trade 2 firsts, a second, and a 5th round pick for him, and then we'll pay $20 million a year for his salary. But that's the thing. You got to pay his salary, which is a lot, and you got to give up picks. Are we in position to do that? No, we don't have many picks, and we don't have much money. So is it smart for the Bills to do that? No. But if Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott are desperate, which like the Jets were desperate, the Rams were desperate a couple years ago and it worked out for them. But there's teams that show that they're desperate, and they might be, and they might go for it. And then we don't care what happens in 2 years. We got to try to win right this second.
Yeah.
So it's possible. I just don't know how we will do it with our limited money and limited picks. Because this is the most important draft, as I mentioned, and we only have 6 picks. If you give up 2 for D-Hop, then you got 4 picks left, and we have a lot of spots that we need to fill. You got to get a linebacker, you got to get a tackle, you got to get a guard, you got to get a corner maybe in the later rounds. If you don't want to keep Dane Jackson next year, or if you don't trust Elam, which I don't know why they wouldn't, but they didn't give him a chance last year, so I don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah. So what do you think here for the Bears, folks? I mean, Skoronski
Yeah.
would be nice. I mean, he keeps falling, which is shocking me here. But they
I
also
say corner.
They also could
corner,
use corner.
tackle.
Yeah.
I'm saying
Corner,
offensive
tackle.
tackle.
You're saying
I mean,
who?
Offensive tackle. I'm predicting a shocker.
A shocker,
Yeah.
huh?
I'll say tackle because that's their biggest need to fill is
I'm gonna go corner, guys.
I'm predicting a shocking offensive tackle. It's not going to be Peter Skoronski. It's going to be another one.
Tyler Mock,
No.
number 10, baby.
DeJuan Jones. I saw
And-
DeJuan Jones actually moving up the board in recent mocks over the past few days. Remember, he was always falling to us around. He was always there pretty much at 27. And he was falling as far as 30, 31st. And he was actually fell into the second round, early second round. But I think he's been moving up the board a lot. So I wouldn't be surprised if he was taken. That could be your surprise.
Yeah. And yeah, Scott, I get that, but I don't think we're, I just don't think we should be doing that in the spot we're in right now. Where our window is closing now, not because of us, but because other teams are getting so much better, and we can't afford to get better. We have to stay the same and string on to hope with like people like Trent Sherfield. So I don't know if we can just keep trading back and getting picks and trading back the next year to make up for it and things like. I don't know if we could even do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it makes sense for us.
All right, so you guys said offensive tackle for the Bears.
I
I'm
say
going with
Tennessee.
corner, and then Tennessee. Let's start talking about them a little bit.
They would go I think they would go tackle.
Let's see here.
A lot of teams need tackles and nobody's taking them.
I know. Well, that's kind of good for us, I guess. If you
Yeah.
know.
But knowing us, we're not going to pick them. So I thought about if we pick a bad pick, I was going to chug some vodka I have in the freezer.
Oh, we
Because I
got
felt sick
Uh-oh.
on Monday. My
We
stomach-
announced the
wait.
pick. It's Darnell Wright.
Darnell Wright.
Oh
Oh,
my god!
well, you guys were right. Again, I'm wrong.
How do you go
Darnell
so? He went that early. He was a
Wow.
second round projection.
Wow.
Well, I mean, he's been moving up a lot though, Sean. Recently,
Yeah.
if you took a look at a lot of
No,
the
I know,
mocks,
but
he was
it's crazy
shooting up
how it
the boards.
changes.
Yeah, I hear
Yes.
you. I love the description of this type of
Love the
player.
pick, too,
He's
for
a
that.
violent player who fills a major need at right tackle. So there's one of the guys we were interested in. Gone.
The first tackle off the board.
Yeah,
He was my guy too. So it looks like
he was.
for the people that think that I'm crazy and whatever, I think maybe there's some validity to what I say.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so I haven't gotten one position right, I don't think, other than the first pick, which is everyone would gotten that one right. So looking at the Titans here, rough on their offensive line, very rough. Would they go offensive tackle as well?
It's already in.
Is it in already?
Oh,
Yep.
What do you mean? Who said it?
the pick is in. Yeah.
Yep. Already.
Oh, all right. But they haven't.
They're definitely
announced
going.
it.
They're definitely going tackle.
They haven't
they're
announced
definitely
it.
going tackle.
I think they're going to go offensive tackle. Can Skoronski continue to fall? I think this is a great pick for them right now. If they're
I hope he falls. I hope he continues to fall. But if they get him, Darnell Wright and Skoronski, those were amazing picks for these teams because they absolutely need it. Especially get. I can't think. Keep blanking out right now. Get Justin Fields protection because he's an incredible athlete. Obviously, he can run, but he can throw too. But he just never got the chance. But he can run like a freaking animal.
I'm predicting here Christian Gonzalez out of Oregon.
For the Lions or for the Titans?
For the Titans. I'm predicting Christian
Think
Gonzalez.
they'll go corner?
I think they're going corner. That's one
Maybe
area that they struggled with.
Remember how bad the Titans line was last year, though?
It was bad. Don't
yeah,
get me
they're
wrong.
terrible, guys. They're
They did
terrible.
move on from Taylor Lewan. So, I mean, I'm just predicting Christian Gonzalez here just because I think they need to solidify their defense too.
Yeah, they got a lot of holes.
I think their defense is pretty decent. I mean, I'm if they don't go offensive line, I'm going to stop betting tonight because I've been off. But I'm going offensive line here. It's horrible.
Scott, I don't know if the Lions will go Levis. I could see it, but I think they might be happy with. Well, I can't remember names today. I think it's because I'm trying to do 50 things. Help me out, guys. I'm blanking.
Yeah, I got you here.
The Lions quarterback,
Yeah, which I
Jared
really like.
Yeah. Jared
I mean,
Goff.
I think
Slap
Goff
me
was
in the face.
fantastic last year.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine with him. And like I said, Levis, he's my guy. Like, I fully admit it. I said Burrow was going to be the bust of that draft. Obviously, I was wrong, and I, admitted that after it was obviously wrong. But I think Will Levis is the guy this year that won't be what everybody says he is. So I don't think they'll take the chance. But again, I've been wrong before, but I've been right many times too. But I've also been wrong many times.
Can you go down and just real quick? I want to see the run right now that we're on because they're predicting 9:31 that the pick is going to be in. So we're getting close to that 12th pick where we're right on time. So whoever predicted that's pretty good, accurate right now.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
That's
those were guesses.
Those were guesses.
Oh,
supposedly. But
Yeah,
if they planned everything for other commercials and stuff, they might know exactly when things are going down.
they probably did.
But I think they were guesses.
Well,
So yeah, I'm thinking.
I'm saying tackle. It breaks my heart,
You think
but they need it.
Yeah, Tennessee needs a tackle for sure. Tennessee needs any offensive lineman, a guard, a center. I mean, my goodness,
You know who else needs offensive line?
who's that?
Buffalo, the Jets, the Packers, the Patriots, all these teams coming up, especially Buffalo.
Got my little boy coming in. Dad, you want to play this game? I'm like,
Mm.
not for a while, buddy.
Brett, you were right, man. I still can't believe that the Packers gave up. They swapped picks with the Jets and still gave Rodgers. That was
I know.
insane. I would have said because they had all the leverage. Oh, you want him? You're not taking our first round pick. You're giving us yours, so we get 13 and 15, and then you give us 2 more picks and you get Rodgers. But they're like, oh no, we'll give you 50. Whatever.
It's ridiculous. I mean, move up a couple picks. I mean, I don't understand it. And
You know what I think? I think Joe Douglas, he's like a mafia don or some shit because some of the trades that they've had where they just don't make sense. They just always go through. Like they got a second round pick for Elijah Moore, which I don't think. I mean, I think he was a second round pick and didn't live up to that. And somehow they still got a second round pick for him. So
There he
He's got-
is.
he's got
What's up, fellas?
something.
What's up, Jake?
How we doing? How about Darnell Wright? I had to join. Holy smokes, man.
Oh my
I
god!
mean-
dude, that backup's even better than your original backup. Now I like that bar setup behind you.
You know what? This is at my brother's house. Little bit of a panic mode here because I left my charger at home, and then I couldn't find my headphones. We're trying to pair his wireless headphones with my laptop, and it kept connecting to his phone and everyone else's. Mike, what you know about some Talen's hot dogs right there? Look at that. Check that out.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
baby. Nothing better.
Yes, grand slam.
Who do they
Now
get?
we're winning 8-7. Let's go.
No, Sean's talking baseball while
Sammy
we're
B,
doing
'cause
this.
I missed it because Jake was wiggling a hot dog in our face. Dang it, Jake.
Let's
down
go,
7
baby.
We were down 7-3, and now it's 8-7.
They took Joe.
Oh.
Who did they take? Joey
Deion Sanders on the screen right now in the Tennessee Titans uniform.
So Sam's saying, thank God Jake is on. Obviously, the savior of the show, apparently, according to Sam.
Wow.
So-
You know what? It's a lot of praise. It's high praise coming from that man right there. We did meet Taylor Lewan in person.
That's what he said.
He rubbed
Hey
off
guys,
a
the
little
pick
bit
is
of
in right
greatness
now,
on
so
us.
hold on 1 second. Commissioner's up.
Here we go.
With the
I'm going to
11th
say Peter
pick,
Skoronsky.
23 NFL draft, the Tennessee Titans select Peter Skoronsky.
There it is.
Oh, baby. That's a good pick.
Finally, I hit one.
That's a hell of a pick for them. They needed
Well,
that.
Sam, you say thank God Jake is on, but if everyone remembers, Red, White, and Bill's pick for tackle was the first tackle off the board. So
Yep, absolutely.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Paris Johnson, baby.
What'd you think about Bijan going early?
You know, it's crazy. That backfield is loaded. They have Tyler Algier, who just ran for over 1,000 yards this past year as a rookie. Don't forget about that. They just re-upped Cordero Patterson, and now they got Bijan Robinson. I don't know what they're going to do. That's a lot of mouths to feed, but it's extra weapons. And I'll tell you what, Desmond Ritter better be the guy because they are loaded with talent. I mean, you still got Kyle Pitts. You still got, receiver, Drake London, stud. I mean, they are loaded with weapons there. So he has no excuses this year. This better be a breakout season for him. And I know it's a lot of pressure. Scott, what's up, brother? Heck yeah, Scott's been in the chat too. That's phenomenal. I love to see it.
Yeah, Scott's been out there.
Great guy.
Scott was giving us picks 5 minutes earlier than everyone else. He's watching the Bleacher Report, and I guess they give out the picks.
Bleacher Report is probably the fastest in terms of draft coverage. It's unbelievable.
We had to slow him down because he was ruining it for everybody. They're like, "Wait, I watch the TV." But
Yeah, he texted me.
He's
before
been with us the
CJ
whole time.
Stroud.
look what he did already.
What
Hold on
happened?
to your butts. He says
Wow.
for the Lions.
This has got to be JSN. It's got to be.
You think so? For
There's
the,
no
for
way
the
they're not
Lions?
taking JSN here. If they don't, I'll be shocked.
Nobody spoil it.
It's got to
I
be
don't
Jackson
know.
Smith and Jigba. If it's not, I'll be absolutely mortified for them.
We're gonna
They
have
probably
to.
jumped.
We're gonna have to hack Brett and Scott's computer because they're always.
They got a lot of needs though, Jake. They really do. Detroit. I mean,
Wait, is
defensive
this? I'm sorry. So what are we looking at here? Who jumped them? The Lions moved up to 12.
No,
The Lions had it.
they
But they
backed
just
up to
picked-
12.
Okay.
Yeah, the Lions
Okay.
are the Lions pick is in. The Packers.
Never mind that. I thought
Best
I'm
fit.
looking at the Packers. It looked like they jumped
Yeah.
up because I'm like,
Cannot
if it's
believe
not,
Yeah, no, I'm
this
thinking.
makes more sense. Okay.
I'm thinking defensive side here, and man, they could use help.
Christian Gonzalez, I can't believe he's still on the board. I mean, that makes a lot of sense there. They just traded Jeff Okuda to the Falcons. The Falcons are loaded, guys.
What?
Falcons up and coming. I don't know here. I don't know. I know they're saying cornerback. They got 3 cornerbacks best fit for Detroit. I don't think they're going here.
Here we
I
go.
think they're going defensive
Cannot
line.
believe They just grabbed.
Who, the Lions?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh. I
Read
gotta
the
hear
comments,
this.
guys. Read the comments.
I gotta hear this.
Look at the comments, guys.
No, I'm waiting for the announcement.
No. Just look at the comments. Just look at the comments. It's not announced.
Okay.
Brett, I love that.
No. Come on.
I cannot believe that. No.
This is
All right, here we go.
wow. You guys are gonna be
They
holy
just
shit.
announced it. So it's
What? I
Jameer
don't get
Gibbs.
it.
Jameer Gibbs, running back.
Insane. Now, I'll tell you what, you know who's a huge fan of Jameer Gibbs? Big Al. He's back here right now. He wanted the Bills to take him. I am not on the running back train at
Nope.
all. I
Not
mean,
in the
I am
least.
good. We got our backs. This at least gets it out of the way because there's not another running back that's worthy of going in the first round. So I'm good with this. It actually makes our decision easier. And how about all these receivers left on the board, fellas? Come on. This has got to be JSN here for the Packers. This is what I thought.
I don't even think Gibbs will start.
I don't know. You got DeAndre Swift, and then they did get rid of Jamal Williams. So you got to remember that.
And they have David Montgomery, too.
David Montgomery, that's a good point, too. They did sign him in the offseason.
You might have him play.
These loaded backfields, man, there's something to be said about them.
This is insane.
Green
Crazy.
Bay,
Packers will go
see.
wide receiver.
Yeah, they got to go JSN. I mean, if they don't, I'll be
Give
shocked.
Jordan Love some help, baby.
Right? And if it's not JSN, I mean, maybe you're thinking, I hope it's not Zay Flowers. I'm begging it's not Zay.
Well, let's talk about this move, too. They got the 13th from the trade with Rodgers. So they were initially 15th, and the Jets were 13th, and they just swapped that pick, which I think the Jets got the bigger, the better end of this deal. Still getting a first-round pick. When we did our show last week, the Summit show, I mean, the Jets representative was thinking they were going to have to give up their first rounder, and there's 2 second-rounders this year. Not even the case, not even close.
And that's why I'm saying Joe Douglas has his hand in something with these other owners, because there's no way in how the Packers should have gave up anything besides Rodgers.
Yeah.
It should have just been Rodgers, and then you give me picks. That's it. Because you want them. You're the one that wants them. So,
Next year they're going to give up, Jordan Love for a 7th-round pick to the Packers. So,
Jets are going to pay $60 million for Rodgers and then not make the playoffs.
Did you see how much Aaron Rodgers is getting this year?
Yeah, what is it, 102 million?
$105 million.
$5 million?
Holy crap.
Yeah, that they're giving him this year in a signing bonus. And then next year his salary is going to be $105 million. So they're going all in this year to get a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I would say so.
I'm not even saying good luck because we're better than them. I'm just saying, like, you got to beat the Chiefs, you got to beat the Bengals, you got to beat us, you got to beat the Chargers, you got to beat the Jaguars. There's so many teams you got to beat in the AFC. The Dolphins. It's not that easy. If you were in the NFC, then that's different. But
yeah, the NFC is wide open right now.
Yeah, basically the NFC East is the best teams there.
So Scott,
how about the Eagles' defensive line?
Crazy.
Yeah. I was going to answer Scott's question. He brought up a good question there. Someone posted it. So, Scott, why does DeAndre Swift, I think you're saying, is the running back for Detroit, need Gibbs? In my opinion, he's never had the full load back there, and he's also been injury prone a lot. The guy gets injured. He's been on my fantasy teams for the past couple of years, has let me down big time. So between injuries, I think that's the main reason. They got to have a solid back there to kind of complement him. That's my thought.
I'd say they go wide receiver here. I don't know who, but wide receiver.
Yeah, they have to go. They have to go. Like, I fully agree with Jake. They have to go wide receiver here. I've been wrong, though, on most of the picks. I've only gotten 2 right.
So do you guys want to look at the compensation for Rodgers?
Yeah, tell us about it.
So let's go over that real quick. I'm going to grab it real fast because it is incredibly bad what they gave up. I mean,
Mike, the guesses got basically every pick wrong in that mock draft.
Oh, I know. Well, they got the first one right? That was pretty much it.
There was a lot of trades too, so you can't really.
Yeah.
You can't foresee that.
Well, let's just say this: 13th. Ooh.
Well, I hope the Patriots don't get JSN.
Yeah, I'm hoping they don't take Zay Flowers or JSN. That would be just an absolute.
Jake, they're going to break your heart, man.
I know. I'm prepared for it.
Well, I'd rather have Green Bay get them than the Patriots or the Jets. So
yeah, I would too. That's a good point, Sean. Absolutely.
So let's go JSN here.
Yep.
So the Green Bay Packers received the 13th pick, the 42nd pick, and the 207th pick, in addition to a second-round pick that could go up to a first-round pick if Rodgers plays 65% of the snaps.
Yeah.
Packers get the 15th pick and the 170th pick.
Somebody chiming in with their phone again.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this off of here.
Jake, I gotta say, I kind of agree with Brett. That room looks great. The lighting's great.
I know.
You sound great. I don't know. The sound in there is fantastic. Come on.
Listen, I'll be in a new man cave sooner than later here, guys. Don't you worry.
All right.
My wife did say I got to prioritize other rooms first, though. We got to get the baby room up and going, and every other room first. But I said, listen, it's not going to be far behind because we got a fan base to please now. So this is it's important.
Yeah.
But it is really nice. I mean, he's got a hell of a man cave here, guys. I can kind of show you. I'll take the camera here and just point it.
Is that downstairs in the basement too?
This is downstairs. Yep. So
Wow.
we're looking at. He's got a TV over here. It's not
Oh
connected.
my gosh.
But
That's beautiful, man.
yeah, it's nice. He's got a.
Where's
really
he
good
at?
setup.
Where's Blake? Where's Blake at?
He's in Hamburg.
Oh.
He's right behind me. He's right behind
Oh,
me.
okay.
Like physically,
in
where is he at?
Yeah, physically where he's at. That's what I was saying.
In the 2023 NFL Draft,
I'll
Here
get
we
him
go.
over here.
the Green Bay Packers select Lucas Van Ness.
Lucas
Wow.
Van Ness.
What? Get the frig out of here!
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
There
Wow.
he is. Edge
Well,
from
there you go.
Iowa.
There's your
On the
kid.
board for the Patriots still. Oh my goodness.
That is
That's
bananas.
insane.
There's your
God,
kid,
I love that, man.
You
Love that.
know damn well that Bill Belichick is chomping at the bits to get Christian Gonzalez right now.
I mean,
Wow.
he'd be crazy if he doesn't.
The Packers, even with A-Rod gone, refused to take a receiver in the first
Yeah,
round.
that's nuts.
Wow.
Crazy, man.
or any offensive weapon.
Or
any-
yeah, for that
anybody
matter.
offense.
That is wow. I'm dumbfounded at that.
I'm befuddled.
It's a good pick. He's a good player, but based on need, which I'm a big need guy. You take the guy that you need, not the best available, because it doesn't always work.
I feel bad for Jordan Love, man.
I do too. That's a wow. That's
He had to sit behind. He had to sit behind some drug addict for 3 years, and then now he gets a chance, and now you don't even get to
ayahuasca.
Yeah.
Well, why do you think Rodgers was always so pissed off at the organization, right?
Yeah,
Remember-
I guess I could see why. I mean,
Yeah.
again, it's a good pick. It is probably when you're looking at best available players, he's right up there in top 5 left. I think he's a monster. He's an absolute freak of a man. But when you need a receiver and you have a young quarterback and you have weapons out there that are available, basically your pick of the litter, I don't get it, man. I just don't understand that one bit. And I mean, they don't need a running back. You have Aaron Jones. You have A.J. Dillon. So the logical thing is to take either a tight end or a receiver, and they just refuse to do it.
Can you imagine if they would have? And the reaction that would have been is pretty much an FU to Aaron Rodgers saying we're going to get a wide receiver now because we're gone just because nobody's going to talk about it.
Right? Yeah, basically.
All right,
Pretty
I'm
much
gonna say it before it comes out. I think they're gonna go offensive tackle. Actually, I do not think they're gonna go receiver. I think they're gonna take.
Oh, Mike.
I think they're gonna take an offensive tackle. Guys.
Who do you like here? Anton Harrison, Mike?
DeJuan Jones.
DeJuan Jones.
Imagine the Jets.
I predicted
get
that too.
Wilson,
I can see
they
it.
Get JSN. Oh man, this is gonna piss me off.
Steelers.
Ooh, a little
What just-
trade.
What just happened here?
Steelers
Yes.
traded up.
Okay, Steelers can pick JSN. Thank
Uh,
you. They're gonna get him.
I think they're going to grab. Joey Porter Jr.
No,
here.
Wouldn't that be something? Like
Can't
father,
let
like
Jets
son?
get another
Like
offensive
father,
lineman.
like son. Yeah,
That'd be kind of cool.
I really like that. I think it's going to be Joey Porter Jr.
It wouldn't be a bad pick.
Also, a
And-
smart move by the Patriots, though, because they're not going to be competing this year. So to get more picks is also really good for them.
So did they move completely out of the first? It looks like they did. Wow.
Yeah. Classic New England right there.
Wow.
They probably picked
Wow.
up 2
Hey.
second-round picks or, a
Yeah.
second and a third.
You think they're go? You think
Oh,
they're
no,
sticking
no,
on
New
the
England's at
defensive side?
17. They swapped
I do.
with Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
they just moved back. I
Oh
was
yeah.
gonna say,
Okay.
no
They
way
just
did
went
they
down.
just-
They just went down
yeah.
a few. All right.
They
I didn't.
took
I didn't
themselves
see them
out.
at first.
This
I
is-
don't know.
I love the Joey Porter pick here just because he was an absolute monster in Pittsburgh, and it would just be kind of cool. Bloodlines playing for the same franchise, so I'm hoping it's Joey Porter Jr. here. A corner is very logical. I mean, you even look at like best available guys. You're looking at Christian Gonzalez. He's probably right on top of the board, but Joey Porter just because of family namesake. Let's hope it's him.
Yeah, I like that pick. I mean, they got Pickens, who they drafted last year at wide receiver. I was thinking maybe they go wide receiver, but they got some pretty good talent. They picked up Allen Robinson.
Yeah, they got Deontay Johnson still too, who's an absolute dog. I mean, he had a little bit of a down year last year, but and
Yep.
then I know Scott mentioned tight end, but they still got Patty French fries there. I mean,
Yeah, Patty Fryermuth. Yep.
yep.
Still not shouldn't be a bad idea to add another receiver though. You got a young quarterback.
Yeah, you can never have enough weapons. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
I think their defense is already better off than their offense. So
Yeah,
maybe corner, but with JSN still there at 14, I think
I know.
Trade
You
him
got to
up
have a
for a reason.
conversation. Yeah, I agree. I
'cause
agree.
the Jets don't need a corner, the Patriots don't need a corner. So why would they trade? Or maybe the Patriots would have took a corner. I don't know, but they traded up for a reason.
I mean, they have Witherspoon,
Yeah.
who had a really down year last year. So, I mean, maybe corner. They could use interior on the defensive line, but I don't think anyone's going to go there quite yet.
Remember, they got
Scott-
Levi Wallace too.
Now I can't trust Scott now because now I think that's the pick because he
They have
said I agree
Levi,
with
but he's
that.
not a starter.
I know it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. So here's where they. So you remember you were asking me about Samalo,
Yep.
Sean?
Yep.
Yeah. So the Steelers got him.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
That's good for them.
Yeah. So he's starting at left guard now.
That's a great Steelers signing.
Yep. They could use an offensive tackle as well. They got that nice running back Harris. They could use some help on that. DeJuan Jones would be a beast here. You want to run Harris all day? Give Pickett some time. Set up the throw with the run. I wouldn't mind the big offensive tackle here.
Yeah.
If there is great tackles on the board at 27 and we don't pick one, I have no idea what I'm going to do, but something's going to happen. And
Oh boy.
I'm
know
gonna
what
guess.
it's gonna
I'm gonna guess offensive tackle here. You still got Broderick Jones on the board too, guys. Remember that.
Yeah, that's true.
That would be
So-
a really good
I'm
pick
surprised
for them.
he's
I
moved
think
down this
Broderick
far.
Jones makes that a lot of sense here as well. I would say either him or Joey Porter Jr. But I'm surprised he hasn't already gone.
They've already announced it. I didn't hear it, but it was Broderick Jones.
Wow, that's a good
There we
pick.
go. Called
That's
it.
a good pick.
Oh, and you
Yeah.
know it's coming. You know it's coming.
Well, here's the Jets. I was hoping that Dom could join us for his pick here. I think they're going offensive tackle for sure here.
They'll go tackle or receiver, but
Anton Harrison maybe,
Yeah.
or you go JSN.
Well,
The
they
thing
get-
is,
they're in the great position for anything.
yeah, they really are.
Oh my god.
Tight end would be interesting for them. Dalton Kincaid, Michael Mayer might be a little early, but I could see that as well. The Jets have notoriously just neglected the tight end position for years. I mean, they do have CJ Uzama, but the last time they took a tight end in the first round, it was actually a success. They had Dustin Keller, who unfortunately blew out every ligament possible in his knee, but he was really good for them. And I think you add an element when you bring a tight end in like that, someone that Aaron Rodgers can dump the ball off to. Nice little safe blanket.
Scott, you can't wish players that we want to other teams, especially rivals.
Yeah,
I'm
agree.
going to predict they're going offensive line. They've got to give Rodgers some time. That offensive line has been horrendous,
Yeah,
and
I agree.
I think they go Harrison, DeJuan Jones. There's still so many good tackles right now. At least 2 or 3 that they could go with.
Interesting though, because I was almost positive they're going to put AVT at tackle, and then also Mekhi Becton's still a tackle. So I don't know if they'd go Anton Harrison because he's not going to play
Right.
guard, and
Yeah.
unless they want AVT to go back to guard, and maybe I don't know, but AVT could, I mean, he's so good he could play all the positions on the line.
they got
and be-
Dwayne Brown too.
and he could be excellent, at them. But Makai's going to be back, and I don't know if he's going to play left or right tackle. But if they want to keep AVT at right tackle, they're not
Yeah.
going to pick a tackle here, but they might move him to guard if they feel like they need Harrison at right tackle.
Yeah,
How about
but
Osiris Torrance? Maybe that'd be
maybe.
interesting.
That would
It'd
be.
be awesome if they picked somebody that wasn't good too. I mean,
I know. Yeah, we don't want
I'm
this.
all for
We shouldn't be giving them ideas. They might be listening in.
I'm all for that to pick somebody that's not going to be good.
So the only thing with Becton, he's been so injured. They got to get somebody to just in case, right? This is kind of he's only played like 1 game in his last 2 years. He was their first round pick a few years back. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm saying they're going offensive line at some, whether it's guard or tackle. That's what I'm
I'm
going
a
to
big
go. with.
Mekhi Becton fan.
Are you?
Oh yeah.
Why is that,
Big-
sir?
Why is that? Because in his rookie year, when everybody thought they were tanking, people were like talking shit to him, like, you guys shouldn't want to win, blah blah blah. And he let everybody know, like, this game isn't about this and that, like, trying to lose on purpose and get better picks. It's about playing hard for the team around you. Like, I'm summarizing, but he basically said that's foolish.
Torrance.
Worry about winning.
Blake says Osiris Torrance, guys.
I don't know
Come
any
on,
other.
Blake.
This is our medical correspondence guy.
All right, yes, definitely
Dang
looking
it.
forward to having Blake on the show this season, actually.
We just signed him to a big deal. What do we got? 3 years, 37 million around there. something
Yeah,
like that?
big money. Congratulations, Blake. When's the wedding day for Blake?
June 3rd.
June
You
3rd.
guys
all
twins,
right.
Jake?
Are you twins, Jake? No, they're not twins.
No,
are they?
no, we're not twins. No. We got about 3.5 years between us.
Who's the older?
I am.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Crazy. People do say we sound the same when we talk.
Yeah, I was gonna say you sound exactly the same, and
Yeah.
you kind of look the same. So I thought maybe you were twins.
Yep.
Oh, this is killing me. Hurry the frig up.
I know. Jets, of course, taking their good old time here.
I could see them going with
That ass Joe Douglas is sitting there
Osiris.
like,
Well, I'm going to
I
say
think
tackle.
Osiris makes a lot of sense here. I really do.
How about Will Levis?
I like
Wouldn't
that
be-
actually. I
I
really
mean,
like that.
Zach Wilson would be so messed in the head if they took Will Levis. Could you imagine? He wouldn't know where he stood. He'd be traded probably tomorrow, realistically, if that happened.
He could be
I
a
mean,
future Bills backup.
Looking at Mel's big board, I mean, there's Christian Gonzalez, Nolan Smith, Zay Flowers, Jackson
Surprised
Smith.
how far Nolan Smith's dropped.
Yeah.
Maybe New England's gonna wait back for him, or Washington. I can see Washington or New England getting him.
Yep.
So I'm going to say I think Harrison would be the best fit. He can be a swing tackle, guys. I know he played left tackle, but a lot of the experts are saying he could be a nice swing tackle. And with their problems at tackle, I think that's the best pick for them right now.
Yeah, I can see that.
We'll see.
Definitely.
Scott, I really get your point there. He's not an Aaron Cromer type guy, but like the guys we have stink. They're Aaron Cromer guys and they stink. So I'd be willing. I don't care, man. I'm so desperate for offensive line, man. That's ridiculous. For guard, right
Let's
guard,
talk
right
about
tackle.
this. So if the Bills were to trade up, because a lot of people are saying they're going to trade up to get a wide receiver, where do you think they do it? I mean, right now, there's still your favorite receivers out there, Jake, Zay Flowers,
Yeah.
Najigba, I always say his name wrong. He's still out there. And there's like top 3 receivers are still on the board right now.
It is crazy. It's interesting. You hear more and more about how the only first round grade was actually on JSN, and everyone else was kind of wrote off as either a second or third rounder and just lumped all together. So I'm wondering if this is really speaking true to it, or if teams are just deciding, hey, maybe we'll sit back and wait for these other teams to pick other positions, and then we'll slide in and make a move when we need to.
They're taking forever.
This was taking a little longer.
So, Jake,
they-
you believe that Brandon Bean rhetoric that there's only like 2 good first round picks in the whole draft, and then
I don't
everyone
know.
else is trash?
No, I don't totally agree with that. Obviously, some years are better than others, but no, I would say out of the first round, out of those 32, well, in this case, 31 picks, I'm going to say about a third of those picks go on to have, quote unquote, successful NFL careers.
So, Jake, let me ask you this because I asked the other guys this before because
Yeah.
nobody answered my message this afternoon. Brandon Bean always says there's only a certain amount of first round picks, but how come every year whoever picked after him, those first round picks can compete and produce in every year that they play for the other teams, but he
Yeah.
always picks someone that doesn't produce. So is he just an idiot, or is it like Brett said, it's a smoke screen to get people to not think, oh, this is what I'm really thinking? Because it doesn't make sense that the Chiefs and everyone else that pick after him in the first round get people that are starters and are excellent, but then we
Right.
don't pick anybody that's a starter in the first round and they're never excellent. So what's your opinion on that then?
I would say, boy, I don't even know.
I
It
told
is-
Brett, I said, I hope you're right that he's just using it as a smokescreen, because if he doesn't, then there's a big friggin' problem.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only logical answer, right? I mean, if it's not a smokescreen, then he needs to get the hell out. We need to get a new GM. Because, man, that's just,
Pick us
that's
in,
just
guys.
terrible.
That's interesting. I just found it interesting because all the
Yeah,
picks after our
you're not
picks are
wrong.
always good. So,
Yeah, I don't know what's taking
about
them so
Sammy
long.
V coming in hot
they've
with this
used,
comment?
they've used all 10 minutes of their time. What's taking these guys so long to announce the
Sammy,
Jets
that's
pick?
the best comment of the night.
What'd
That's
he
the
say?
second best comment of the night.
What'd he say? Oh,
The last two comments he said were the top tier.
got it.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
That must be really delayed or something. Because I haven't even seen him walk to the podium yet.
He hasn't walked to the podium. It's Todd Mache.
Oh no.
No.
Scott spoiled it again, said holy moly, so something crazy happened.
Uh-oh.
No,
Is it-
baby.
Well, I'm saying offensive tackle here. We'll see. They need something on the offense line. I think they're crazy if they don't.
Pick Will Levis, please.
Wow.
No.
Please.
Well,
You
Well,
never
they-
know what you never know if you're going to get more than a year out of Rodgers. So maybe.
Yeah.
will they not?
But Rodgers isn't. He's not really that guy you want in front of a young quarterback. He's never been that type of guy, right? At least how he presents it, or
Right.
how I've heard.
All right, guys, here we go.
All right, here we go. Turn it up.
Kyle Stickles is a 13-year-old recovering from bone cancer, and he's a Make-A-Wish kid.
Here we go.
His wish was to announce the
Can you guys hear that pretty good?
Oh yeah.
By the way, that stage is amazing that they got set up there in Kansas City for the draft.
Many days for fans of this franchise, and here comes the commissioner on his
Oh, let's see.
to announce the pick.
Uh-oh. Got a youngster out there. Who's he from?
From
guy
Make-A-Wish.
Proud to be part of the global
This guy
community
isn't shy at all.
changing wishes with Make-A-Wish brand.
Love it.
With World Wish Day only a couple days away, I'm joined by Kyle Stickles, a Make-A-Wish kid who battled and overcame bone cancer.
Wow.
Let's go.
That's awesome, though.
I love it.
What a cool moment, man.
Yeah.
Wish to announce the first round pick of his favorite team, the New York Jets.
All right.
I'd like all of you
He's fired up.
bring on Kyle as his wish comes true. The floor is yours, Kyle.
Come on, make us happy here, kid.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, Mr. DeBell.
Nice.
I'd like to thank the NFL, the New York Jets, and the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Northeastern New York for giving me this opportunity tonight.
Awesome.
They're going to tell him to hurry up.
This kid's
and take-
electric.
Yeah.
We need to get him on the show,
I know.
With
even
the
though he's a
pick
Jets fan.
in the 2023 NFL Draft, the New York Jets. Jets.
Wow.
Select Will McDonald.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Interesting
Thank
pick.
God.
Interesting pick.
Will
Wow.
McDonald. Do you know something about him, Jake?
Late first round talent, great on him. Kid out of Iowa State. I mean, he's not a bad pick. I'm just kind of surprised he went here.
Why would he go above Jack? Isn't Jack from the same school?
He doesn't play edge though.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
this
okay.
guy's more of your typical.
He's an edge.
defensive
Gotcha.
end.
All
Yeah,
right.
edge
He's
guy.
like he's a Von Miller, Mike. So like he's
Yeah.
a linebacker, but
Gotcha.
never plays
Yeah.
linebacker snap. in
Well,
his
I
life.
can tell you this: the defense is just getting better and better.
Whoa.
The fact that they didn't improve the offensive line, little perplexed. Whether you go guard or
Hey,
tackle, I don't
they
get that.
They didn't get JSN or a good tackle.
That's
so
hey, great for
You
us.
can-
That's
You
a
can-
Robert Saleh pick all the way, Jake. He
can already
wants
do
to.
that.
He's a defensive guy.
yeah.
He wants that defense to be like stellar, which they already are.
Oh, for sure, for
the
sure.
Lightning beat the Maple Leafs, Brett. There you go.
Wow. What was the final score? Do you know?
4-2.
That's great news too. Love
great.
I love
We
hearing
got
that.
hockey coverage. We got basketball coverage.
You
We got
know,
all kinds.
it's funny because of
Baseball.
suffering from all my teams, even though I got a couple championships in my fandom. One thing I want to keep going is the Maple Leafs not making it out of the first round,
That'd
and the Lightning almost blew it because they were down 3-1, and luckily the Lightning won today. But
Well, look at the last two games for the Lightning. I mean, they should have won. The game on Monday night. They should have won that one easily.
yeah, they were up 4-1, and they friggin'
They
blew
were
that.
losing overtime too, in a game that they should have won with. They had 5 minutes left in the game. They're up a goal. All they have to do is just stop them, and they can't do that. So I'm a little upset with Vasilevsky. I think he redeemed himself a little bit, but I'm disappointed with him because
I was in Canada for the overtime game on Saturday, Brett. It was wild, man. All the Leafs fans were losing their minds.
What do you think Washington's taking here, guys?
I'd like them to take a quarterback, honestly. Although
Really?
Sam Howell might be the guy. Could be Will Levis, but corner makes a lot of sense here. I could see Joey Porter. I could see Christian Gonzalez, which I'm shocked he's still on the board. Would make a lot of sense to go corner here. Or you take the hometown kid, Deontay Banks.
I'm thinking Emmanuel Forbes.
Emmanuel Forbes, that would be a good pick too. Mississippi State.
He's somebody that has kind of shot up the boards a little bit. I think they're going to take.
Yeah, he's exceptional. I agree.
I'm surprised the amount of cornerbacks that are still available, though. It surprises me a little. And New England's going to be on the clock right now, so hopefully if they go wide receiver, I mean, they're going to get one of the best in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely are. They're just messing with us. They're dropping back as close as they can to us, and Jake's going to be holding out hope that Zay Flowers is there.
Man, can you imagine if they take DeJuan Jones?
They might.
They very well might. I mean, Mike called it earlier. They might.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with that for them. I'm going to stick with that.
I'm going to double down with you, Mike.
It's looking good, though, right now, guys. I mean, at least, you talk about the top receiver prospects. JSN's still somehow available.
Yep.
You got Zay Flowers. You got Quentin Johnston. You got Jordan Addison, who we didn't talk much about.
No, I know.
We should have talked more about him.
From USC, right?
Yeah, a lot of love, too, lately for this kid out of UNC, Josh Downs, who I do like. I've watched a lot of tape on him over the last week, and he's basically a more explosive Cole Beasley. However, where I do disagree is why would you take another slot guy when we just signed Trent Sherfield and Deontay Hardy? So I am all for taking a guy on the outside that's going to play on the outside predominantly.
I completely agree with you. I mean, I think it's something that we definitely need to do is grab somebody on the outside, especially with Gabe Davis being, he's in a contract year. He might not re-sign, or if he does, it's going to be for $15 or $20 million.
Which is absolutely bananas. I would never pay him that much money. I love Gabe. I'm a big Gabe guy.
Well, if he starts touching the ball, then we can talk about getting your money. But if you have a 50% drop rate next year, you can take a walk.
Sammy, I love it. He's drinking his vino. We had a little bit of vino. Had a little bit of that vino not too long ago. Drank a ton of that vino while on our bus, and also while we were at my brother's stag. Finished an entire bag of it. It was fantastic.
Why won't my Hulu work right now?
Blakers, they're chanting your name over here.
Something's wrong with the TV.
Is Blake going to make a special appearance on the show?
You missed him, Brad. He already did.
Oh, he did? I didn't see him.
It was like 2 seconds. He's over on the couch.
I had
got
my
Ian here, my dad here. We're all sitting over on the couch over there. I'll show you. I don't know if you guys can see or not, but let's see.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
There they are.
What is that? A couch?
Yeah, that's a sectional couch over there. Yeah.
That looks
nice,
cool,
man.
Oh, it's nice. It's a nice setup. I'll be right back, fellas. I'm gonna go grab myself a beer.
Oh,
you don't have a dog to grab yourself a train to get you a beer yet?
They got to get one of those here. I got one at home, but
you need Shiloh. I mean, I can get the dog cam going right now.
That's what we need. That's what we need. Yeah. I'll be right back.
All right, no worries, guys. I'm gonna actually head off for just a second too, because my camera, for some reason, and my microphone are not hooked up, so I'm gonna do the same thing.
Sure, I'll just be alone.
Actually, I'm gonna wait until after the pick, and then.
No, that's okay if you got to go do what you got to do.
No, I can do it after the pick and then come back on. Bye, guys.
With the 16th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Emmanuel Forbes, defensive back,
Wow.
Mississippi State.
Who?
Emmanuel Forbes.
For the football now, this consensus all
Whoever that is.
He's a cornerback from Mississippi State. I actually did a little research on him. I'm going to pull him up real quick.
Ooh, 160. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he's pretty small, but I mean he's got elite talent.
That's a great pick for them.
Yeah, I'm
He's 160, dude. That's like a ninth grader.
6'1", 161 overall.
Don't
You know what
plan on-
though? He's very physical for his size, and I love the comparison. They compare him to Samari Roll. I don't know if you guys remember him. Played for the Titans and the Ravens back in the day. Absolute dog.
They're actually right now they're comparing him for pro comparisons is Trayvon Diggs. He's just a guy
I like that
goes
comparison.
after the ball. I mean,
Yeah.
Even though
160
he
though,
has-
Jay. Come on, man. You got to put on some pounds.
I know you don't love that, Mike. You don't love that.
160. How you gonna do some run support, man? Come on.
We're
You're gonna
getting
get
close
injured.
to us, guys. And
So let me say one thing about this pick, though, just because it's something that's
fellas.
important. He had an NCAA record for amount of pick sixes that he had in his career. 6 pick sixes in his career, 14 interceptions in his career at Mississippi State.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He allows a 20% completion rate, which is kind of, which was the lowest among FBS corners. So, I mean, I really like that. I think this is a good pick for them.
Scott,
It is.
remember, you can't wish players that we want to other teams, especially division rivals. That's the second time you did that now.
I could see it here, though. I
Yep.
think it makes a lot of sense.
I do too.
And you took Cole Strange, a 6th round pick in the 1st round last year, so I don't see why they wouldn't take Jones here.
Yeah. I mean, they would have 2 of the biggest offensive linemen in football, and Trent Brown and then DeJuan Jones.
I mean,
Oh, no.
they're a
Still.
run first team. So let's see. Turn up that volume there, Brett.
There we go.
With the 17th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Christian Gonzalez.
Okay, that's a good pick, too.
all
Yeah,
right.
that's actually pretty solid. I like that for them.
Yep.
Here comes the run on cornerback, so we might see another one come
Yeah.
off the board, and Joey Porter Jr.
I could see it right here.
The
Yeah, it makes a
Lions-
lot of
The
sense.
Lions might get a tackle, though, because they're fine with Sewell, but they might want to get a left tackle.
They lost Riley Reef, so that makes sense there.
Yeah, it does.
Tampa Bay needs everything.
Yeah, they do.
So Seattle doesn't need tackles. Tampa Bay needs everything. Baltimore may not need a tackle. Chargers don't need a tackle. Can you scroll down a little bit, Mike? The Vikings probably do. The Jags don't. I think they just signed somebody. The Giants might, and then Dallas doesn't. So we have a good chance,
I think we'll have a shot at one of them, which is huge.
and that'll be our only shot. You got to take it, or who knows?
Are you talking the
But
offensive
maybe
tackle?
Jacksonville might. Jacksonville might. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we have a great path here because the Chargers got their franchise left tackle. I don't know who they got at right tackle. Seattle drafted 2 tackles last year that started. Minnesota, I think they might,
Safe.
and then the Giants may. So we still have a shot. We got a good chance.
Let's see here. Uh-oh. Somebody made a call. Who's making that call? I heard someone in the background predicting who.
Oh, my dad probably heard him.
Yeah.
How is Big Al doing?
He's doing great. He's sitting in the
Another
chair
hour
over there.
like
He's
that?
having a hell of a time.
Is he drinking beer yet?
Oh yeah, he's drinking a blue.
Good.
We're a whole
Good.
30 rack of blues here, so we're
Oh,
gonna
jeez.
we're firing tonight a little
Let's
bit.
see. Who did Detroit take with that first pick? They took a running back.
I'm going to drink battery acid if we don't pick a tackle.
So I'm,
So what, do you,
I'm
what are you
glad
guys
now-
thinking here? What are you guys thinking here? I'm thinking tight end for these guys.
I'm just so glad
Ooh,
that
Michael Meyer, that'd be good for them.
That would be actually a really good pick.
that.
You got to find a replacement for T.J. Hawkinson.
Yeah, I'd like
I mean,
that.
listen, no disrespect to Brock Wright or Shane Zylstra, big Brandon Zylstra guy from back in the day, but I don't think those guys are the answer at tight end. Although they caught touchdowns every week.
Let's see here. Yeah, so I'm saying tight end for them, and then wow,
tight end
I'll tell
would
you,
make
I'll tell you
sense.
what, guys. Man, I don't know unless there's another run, but I'm not gonna jinx it. I'm not gonna say anything.
I'm getting discouraged.
At any point in time, around the 20th pick, I could see the Bills start moving up if they really want a guy. We could see that. I don't think they'll go earlier than the 20th or 21st pick before they would decide to move up. but we'll see.
Well, according to the Wizard, there's only a half of a first round pick in the first 32 picks, so he might be off the board already.
Hey, I'm calling Jack Campbell. Where you at, Jack? Let's
Brian
go.
Urlacher 2.0, Mike.
Brian
right?
Urlacher. Oh, yes.
Don't ask Buffalo Fanatics that one. They'll say he's the worst linebacker in the draft.
Yeah,
Crazy,
whatever.
man.
We're not going to take him. You know that. And where he's going to be a stud wherever he goes. And then we'll be able to get on Buffalo Fanatics
I think
live show and talk
Baltimore's
about
going to
it.
pick him.
Do you think so?
Mm-hmm.
Would be interesting.
They're going to say we got enough for Lamar. We paid $20 million for Odell, so now let's fix.
Yeah,
get
that's
even
it.
more defense.
We're good. Yeah.
Still
Mark
don't
Andrews
know,
and Odell.
still
Well,
don't
they have
know if
Roquan.
Lamar's going to stay there.
No, he just signed a contract, Mike.
Oh, did that go down today?
Yeah, highest paid in history.
Oh,
Yeah.
I missed it. What was the deals? What was the terms on that?
5 years, 260, 185 guaranteed.
Wow.
Yeah.
But they said but everyone was saying that the world is against Lamar, though. So I'm confused as to how he got the highest contract.
Crazy, man.
I mean, he did.
Good
look,
for him.
Last year, like my son's a fan of his, and last year, I know he had some ankle injuries, but they were like a game away from making the playoffs. And he just wasn't willing to risk it. He's like, nope, I'm waiting for
Yeah,
someone to get
can't
paid.
blame him.
I can't blame him. I can't blame him.
Don't either.
I don't like
Josh
it.
Allen contract is
but I
looking
can't
more and more
blame
like
him.
a steal.
It is.
yeah.
Let me ask you guys this: with these, if Josh has another fantastic year, do you think they're going to have to go back to the board and get him more money?
In a few
No.
years, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
every
we're
time,
set
yeah.
for right now, guys. I mean,
Yeah.
he's locked in, and he's,
What
still,
are we
it's not
doing,
like he's
but-
making bad money, but
No.
Are we in year 2 or year 3 of that deal now? I think it's
this
year
is year 3.
Scott Bergeron's a second round pick, so I don't know where Joe Marino got his info from, but
He's a great pass blocker, though. He really is.
there's plenty of first round tackles, and 3 of them already went. But definitely
Yeah.
Bergeron will probably bleed into the second round, and I mean, he should be there at 27. There should be
Yeah.
a couple other good tackles at 27 too.
Yeah, right now. Still got DeJuan Jones on the board. Still
Anton
got
Harrison still on the board.
Harrison.
Nolan Smith available.
I can't believe Nolan Smith's still on the board.
Yeah. Kalijah Cansey's too. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, that would be a nice pick, too.
I'd be okay with it. Like
I would, too. I would actually be okay with that as well. Then I think you got to decide what you're going to do with Eddie Oliver.
Yeah.
No, let's leave it Oliver alone. Let's leave
Just
him
leave him.
alone.
Let me
Ian
ask
Beef
you guys
just
a
add to
question. I want to ask you guys a question real quick. How many defensive linemen have their contract past the 2024 season with the Buffalo Bills next year?
One.
Yeah,
is
I
it?
think it's one, right?
Who is it?
Rousseau.
Greg
No,
Rousseau. No?
no, it's only Von Miller.
Get out of here.
Only
didn't-
Von Miller.
Rousseau's it's going to be his third year.
Past the 2024 season, I'm saying 2025.
Yeah,
So not this year, the following year.
Oh, past 20. Well, you
Yeah.
can
That
fifth
is
year-
insane.
You can fifth year option him though, so
you
technically,
can fifth year option him. Don't get me wrong, but
but
I
right
mean,
now,
right
as it
now,
stands.
you're looking
Oh,
at
okay.
you have only Von Miller. That's
that is
it.
actually
And
insane.
we have no defensive tackles signed past next year. So
Wow.
that's
I
it.
only knew that because you told us last show.
Yep.
So I remembered it. I was like, okay, I'm going to get it right this time.
There's only Von Miller. That's it. So if we
It's
were
wild.
Cansey or somebody like that, guys, you're never going to believe who just came off the board.
Well, here we go. We're going to find out.
We're about to find out, but you're never going to believe who came off the board.
No,
Will Levis?
You're never going to believe it.
I'm going to guess Will Levis.
I'm not going to say it. You're never going to believe who just came off the board. I'm never going to ruin it for you.
You're not going to clickbait us.
I'm not going to clickbait you. No. You're never going to believe who just came off the board.
I love it.
Scott, do not ruin this moment.
Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask. Do they keep their quarterback of the future post-Tom Brady era? That may be a potential landing spot for Will Levis. The Lions will be making the second pick of
Brett, is it anyone we covered?
It is
No,
somebody
no.
we covered.
Oh,
A big name that we covered.
Uh-oh.
so now you spoiled it.
Don't
Everybody
do
stop.
this.
No,
me.
there's some big names.
There's some big names.
Most
Could be
of them
an
are gone.
lineman,
I-
guys.
Oh man. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm thinking is going to be Zay. I don't know why. I'm thinking it's going to be Zay.
You're gonna be shocked. I'm just gonna tell you this.
Okay.
I think Jake looked and he's just distraught right now.
No, I didn't. I honestly didn't. I swear. I wouldn't
Jake
do that.
plays
to
by the
myself.
I
rules.
just looked
unlike
up and I
Brett
saw
Scott.
who it was, and I'm like, oh no.
Oh no, he's even saying, "Oh no."
See, at least Scott's getting better. Brett just
Don't
keeps,
tell me
keeps
it's-
being a rogue ninja.
2023.
Here we go.
The Detroit Lions select Jack Campbell.
Oh
no,
no,
Mike. Oh no.
Wow.
guys, I got to take a break.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh
God.
no.
This makes Trenton
Mike
Simpson
Thornton
Wow.
is down bad.
Great pick for them, though.
Oh my God.
I still think Trenton
Wow,
Simpson
man.
is somebody along those lines. I mean, you gotta think
Oh,
positive,
that is-
guys. Now it makes the wide receivers still available.
Here's the positive.
Holy
Positive
smokes.
right there.
It gives us no tie to pick anything but a tackle in the first round because
You
the
got
running backs
Dewan
are
Jones.
gone, the linebackers gone, and Zay Flowers will probably be gone to Dallas. But
That is crazy.
The run on wide receivers hasn't happened.
Wow.
I mean,
Screw
honestly-
screw all those people who said Jack Campbell isn't a first round pick.
He got taken
Give
early
me
in the first
give me
round.
a freaking break.
he's the first. I think he's the first true linebacker that only plays linebacker that got drafted. The rest
That
of
is
them were- the
that
rest
is
of them-
wild, man.
The rest of them were edge players, so I don't count those as linebackers because they never played a linebacker position.
Wump Donkey. I feel your pain, man. He was also wanting Jack Campbell to be drafted, and that's who he predicted the position
Hey,
we'd go
Mike-
after.
Mike had a great pick. Mike had a great pick with Jack Campbell, and would have been nice, but we all know what we really need. So let's all stop pretending. Let's all stop thinking about Zay Flowers and JSN and all this other stuff, and focus on what truly matters.
Hey,
The big boys.
there's still
all that
plenty of guys I'll be happy with. Sean,
My
but
phone
I'm
is
just-
blowing up with
I'm
people
just
talking about this.
shocked that he went 18th.
Yeah.
I mean, I blame Luke Kuechly for this. Luke Kuechly was working with him. Should have kept his mouth quiet. Instead, he called somebody on the Detroit staff and said, "You got to take this young man." Oh
Well,
my God!
Oh, guys, I got to send you something in the private chat that Hannah just said. I can't say it on the air, but
Oh my gosh! And an A+. They even give him an A+. CBS does at least.
Yeah, you should screenshot that and send it to BF.
Oh my God! Yeah. How many? What did we get? A D? We got an
Yeah.
F. D.
Crazy. I'm pretty shocked by that pick, though. I got to say, I was not expecting that.
All right, so that's the first heartbreaker
Yeah, no,
for
you're
me.
bad.
That's the first heartbreaker for me. Oh God!
check the private chat, guys.
Oh boy!
That's
Well,
funny.
here's the thing. All these teams coming up need wide receivers too. So
All right, here's where the Bills, somewhere between this and our pick, could move up. That's all I'm
I gotta
saying.
go get my chicken nuggets. Hold on.
Oh my God! I'm just heartbroken here.
I had
I
a
am-
chicken farm, honestly,
I am
while we were
heartbroken.
doing this stuff.
All right.
Ooh.
Would you guys rather have chicken nuggets or chicken that my bodybuilder wife uses that is just
wow.
Oh, chicken nuggets.
poached in
Okay.
paprika?
I take chicken nuggets all day.
Okay, thank you.
Give me the Nuggets.
She looked at me. She goes, "You
Give me
eat
the
custom
nuggets."
chicken nuggets?" I said, "I don't want to just eat plain chicken. Come on."
All right, so Seattle's on the board. They took a corner with their first.
Sammy
pick
says
of,
wine. I love it,
Well,
Sam. I agree.
All I got is vodka, Sammy, and I'm going to drink that if we don't pick a tackle. So I'll be joining you guys.
oh God!
I'm going to go get it actually and put it next to me.
So Wump Ducky, he was big on the linebacker position too. I know he wanted Jack Campbell. He was right there with you, Mike. He's
I
been
know.
a Jack Campbell truther since day one.
I know.
So I can only imagine he's probably beside himself as well.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
that's wild. man.
Detroit. Congratulations.
All right, we
We're
got the
gonna-
Tampa Bay pick here.
Can't see.
All right, here we go.
Defensive end, Pittsburgh.
Well, I actually can see to the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Wow, that's a good pick for them. I like that.
Wow. 6'1", 281, defensive lineman out of Pitt.
Yeah, I like that. Boys, I'm gonna make myself another hot dog here. Don't mind me.
Stop making me hungry, man. Please, you got all that good food out there in Buffalo. Do you have any wings out there tonight? No pizza, no wings, just hot dogs. I'll take them though.
Oh, he's on mute, so you can't hear him. So
Yeah. Well, Sean, so far so good. You're still looking good
That's
for
a
what
good
you
pick.
want.
Vita Vey and Cansey next to each other.
I like that.
Hmm.
Guys, I'm going to flip my shit if we don't pick a tackle.
Oh my goodness. Let's talk about the Seahawks. So the Seahawks took a corner back with their first pick. And man,
Zay
they've got
Flowers.
a good receiving core. Would they go with a receiver again? Yes. I think the three-headed monster has proved itself in Cincinnati. So why wouldn't the Seahawks want that as well?
They're going to go Zay Flowers, Jake.
No, I think it's gonna be a surprise here. I don't know it. Don't get me wrong. I don't know it. Bleacher Report hasn't said anything. So
Yeah.
I threw some Webbers on there, Mike.
Oh God. I need one. I need some Buffalo food soon.
I think they're gonna go tight end here.
Tight end.
Yeah.
Well,
To pair with
they
Noah,
have Fant.
they have
What's
fans.
wrong?
Don't get me wrong.
That's $5 in the pot for every time your phone rings.
I know it
$5
should
in
be.
the pot.
Brett's at $50.
It's not even,
Is that
it's
50?
not
I mean,
even my phone that's
he's
ringing
got some
on here.
piercing
Brett's paying for
sounds.
shipping for the jersey.
And pay for expedited shipping.
Yep.
Chicken
Mike, if you
wings,
come to Buffalo,
sausages.
Sam has been making sausage.
Okay.
And let me tell you, it is some of the best sausage I've ever had in my life. He makes a chicken wing sausage. Absolutely unbelievable. It's out of this world. So I'm going to have you try some of that. Sam, if
Jake,
you're
what are you
in,
guys
I'm
gonna
in.
do for me when I'm in Buffalo this coming year?
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
I got
Too.
seats right next to the tunnel in like the first few rows.
That is awesome, man.
I pay
We got a
$60
spot for you to tailgate. So
I pay $60 for the stag for the raffle tickets at the stag, and those values was probably like at least a couple $100 a ticket, especially with
I love
how
it.
much it costs now.
Just pray to God that you don't have an event on Sunday. You know, you don't have any cleans or anything like that.
Well, I'll make sure I'm gonna make sure my schedule's free. I hope it's a night game, and then of course I'll tailgate. But I want you guys to take me to all the great spots to eat and all that other good stuff because I never got to spend a day in Buffalo. I just go to the game and leave. So, I tailgate too, but I don't get time to go to the city and actually walk around and enjoy the restaurants. So, me and my wife definitely want to do that.
All right.
And then I said, Jake, if it's a night game, Jake already said we can stay at his place.
yes, you may. Yes, you may. It'll be the new house, too.
Nope.
Plenty of room for that.
Jake, how far away are you from the stadium?
Right now, I'm about 17 minutes, but I will be only about 7 minutes in my new house. So it'll be very close.
So I'll be up the 24th of August through the 9th or through the 3rd of September.
All right. We'll be in the house by then.
Sweet, man. I'll have to check it out. And,
Heck yeah, brother. It's going to be great.
For sure. We got the bachelor party coming up. It's the 31st through the.
I know. So you're going to Canada? You're going to
Not
Toronto?
going to Canada now. We changed it up a little bit, but we'll be in New York.
Okay.
So I had an unfortunate situation where a couple of guys, one person can't go to Canada right now.
Oh, wow.
So,
Not gonna ask.
I'm not. I can tell you why.
No.
I'll tell you why. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Okay.
DUI. So
Oh,
that's not that bad. It's like DUI.
I
in
don't-
Buffalo.
could be worse.
I don't
It could
think
be
Jake can
good.
get
So,
approval from
DUI.
his wife to go to another bachelor party. He's been to like a record 6
I'm
bachelor
going to another
parties.
one on Saturday, guys.
Oh my gosh.
I'm in like 6 weddings this year. It's
You
insane.
know,
Man,
all right, let me ask you guys. How many would your wives let you go to 6 bachelor parties?
She's an
Come
angel.
on now.
I
Would
don't
you
know.
let me go to 6 bachelor parties?
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Hannah,
Which-
come here real quick.
Would you
But
let me
I'm
go
in
to
these weddings.
bachelor
That's the
parties?
thing, too. So I don't really have a choice.
No, just stand right here. You don't have to go on camera. You can just come here.
Yeah.
We got to ask the female in the room the
Yes.
question.
Would
Okay.
you let Brett go to 6 bachelor parties?
Bachelor party. You can
Hannah.
just answer that. You got to come close. Come close. You don't have to be on camera. Come closer.
Oh my gosh.
Would you let me go to 6 bachelor parties in 1 year?
Yeah, I trust you.
Oh, she's dropping the trust
All right,
word.
guys.
I can't even ask my wife because she thinks I'm being serious and it's a joke. And she's like, "Whose parties? What? What are you talking about?"
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
I'm just
Look
yeah.
at this.
joking, just asking.
Depends on who it is what she went with now. So she
This
changed
is
her
great.
tone a little bit. She thought about it a little bit, guys. Okay, you heard that. So she said yeah at first, and then she changed her tone a little bit, and it was like it wasn't like a a yes. It was more like when we got engaged, it was that like awkward yes type of thing because she was so nervous in the moment and everything. It was like that yes, like that type of thing. So,
all right, well, they're about to make their pick. I really think they're going wide receiver. I think they're going to have that three-headed monster. Their slot guy's a little rough, so Tyler Lockett, Metcalf, add one of these big-time receivers here, Quentin Johnson, Najigba would be a great ad for this.
Jake, I'm sorry, they're going Zay Flowers, buddy.
Oh, stop it. Are they really?
No,
that's my guy.
we don't know that yet. We don't know.
There's a minute on the clock. There might be a trade coming,
upset. Guys, Aaron, my buddy Aaron from work here has also joined.
Nice.
We went to a place called El Canelo for lunch today, and it is some of the best Mexican, in my opinion, in the area. There is a lunch menu, but we actually opted to go with a dinner menu. And these plates, I'm talking, they are monstrous. I mean, they are huge. And he got this monster burrito. It's called the El Gordo. I ended up getting something similar. It's basically the El Gordo chopped up into 3 different burritos. And ended up eating that, which was amazing. However, I was so full, I mean, you could probably roll me out of there. It was absolutely wild. But here I am again, eating hot dogs. This is like my 3rd hot dog of the night. We're drinking beers. We're having a great night. I told him I was going to eat more later, too.
So, Jake, I just got to ask you this question. Who is or where is the best Chinese food to go in Buffalo? Because, in my opinion, there isn't enough Chinese food in Buffalo.
Well, Chinese food, when you say that, you're talking like a sit-down restaurant, or you're talking just takeout?
Just takeout. Let's say takeout.
I go to this place in Derby. It's literally just called China King, and it's unbelievable. Let me tell you right now, little kick to it. Great General Tso chicken. It's unbelievable.
I was just curious about that because, like, down in Florida, we have Chinese places like all over the place. It's pretty much like our Burger King.
Oh yeah.
China Walk, China King, China Taste, China everything, pretty much down here. But when I go up to Buffalo, I'm like, I need to find like a good Chinese place, and there isn't one that I can find. So, like, when I say Buffalo, I say like Batavia and stuff like that. I can't find any near there. So it's just,
I love it, man.
Concerns me.
Some things are not meant to be seen, Brett.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at this. Chain Garden. How about this, guys? We got some of my coworkers joining. I told them, I said, I'm live. Hop on. We're in the chat here. We got Sammy, my boss. We got Sarah, one of my coworkers. We got Akon joining us. Absolutely phenomenal.
Nice.
We got Scott out here, who technically works with my wife, but me and Scott became best buds. I mean, This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you for coming out and checking out the channel. I hope you got into the giveaway, but I feel you didn't because we only had like 15 people.
I know.
I'm getting the wheel ready. I'm getting the wheel ready. Just, giving away a Bills jersey tonight. All right, who we got? Seahawks. Pick us in.
The Seattle Seahawks are champions of growing the game of football at the youth and high school levels.
Oh,
Joining
nice.
the stage are local boys tackle football players and local girl flag players who are pioneers in flag football growth. These young men and women embody the NFL values of respect, integrity, resiliency, and responsibility to their teams. Congratulations on your accomplishments in your academic and football careers. Now to make the selection, please welcome Bethany Uribe.
Jake, you better start clenching.
All right, here we go.
I actually heard it. I know who it is already.
no.
Unbelievable.
Oh, no.
In the 2023
It's
NFL
okay. We're still alive. We're still alive.
Jackson and Jigba. Wide
Oh.
receiver.
We're still
Okay.
alive, baby. We're
All right,
still
no
alive.
surprise there. Right, no surprise. We said they were going to go with the three-headed monster. No surprise whatsoever.
That's actually a really good pick for them because it allows Geno Smith to have another weapon.
Yeah,
You got
yeah,
Tyler
absolutely.
Lockett in the slot position. You have DK Metcalf, and then you can put Jackson Najigba on the outside as well. So I think this is a great three-headed tandem. especially for a team that's already a playoff team. I think they're only going to get better, and there's going to be Geno Smith is going to have an excellent year next year, especially with Noah Fant coming back. And, he was injured a little bit last year, so I'm looking forward to seeing what the Seattle Seahawks do next year.
Oh, they're loaded up.
Absolutely. And you know what they even did last year, which is just mind-boggling? They retooled their offensive line so that now they can be even better this year and draft a wide receiver and make a three-headed tandem.
Exactly.
I mean, I know it's just crazy to wrap your head around, but it's just unbelievable. I'm being funny, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, and I know what you're saying. Sean, you're so on board with, the battle in the trenches, which is something that I love about you, man, because, we've talked about how games are won, and Sean McDermott talks about it so much. He says that you win by the battle in the trenches. So it starts with your offensive lineman, your defensive lineman, and then it works its way outside. Buffalo hasn't done the best job of building the offensive line. Now they've done an incredible job of building the defensive line, and hopefully this is going to be the first year in Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott's years together, besides Josh Allen, that they take a defensive lineman or an offensive lineman or an offensive player in the first round.
Yeah, it's ironic when he says the battle's won in the trenches, but it's real when I say it. But he says it and he doesn't address it. But
Who do you guys like for the Chargers here, guys? I'm looking at their team here. I'm thinking they got to go on the defensive side of the ball.
I like an edge here. I like Nolan Smith.
I don't know. They still got Joey Bosa and not Marlon Mack, Khalil Mack. So they definitely don't need an edge.
I think you take a guy that's going to learn
corner
underneath him, a pass rush specialist. Punter.
I mean,
I love this.
I say, why not? Why not another wide receiver? They might need a right tackle and
I can
maybe
see
a
the right
linebacker.
tackle.
I don't know their linebacker.
Tight end even.
Yeah,
I think
they have
they're
a,
that next to Antonio Gates.
They're fine at safety and corner. So
a linebacker. They got Eric Kendricks, and
yeah.
Kenneth Murray. So they do need a lot of help on the defensive side. They have cornerback could use some help too.
Yeah, with J.C. Jackson being as bad as he was last year, I mean, it would be great to see them get another cornerback so that they can have some assurance if there's another year with J.C. Jackson playing bad.
Yeah, well, they put so much money into him. I don't think they give up to him so quickly.
Yeah,
and he did come off an injury last year, so it could not excuse for him, but it could be a reason. And then they got Asante Samuel Jr., who's incredible.
Yeah, he's a dog.
So I think that's not the least of their need, but one of them. But I definitely think why not add another receiver, get another three-headed tandem, or Michael Mayer, get a big fit for them too.
I could see that. I could definitely see that. I think tight end makes the most sense
because the Ravens won't.
The Ravens are going to go wide receiver.
Think about it. They might get Michael Mayer here because the Ravens won't get him. The Vikings won't get him because they just got a tight end last year. Jacksonville has Evan Ingram. The Giants just got Waller. Dallas has I forgot who
Dalton Schultz.
I forgot who Dallas has.
Dalton Schultz.
Doesn't have Dalton Schultz anymore. Houston does.
So maybe Dallas will get him, but I think Dallas.
Houston.
Houston signed Dalton Schultz. Yep.
Where the hell have I been?
1 year, $10 million.
Holy smokes! I got to do some push-ups. I should know better.
So Jake,
hey,
Dallas
we finally figured out Jake.
Wow.
He doesn't know Dallas. We finally
Dallas
figured out
offered,
That's terrible, man.
Dallas
been
offered
drinking
him.
too much,
He's been going to too many stags for sure. That's the problem.
That's tough. You hate to see it.
You got to
Dallas offered him a big extension, and he turned it down. He wanted to bet on himself, and it was like I think it was like 3 years, like 3 years, like 60, some big contract, and he wanted to get more, and now he signed a 1 year, $10 million deal. So
that's wild, man.
I don't know. I think they're going to go. I'm going to go on the defensive side of the ball.
I say they get Meyer.
You say they get Meyer at tight end.
Yes, they literally got Jake Ferguson and Peyton Hendershot as their tight ends right now. The Cowboys.
Don't they have Gerald Everett?
Oh yeah, they do, Mike.
Yeah, they have Gerald Everett, man.
The Cowboys?
No, we're talking about the Chargers. Sorry.
Oh, the Chargers. Yeah, they do have Gerald Everett.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
So the pick is in. I'm saying for the Chargers, I think they're going on the defensive side. I wouldn't be surprised if they take the next linebacker here. I really wouldn't.
I'm getting prepared.
Uh-oh. I don't think you should have anything that you can smash around you. Let's clear the room right now.
I can't afford to break anything.
Look at this. Sammy says give him 50. Then he follows it up. Not sure you can do 50.
That's a challenge, Jake. You got to see.
Oh, wow.
I'm not doing it live. I'll tell you that.
Oh, no.
Not today.
What do you think? What do you guys think? Chargers, make your pick. Who are they going with?
I'm going wide receiver.
Wide receiver?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
go wide receiver.
I don't want it to be.
Quentin
I know.
Johnson.
I'm saying defensive side. I think
Receiver
they're gonna-
probably. I'm going to say it's going to be a weapon, an offensive weapon.
Who you think? Think Johnson or Johnson?
Nah, I'll stick with Nolan Smith. I haven't
Quentin
been
Johnson
giving
would
up
be
to
interesting.
defense, so I'll stick
Quentin
with
Johnson
Eds.
would be an interesting pick.
I think it's going to be Quentin Johnson.
You know, I'll tell you what, Jake. I actually
Quentin
prefer-
Johnson. There it is.
Oh,
Did you know, Brett?
wow.
My fiance? No, I did not know. My fiance is not keeping up with this. She's supposed to be giving me the tap when commissioner comes on.
Oh my goodness, guys! I mean, that offense is already high-powered.
Holy smokes. Yeah, I
6'3",
mean,
208. Well, Scott, the caveat off that, there's never enough weapons. And Mike Williams isn't, he was injury prone last year, so it might be good for them. Why is my Hulu not working? Somebody needs to help me out.
So they have Mike Williams now, Keenan Allen, as well as Quentin Johnston. I really like that combination for them.
All right, well, Ravens on the board. I hope a couple of our
it's a good point, Sammy. He is injury prone. There's no doubt.
I really hope we pick a tackle, guys, because I can't drink. I'm really bad at drinking, so this would be a hard.
If
This
we
would be a
take
very
Zay
hard
Flowers, though, if we take Zay,
I'll just take a shot if it's Zay because I wouldn't be angry, but
I'll be fired up, man.
But
Oh.
we need protection.
So who do we take here, Sean? Do we go DeJuan Jones or Anton Harrison, or we make the move and get Matthew Bergeron? What are we doing?
we got
Gotta
options.
see how the board falls before us.
Mike, can you pull up the big board real quick?
If Jones and Harrison go,
What do you mean?
you
This
gotta
one?
get
Just
Bergeron
pull up
early. I
like,
think.
Mel Kiper's big board
Yeah.
real quick.
How do you find that?
Just look up on Google Mel Kiper's big board. It'll come up.
No,
Careful
Kippers,
careful how you type it in. I might show you something else.
Yeah.
big board.
Give me one.
It smells like hand sanitizer.
All right, ESPN.
It should be like the live big board. Nope.
It's been in my freezer for 8 months.
Oh,
What type of vodka?
Tito's.
Oh, just Tito's? Okay.
I forgot
Love
where
it.
I got it from. I think I won it from something. 80 proof.
Yeah, it ain't much. It ain't much.
40%.
I'm used to drinking like
40%.
100+ proof bourbon.
I
Damn.
can't find the list there, Brett.
Yeah, no worries. I'm gonna look it up real quick and I'll send it to you in the group chat.
Okay.
Look at that name.
I
I
wonder
mean,
if
Lamar's
we
going to be
got-
on a rampage.
The
this
Quentin
year.
Johnson
nice.
pick is nice for the Chargers. I got to say, it
Yeah.
loads them up with. They have so many weapons now.
Yeah. I'm disappointed because I really wanted him over Zay Flowers. You know, I want the height. Look, if Zay Flowers gets picked, I'm like Sean. I'm not gonna hate it, but I'm not gonna love it.
Just send it to you, Mike.
All right.
Oh, man.
Jake, there's going to be a lot of pressure on you, buddy. Jake, if we take Zay Flowers, a lot of pressure on you because I feel the Bills will have taken him because of you.
I hope so. Well, I wanted Kyrie Elam last year. They took him. So
Oh, you didn't want him last year?
Yeah,
I did.
We
That
called
was,
that one. Yeah.
That was my guy.
I
Through
can't-
in and throughout.
I wasn't angry, but I can't remember who I wanted. Probably a tackle, but
Yeah. Yes, it was Scott. I did bring the Larceny. Larceny's phenomenal. It's a nice. I didn't know if you're a big bourbon guy or not, but I'm like, you know what? Let's play it safe. We'll do a little Larceny. It's good stuff.
So who's this Mel Kiper guy picking Will Levis as number one? I mean,
That's crazy.
Has he been right at all? Not even.
Or is this just the
close.
big board of available guys left? Probably that's what it
That's
is,
the big
right?
board. Of
Yeah.
Oh, of left? Ones that are left?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. Why did
Yep.
you want me to look at this then, Brett?
I was just curious who was available still. So
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Go
Yeah,
to
just-
tackle. Go to tackle,
just
Mike.
for us.
If you
For
could,
us, that's
please.
all.
Go to tackle.
Yes, please.
All right. Let's see where they at right
To the
here.
left. To the left.
Bergeron.
Number
There
one
he is,
tackle.
baby.
He's
Yeah,
got Bergeron at number 1.
Cody's there.
Yeah. But
Harrison, Dwan Jones.
I got to say, he's probably the best pass blocker in this draft class. So
Well, we got.
I don't mind it. I love him. I don't think it's really that much of a stretch. I know a lot of people had him as a second round grade, but
Look, we
the
got
more and more I think
four
about it.
4 people that we could get, and if we don't pick one of those 4,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be very angry because.
So out of these guys, who you think? You think DeJuan Jones?
I'd be happy with 1 through 4.
Okay.
Maybe I think Cody less of the 4, not because he's
Yeah.
not good, but just because what the rest bring to the table as far as their size and pass blocking. But
For sure.
maybe I put Cody over Harrison, maybe, but they're all really great, so I wouldn't be angry at any of them.
Yep.
But I just think we have an opportunity here because not often are you able to get a really good tackle late in the first round, and we have an opportunity to do so because they're not going to be there at 59. None of them. None of those 4 will be there at 59. So
Yeah, unless there's a run on offensive tackles, you're gonna have a shot here, Sean. And of those 4, I'd want DeJuan Jones. We've been mock drafting him majority of the time. I want that big physical dude on the right side. And sorry, Spencer.
think about it this way. Think about it this way, fellas. Who do you want protecting your daughter on a date? DeJuan
Oh,
Jones
okay.
or Zay-
That's
or Zay-
a good
or
way to
Zay
put it
Flowers-
now.
Or Zay Flowers. Which your daughter's probably taller than Zay Flowers. Who would
Yeah,
you
you're not
rather-
wrong. Here's the deal. Zay Flowers has got that dog in him. He plays above his size. The guy is Steve Smith 2.0.
That's true. He could fight bigger than
I
his
mean,
size.
let
I
me
give
tell you,
that.
did you watch that? I mean, he used to go out there and just go off.
But here's one of the biggest tips I ever got when I was growing up. Look like you can fight, so you don't have to. So
Or-
I like that.
Jones-
Or think about Steve Smith. What did he always do? He always instigated the fights.
Yeah, I would say he runs his mouth.
True. True.
So I'm just saying, you could grab Zay
Zay
Flowers.
Flowers is one of 14 children.
Yeah, that's true.
He's been in some scraps. So
Here we
Pick us in
go.
for the Ravens.
Who do you think the Ravens are taking, guys?
I like corner. I
Man,
like
can
corner
you,
here.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
Jettas with Zay Flowers?
oh wow,
That's
that'd be
crazy.
good
That's a
combination.
crazy tandem. Not that I don't want him,
Yeah.
Jake. I'm
Oh,
I'm
it's
looking
disgusting.
at who these people got, and it's just like holy
I know.
I could
Well, they
see
gotta
them go
replace Adam
receiver
Thielen.
as well. Yeah, I could see them go receiver for Baltimore.
can see
I
that
mean, you
too.
just signed Lamar to a big contract, get him more weapons.
shit. Is Bean really 5'4"?
Who?
I didn't
Who's that?
think, Oh, he's not 5'4". No way.
No way.
No.
That'd be
Where'd you get
hilarious.
that
though.
info, Sam?
That'd be
I think he's
hysterical.
named 54.
Uh,
Wow.
Okay. So what
that'd
do
be
you think, Jake?
hysterical. It's like that one country singer,
Morgan Wallen.
Justin Moore,
Morgan
maybe?
Wallen?
No, Justin Moore. Like you think he's a normal size, and my friend's like, no, he's like 5'2". He has
Wow.
songs like "I'll kick your ass," "I'll jack your jaw." He's like 2 foot tall. I love him though. I love him. Great singer. But Justin
think-
Moore it is. Yeah, Justin
You
Moore.
thinking Zay Flowers here?
Zay Flowers.
not.
Yeah.
I hope not. That'd be awful, man.
I'll tell you what, I'm getting a little concerned about the wide receivers dropping far enough that we want. At least the wide receivers we want.
Yeah.
There we go. Ravens pick us in. I wish we
Here
had
we
Chris
go.
or Rick joining us. I'd be love to see.
I think Jake just found out.
Pick in the
No.
2023 draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Zay Flowers.
Oh no, there's Jake Brooke. Oh no. Oh no.
That's great for them though. Holy shit.
Oh
Well,
no.
Me and Mike's streams have just been absolutely destroyed.
Yeah. Wow.
Just absolutely destroyed tonight.
Well,
Look at this. 5'9".
You know what it
underneath
means.
this.
they're
Oh,
twisting
wow.
our arm.
Oh boy.
You've
the right
got to be kidding me. We were this close.
he
Well,
looks. He reminds
What
me
the
of like
heck,
Bill
man?
Dirk.
Jake, if they
Well-
wanted him, they should have moved up. They should
I
have moved
agree.
up.
Well, honestly,
on.
we saw this coming on many mocks. Like we anticipate, they'll probably get a guy like him. And
Unreal. You know who is available though? Jordan Addison.
I
That's
know.
true.
He's kind of that last group of receivers that
He is.
I would want them to target.
Unbelievable, man.
Wow,
They're
but I don't
great.
know.
Great.
It doesn't say we need a tackle. That's ridiculous. That's crazy.
I do
How about
think
you think Brian Breesy is
That
in
could be an
the sweepstakes?
for,
How do we need corner? Can you answer me that? Like,
Yeah,
how
it's
do we need
wild.
corners?
It's wild.
We have like 17 corners on our team, and one of them was a first-round pick last year, and one of them
I
just signed a
can't
big
believe-
contract. Like,
Yeah.
I
Two
cannot
of them have
believe
big
Zay just
contracts.
got taken.
Well, I'm not surprised on the receiver actually. I mean, they got Beckham. They don't know what version of Beckham they're going to get.
Yeah.
They got Aguilar, who's he's been so-so.
Well, they got
And
Aguilar, too?
Bateman. Yeah, they got Aguilar.
Rashad
Bateman's pretty
Bateman.
good.
He bounces around. He's okay at times. He'll have a good fantasy.
You know what's worse
fantasy
about
day
this,
for you.
Mike, is the fact that Chris and Rick got my guy.
Yeah, I know, right?
I think that hurts more.
I'm wondering
Now
where
you
they
just have
are.
to hope he doesn't pan out how you thought he would.
You tell Jonah they got a good one there too.
Oh yeah, I will.
You let him know that I'm devastated.
I sent Chris and Rick the link. I was hoping they'd jump on with their pick, but obviously they're partying and probably celebrating right now.
Oh, they probably
Big
are.
time.
How about this is a great point. I mean, Scott.
yeah.
How about that? Nolan
Hell
Smith's still
no.
on the board?
Hell no.
I know, but
Hell no. Guys, we got to learn our lesson.
I
Defense
know.
doesn't win
No, listen,
championships
I'm with
anymore.
you. I'm with you, but it's
They don't.
like
I agree.
crazy that he's still here.
Because everyone realizes offense wins championships nowadays.
No, you're right. You're right.
I mean, it sounds stupid, but Kansas City's going to score on you regardless if you got God on defensive tackle. They're going to score points. So got-
Go back to the grades real quick, Mike, and just go down to Robinson to the Falcons. They got a D for that one, and then Jahmyr Gibbs got a D as well.
The Jahmyr Gibbs thing is definitely wild. I did not
That's
expect
definitely
that.
because it's not ideal to pick a running back in the first round.
Right.
I do agree with you there. And then Will McDonald gets a C. I mean,
So here's my thing, guys. I'll based on the fact that Campbell's gone, based on the fact that Zay Flowers is gone, I'm all for getting an offensive tackle. We know there's a couple gems at wide receiver we can get later. I actually absolutely feel that we can. And so now I'm with you, Sean. I'm all aboard the offensive tackle train.
We're glad to have you aboard. It took
I'm
longer
aboard.
than
All aboard. Woo,
took
woo.
longer than we would have liked.
Let's go. No, I've been there. We've been mocking Dwan
No, I know,
Jones. You know.
It's just crazy that so many people think that we're fine. At like so many comments today that I've seen. Oh, we made moves. We're good. We're all set. No, we're not all set at all.
No.
Yeah.
McGovern isn't an upgrade to Saffold, but we don't know how he will be because he was Dallas's worst lineman. That's why they got rid of him, everybody. And I'm saying it ad nauseum. Mitch Morse is getting near his end. Bates stinks, and Spencer Brown is the worst person in the NFL at everything. So
How would you feel about us taking Osiris Torrance?
I'd be fine because Bates stinks, so I'd be happy with it. But I prefer a tackle in the first round. But if you could get Bergeron in the second round still, I'd be fine with getting Torrance. But tackle is more important, I believe, because even though Bates isn't great, he's better than Brown is at tackle. So
Right. I'm a big Matthew Bergeron guy. I'm a believer in him. I wouldn't mind it. I really wouldn't.
I still think there's some really good talent available, though. I mean, Nolan Smith, Deontay Banks
I
available.
know.
as
It
well.
is
Jordan Addison is available. It's just
Jordan Addison.
blows
I'm
my
on
mind.
the Jordan Addison train for sure.
Even Michael Mayer. I mean, being available. This just surprises me this late in the first round that these guys are available.
And
Yeah.
to the people that want to give Spencer Brown a third year, let me just say it like this: if he deserves that third year, and if he's good enough, draft Bergeron. And if he beats out Bergeron, there you go. If he doesn't, you got your answer. He doesn't need a third chance because he couldn't beat out the rookie. So for the people that do believe in him and think he isn't terrible, which he has shown for 2 years, draft his competition. And if it doesn't work out for Spencer Brown, then you got your answer and you saved yourself a year of suffering even more. And then you're good. And if by chance Brown wins the job, maybe Brown will be done next year with us. His contract will be up and we won't sign him, and then you got Bergeron to play. But
How about this one, guys? How'd you feel about Darnell Washington?
We talked about him, so No.
He's a
No for
very
me.
if
He's
I'm
a very-
picking a tight end in the first round, it's Mayer or nothing. But
Not Dalton Kincaid.
maybe, but I got a feeling Dallas is going to pick probably.
Yeah, they're going to take one of them. I would
Yeah.
agree with that. Yeah, I mean, especially shoot, I didn't even know Dalton Schultz left the team, so
Yeah.
I think it makes sense for Dallas to go after a tight end.
Yeah, I thought Dallas would get Zay Flowers. I thought he would fall right before us. But if Addison goes, then I think they'll pick Kincaid, and then I
Yeah.
would pick Mayer, but I would prefer a tackle. So I'd prefer a tackle, and then we could talk about linebacker if they for some reason don't think we need a tackle, and then you could talk about any of those positions. But Meyer is. I'd hate to see him go to the Bengals or Kansas City. That's all I'm saying. So
Yeah, I hear you.
Jake, why would we even take a tight end when we don't utilize our tight end enough?
That's the other
That's the
point.
thing.
As it
I
is, right?
think my good friend Joe Miller, who works for Buffalo Rumblings, said
Yep.
it best. He said he just wants to take someone that's going to play. He doesn't care who it is. He just wants
Yeah.
someone that's going to play. So I will echo this, but I'll echo it on the offensive side of the ball. If we draft an offensive player, they better be involved in some way, shape, or form.
Agreed.
Especially if they're a first-round pick. They better
Yep.
be playing 90 to 95% of the snaps.
That's all on the coaches.
It
They
is.
hold these players back for some reason. The old school mentality. Oh, they gotta sit behind and then work hard in practice, and maybe we'll give them some reps. And if they mess up one time, they're not getting a chance. Like it's the most
crazy.
idiotic thing you can do in the current NFL. And there's a reason why we are where we are. We never get farther because we live by those rules, and no one else does.
Yeah.
So
Look at the
I'm,
Chiefs.
I'm going to
All
say
their
the
first round picks
Vikings
play.
take the cornerback here. I think they're going to go corner. I think Addison will fall. Let's
You
hope.
think Joey
Fingers
Porter
crossed.
Jr. here, Mike, for Minnesota?
Yeah. I think one of the two they got listed there.
Well, Sam, I got an office. I can't watch TV in the office, so I just
Blake's got a hot take. He's saying Hendon Hooker here to the Vikings.
And then Hooker.
I like the name.
How about that? That would be wild.
I don't even know who that is. Talk to
Quarterback.
me about
So
quarterback.
he would have been probably a top 15 pick in this year's draft had he not torn his ACL. He's quarterback for Tennessee, and he was awesome, this whole year. But yeah, it's unfortunate. You're taking a guy that's going to be out probably for the entirety of the 2023 season or a majority of it. But you're looking for the future. So Blake's thinking Hendon Hooker. I could see him being a second-round pick,
Yeah.
probably not a first-round.
I mean, they got
unfortunately.
Cousins. I can't see them taking a first rounder who's not going to be available.
Right. Well,
away.
and then of course you have what's his name, Kellen Mond as well in Minnesota. So I don't think that makes much sense, Blake. I don't know about that one. Kellen Mond they took a couple of years ago here. So here we go.
Oh man, it's getting close. It is getting close.
I
The
know it
Bills-
is. Holy
If
cow!
the Bills have someone they really want, they could be jumping up right now. But I think they're going to hold.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, you're definitely ahead of us. Did you just hear it, Jake?
My dad.
I don't know.
I'm disgusted.
It's got to be Addison. It's got to be. If you're that disappointed. Let's see. Here we go. Yep. There it is. Wow.
Unreal, man.
Hey,
Well, that was a great pick for them.
There you go, Sean. It's all teed up now.
it's all teed up. I mean,
You have
seriously.
to be a complete moron.
Yeah, you
Brandon
really do at
Beane.
this point. I
You
agree.
got all,
Wow.
even if you tried, you got all of your options exhausted.
I know,
You have
man.
literally no choice.
Hey,
Oh, baby.
guys, there's a chance we pick Osafas in the later rounds and we all get jerseys. Remember,
That's
said
what I
that.
want.
Mm.
That's what I want.
I'm
Like
thinking
that,
we can
Mike.
get him in the later
Fourth
rounds.
round, you think?
Yeah, fourth round for sure.
Okay, I'm in.
We got Zach Kuntz,
So
tight ends. We can get later too. So
even if the Jags, the Giants, and the Cowboys pick the tackle, there's still one tackle on the board that we want. So let's go.
wow, I am shocked that they took again. I'm not. I know you want a receiver, But I said, I mean, when we did our mocks, when we did our research, we found some decent receivers that are tall, fast. You had one guy. What was the one guy from that ran like a 4.29 or 4.3?
Oh, Bryce Ford Wheaton,
Yes.
kid out of West Virginia, 6'4", 228-ish.
Oh my gosh.
Ran 4.39, I think it was. Jumped 41
Definitely.
inches. Crazy.
So Scott's going crazy, man. That Nolan's still on the board. What is
I
going
know he
on?
is. Yeah, he's
I really
losing
don't
his
want to
mind.
drink this, so we need to pick a tackle.
Wow. So obviously, all the rumors we heard that the Bills are going to trade up and get a wide receiver, BS. Bunch of BS.
What are we doing
They like
here?
Osavas.
Well, maybe I'm hoping. I'd love Osavas. I would
do you
love
think?
Wheaton.
Here, Ian's coming on, guys. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to put him
All right.
on here. 1 second here.
Ian.
Here.
Ian, let's
Get
go.
a
Ian.
headphones for the Bills. Yeah, I want you to give your analysis.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Ian. It's been a while.
I know. How we been doing?
We're doing great. We're doing great. We're a little disappointed to see this run on wide receivers. What's your thoughts?
Well, you kind of have to expect that to happen. I mean, if you're not going to trade up for one, receiver is a skill position. It's a hot commodity. They're going to want something like that. I've been wanting Osiris Torrance from the beginning. It's like
Yeah.
the one position group that the Bills have never solidly fixed in the last 20 years. And it's like, this is the time to do it. You will get a guy who will last for 10 years that you won't have to worry about. And you just get that spot filled up. And we were actually just talking, Jake's brother and I, about the Cardinals are 6 picks down in the second round. You do a swap with them, you get their second round pick, they give you the first, or you give them the first, and then you get D-Hop, and then you give them something else. But it's a six position swap for them to get whoever they want at the end of the first round, and you can get D-Hop potentially. I don't know what else you have to give up, but you'd have to give
Yeah.
something else up.
Yeah. I don't know. The D-Hop thing is, the D-Hop train's been going on for over a month. Today, early
Yeah.
on, I saw the Bills are going to make this move, and then I saw later on, 4 hours later, was another team. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't look, when we first started our mocks, Cyrus was like one of the top guys. We had to have him at guard,
Yeah.
right? I wouldn't hate that pick. Honestly, I wouldn't. So
It's just
I
like
do-
it's finally a solid, somebody that will be reliable in that spot and won't have Josh immediately running for his life like he was constantly. It felt like.
you don't think Spencer Brown needs to we find a replacement for him? You actually are okay with Spencer?
I'm not okay with him. I'm not okay with any of the line except for Mitch Morse, but the top 3 tackles are taken off. And from Jake's analysis, after those top 3 tackles, the talent level drops significantly.
Yeah.
So you might as well get the best available lineman. And I don't know if Osiris is technically, if he's built to be a tackle, but at least you have one spot locked up and it's
Yeah.
something, you know what I mean? And if
Yeah.
you're going to start running the ball more and you're going to do QB sneaks and you're going to continue on this whole path, you get a guy that'll lock it up. And I think that that's a good spot.
Yeah. I wouldn't be mad. Let's just
Yeah.
put it that way.
Yep.
I think filling that guard position, you could look across that line other than Mitch, like Josh was running for his life because of many people, not only because of Spencer Brown, Bates, and then you had what was the guy we had
Saffold.
from Tennessee? Saffold. was
Saffold.
Even
horrible.
Dawkins
Absolutely
didn't do good last year.
The problem
Yeah.
though is that they signed a guard from Dallas, and if they're going to play him. So where's Cyrus? Is Cyrus really going to get a start over Bates? I don't know. I would hate to see Cyrus get picked and have to sit on the bench for most of the year.
I just feel even a second round pick guard could start over Bates. It's just will McDermott swallow pride and be like, yeah, we'll let the guy that's better start, or he's been with us for a few years. We gave him a contract. We got to let him play. That's what it's going to come down to.
The Bills have a history, though, of signing kind of no-name guys and letting them fill in the gaps. They've done that a lot of the times with linemen. John Feliciano is a pretty good example of that. And then they just dumped him. So, Wyatt Teller, who ended up becoming a Pro Bowler for the Browns, it's not kind of a similar, because was he like a 5th-round pick, Jake? Yeah, 5th-round pick. They do that kind of stuff all the time. So, like, if you're going to prioritize line and you're getting drafted in the first round, unless he's not who you think he is, you're going to start him. I mean, it really doesn't matter who they have on the team. I mean, You have to. You really do. I mean, fans are going to clamor for that. They're going to get annoyed with that if he's not playing, unless there's something seriously wrong, unless like they totally misjudged him.
Yeah.
I
So it
would
looks
be
like the
shocked.
Giants have swap places with the Jaguars.
I did see that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I was kind of surprised at the Chargers taking a receiver because I felt like they had pretty good ones. That was kind of a shock to me, to be honest. And then it was really it was a coin flip, I think, for the Vikings because they already had Justin Jefferson, KJ Osborne, and TJ Hawkinson. And it's like they got some weapons. So I think there was a pretty big toss up there that could have happened between either getting Hendon Hooker or
Getting a little dark. in here. Turn some
fortifying the
lights on
defense.
so you can see me.
But yeah.
We waited all this time. They have to do the right thing.
Almost our time.
So Ian,
That's
was
good.
that? Oh, did I lose Ian? All right,
Solid.
good stuff, Ian. So who's all there, Jake? Who do you got there?
We got me. We got me, Blakers, my dad, and Ian.
Where are the wives or the fiancés?
My wife is at home, probably in bed.
How could what? That's just a crime.
We're gonna find out soon if she was the right choice to fall asleep or not because
That's right.
they don't pick the right choice. Then I could have done a million things.
Sorry,
Couldn't
Brett.
sleep.
No worries, man. I had there's a not a snowstorm. I wish there was a snowstorm, but there's actually a rainstorm coming through the Tampa Bay area, and it's kind of a little unexpected where the Wi-Fi went out for a second, so I got everything back up and running. So I apologize about that, guys.
Oh, you're good, brother.
No worries. We had Ian come on. Ian's. We got to get him on the show more too. He's been on our show at least
Speaks
one
well.
other time. Yeah, he
Very
does.
well.
Very well spoken. What do you think at this point in time, Jake?
Go.
He wants Cyrus. What happened? Deontay Banks, cornerback from the Giants. All right.
Here we go, guys.
Oh, the Bills
Oh,
are on the
man.
clock.
Here we go.
Apparently?
What?
Yep, we
No?
are on.
What do you mean we're on?
We
Miss
just made a
Vince.
trade.
Nobody
Uh-oh.
spoil it. Nobody spoil it. Everybody stop.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Everybody be quiet.
They moved up two
Everybody-
spots.
Everybody be quiet.
I haven't seen it yet. They haven't shown it on this board here.
That's crazy, man. Holy cow.
Oh, it's gonna.
So-
It's been officially confirmed. It's been confirmed.
It's gonna be stupid.
All right, so if they're moving up two spots, who do you think, guys? Who do you think?
It's gonna be dumb. I don't even.
Oh,
I don't even want to say it. It's gonna be stupid.
I have a feeling it is not going to be an offensive tackle. I think it might be Nolan Smith.
Oh no.
Oh,
Sean,
I
put the
have
bottle
a
away.
feeling-
Sean,
I
put the
have
bottle
a
away.
feeling.
We got everyone joining us now because they know. They've
sometimes I
heard.
question.
There it is.
Sometimes I question why.
Yeah.
I've been a fan of this team for 20 years. And
Drew
they put
Sanders?
Nolan Smith here.
Ugh.
It's gonna furthermore.
Well, or could they be flip flopping Dallas and grabbing Drew Sanders here?
Nope. They're gonna pick something dumb and they're gonna.
There's a chance. There is a
Yeah.
chance. There is a chance. I think it's Nolan Smith. I think it's probably Nolan Smith.
And this
Yeah,
dumbass Brandon Bean said,
Oh.
"I'll pick an edge in the first round every fucking year."
I can't. I mean, I'm wishful, obviously, that it's a weapon for Josh.
I want them fired fucking immediately if he picks Nolan
Oh,
Smith.
oh.
I mean,
Well,
you got
buddy.
Michael Mayer and Dalton Kincaid on the board.
Immediately, Jake. I want him gone at the end of 2023, whether we win a Super Bowl or
Sean's
not.
about to drink an
If
entire
he
bottle of
is on
Tito's
the
right
team.
now.
Let me just say this: if it is a defensive lineman, we
I'm
don't have
done.
to spin a wheel. We actually have our winner. So that winner it would be Danlin 5746. I don't know if
Dan
you're
Heim.
watching. Dan Heim.
Dan Heim, I'll let him
Okay.
know. Holy
Do you know-
cow.
Do you know
Well,
him?
Oh, I do. Yes, I
It's
do.
got to be something bad because one of my best friends just Snapchatted me and he
Don't
knows I
look.
want to tackle. So
Don't look.
I guarantee you it's something bad.
No.
Nobody say nothing in the chat. Nobody even think I think it's this. It's going to be that. Nobody say shit.
I feel like Brett just hurt too, and he's not. Please don't spoil it for us. I don't know.
I was just
How about
messing
Miss
around.
Fins, man?
I'm-
Nobody
messing
say
around.
shit.
I will not say it. I will not tell you. I will not say
You
anything.
know it?
I do
You
not.
know it?
I do not know it yet.
Don't even look. Just don't even look.
Oh man.
I really do not want to look.
I swear.
Who do you want it to be? What
I
player?
swear
It,
to God.
because I don't know. I really want it to be. I mean, I really want it to be either Drew Sanders or even Joey Porter Jr. I would be okay with, even though it's
Miss Finn's is saying Kincaid, Dalton Kincaid.
some type of weapon for Josh would make me happy. Or Dwan Jones. I mean, I would be.
they can't,
Rick,
they can't,
you,
they-
I am so pissed off at you guys right now. You just took my boy Zay Flowers. You have no idea. I am beside myself.
We gave up a pick
You guys
to
got a
move
good
up
one.
2 fucking spots. Get the hell out of here.
That's crazy. Nah, it better be something fantastic.
It better be a fucking tackle if you give up.
It's
a
got to
30
be a
also.
weapon or a tackle. I wouldn't be mad if it was a tight end. I really wouldn't be.
I would.
Dalton Kincaid looks great. I mean, Michael Mayer, of course.
There's been no tight ends taken off the board yet. This would be the first
This is
one, right?
This is gonna be fucking ridiculous. I guarantee you. This
And
is
the reason
insane.
why you think this is because Dallas needs a tight end.
Yeah.
So you jump ahead of them to take one.
No.
I know who it is, but I'm not saying it. Guys.
Why do you do that? Why do you look? Why do you just enjoy it?
need to look. I just got the.
Hey, we
just
got some
it.
inside sources here.
Stop
Akon
looking.
I
giving me
just
the
got the
deets.
notification, guys.
All right.
We're gonna block the comments next year.
Don't say anything.
We have to.
Oh boy, this is big because this is.
So we
gonna
gave up one of our 4th rounders for this.
I don't know what we're thinking.
I hate the fucking Bills. I'll tell you that.
That's an Osavas pick right there. That's a Zach Kuntz pick right there. How do you give up that pick?
Mother of God.
To move up two. To move up two.
For a guy that probably nobody fucking wanted either. We probably could have stayed at. We could have traded back to 40 and he would have been there.
Let's see.
Whoever
Let's see what this mock was saying here. I had
Or go
some
back,
mock.
Mike. Go back so we don't miss it.
I won't.
Brad,
I'm
I won't
definitely
care.
thinking it's. Yeah, I think it probably is
No,
Dalton
no.
Kincaid.
You got to turn it down. Mute the mic.
Oh, they're not giving me the actual pick. They're just
Okay.
thinking.
But I know you
saying
guys
who
are
they-
getting it quicker than us, though.
Here, I'm gonna do a mute here.
Oh man.
Funny when it comes on.
I'm fucking shaking right now. I'm pissed off.
Oh,
I guarantee you it's gonna piss me
I'm,
off.
I'm worried for Sean.
I don't want to drink this shit. I hate
Put
fucking
that-
drinking.
Put that bottle away. Go put
hate
it
this
in
fucking
another
drinking.
room. Oh man. Let's see. Rick, big day for you, right? You got Lamar signed. You got Zay
Great day to be a
Flowers.
Texans fan.
I'll tell you. Oh man.
Guys, don't say it.
Not saying anything. What do you mean? Who's saying something?
No, I'm just saying the guys in the background.
Oh yeah. Not
Yeah, I
saying
just don't want anybody to say it.
My fucking heart's pounding out of my chest.
anything. We've already had our heart broken with Jack Campbell, Zay Flowers, all the top receivers that we were looking at. But hey, there's some gems still out there later in the later rounds. Giving up a 4th round pick for this move. Oh my good. Look at
Rick,
Rick
they might
saying-
as well if they don't pick a tackle. They might as well pick fucking Will Levis.
I don't know.
All right, boys. Pick us
Oh
in.
boy, here we go.
Commissioner coming to the podium.
Look at the Bills Mafia represented well there.
I can't even see straight, to be honest.
Oh no. Oh no.
Traded the 25th pick to the Buffalo
Fellas,
with the 25th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. The Buffalo Bills select Dalton Kincaid, tight end, Utah.
Wow.
I'm going to take
What
a
do you think
shot.
of that, Sean? What do you think of that, Sean?
I'm going to take a shot. Going to take
It's
a
not
shot.
a bad pick, guys.
it's not a bad pick.
He would have been there at 27, though. I'll tell you that.
I think
So-
they're concerned. He's going. Look at him. Holy
Even-
smoke.
Even CBS is saying this is a strange pick when you consider they have Dawson Knox and have few more pressing needs. Kincaid is a good player, but the position doesn't make sense. And they traded up to get him. Yes, you traded up to get him. Come on, man.
I got 45 people texting me, what the fuck are the Bills doing? What are your Bills doing? Why would you trade up 2 picks to pick him?
So it's a weapon. It's a weapon.
It's a weapon.
The
We
key
did say
is
that.
you have to use him. The key is you have to use him.
Yeah, that's the problem, though.
I don't care if the Cowboys scooped him because Meyer's still there if you wanted to pick a tight
Meyer
end.
is still there.
Right.
Exactly.
Jacksonville wasn't picking him. I swear to God, watch. They're not going to pick any tight ends.
If they
And they're going to pick
don't.
someone that we need.
If they don't, we might have to just cut the cameras.
Let me see here. Let's get some information about Mr.
Taking off, man. All right,
Kincaid.
we'll talk more about it.
So I want to
It's a
know,
weapon. It's a weapon.
Jake. I want to know how's the house. What's the house feeling about that?
I think they're pretty fired up.
Really,
Ian likes it.
Kincaid, fuck you.
Ian wanted Cyrus.
Yeah. What do you guys think about it? My dad likes the pick. Blakers, you like the pick?
Let me ask you this though: we had
It says Darnell Manos.
I think it's
Darnell
useless.
Darnell Washington was available. He's
Yep.
6'7", right, from Georgia. You had Michael Meyer. Kincaid was kind of the third guy. Speed wise, he's the slowest of the three I just talked about. I don't know, man. If you were gonna go tight end, why don't you go with the other two?
I
Why
think
would
the
you pay
biggest.
somebody top 5 tight end fucking money and then draft fucking Dalton Kincaid when you don't need a tight end?
Beep. I gotta put the beep filters
Don't-
on. Beep.
Don't use them. You pay Dawson Knox $65 million a year to catch 30 balls, and now you're going to draft this guy.
Guess what? I'm gonna tell you guys something though. For the folks that are in the drawing, you all lucked out. Nobody picked the
No one
position.
picked tight end.
So guess what? You all get to be in the drawing. Wow.
That is
That's
huge.
that's a game changer for the Jersey folks. It's a game
That is
changer.
huge.
Should we open
At
it
least
up
you
for
got that
another
going
day
for
and
you.
make it the second round pick?
No,
I'm just
No.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
no, sir. Wow.
Aaron, it's not that Dawson Knox is better than is really good. It's that you paid him top 5 money. That's the problem. You paid him top 5 money, you don't use him, and then now you draft another tight end.
Right. Yeah, no, and I get that. I do. I think that is the biggest head scratcher is the fact that we gave him that much money. You think he's going to be an elite offensive weapon,
Nope,
probably
won't
a
be.
top 3 tight end in the league, and it just didn't happen.
Rick,
The
and
utilization.
I disagree with trusting the scouts, and every team has good good multiple tight ends, because not every team does. The Chiefs don't. The Ravens don't. All the good teams, the Eagles don't. So why the hell do we need one when we don't even use one? And secondly, the scouts haven't gotten it right for 5 fucking years. So why would I trust scouts now when you needed to really hit this pick? And this is going to be useless. This is useless.
This
guarantee-
feels
I guarantee it.
This is deja vu, Sean. Remember at our last mock, I said, "What are you going to say if the Buffalo Bills go to the podium and they say with the 27th or now the 25th, the Bills take Dalton Kincaid from Utah?" And this is what I expected from you, man.
Now my throat and my chest burn drinking this shitty vodka because the Bills screwed up again.
All right,
And here's the thing.
I don't think it's as bad as of a pick as you think it is.
I'm not as-
really.
I'm mad because not only did you move up for nothing, you lost a pick. We don't have picks to give up.
yeah.
So you wasted that because the Jags weren't going to pick Kincaid because they traded with you. And Dallas would have picked Kincaid and you would have picked Meyer, who's better than Kincaid.
Right.
So what the hell did it matter? It was stupid. The Bills do stupid
Dallas
thing
just
after
moved
stupid
up
thing
one.
after stupid thing, and they don't stop. So B needs to fucking go. He needs to be fired. McDermott needs to be fired, and you need to start all over. That's all you got to do. I'm tired of it.
Oh man.
Hey, is this dead in the water for sure? The DeAndre Hopkins trade?
Might
Is
as
that
well.
dead?
You traded pick 130. You might as well trade the rest of the picks we got to get a $20 million receiver. Fine with me. I'm tired of it. I'm over it. I don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah, so
Hey,
even Miss Fins is out there saying,
Attaboy,
"Thanks for
Rick."
Kincaid. You reached for a pick you could have
Exactly.
gotten at your regular pick."
Thank you, Miss Fan. Exactly. Nobody wants to
Yeah.
talk about it. That's 100% correct. We freaking wasted that.
Wow.
I don't
Waste,
hate the
waste.
pick. I don't
You don't
hate
hate
it.
it?
I just really am hoping that we can find a way to incorporate them both in the offense. You have to do it
Ridiculous.
because it could be something special.
I hope Dallas picks something that's not a tight end, and then we just look absolutely stupid.
If that
Because
happens, it will look pretty.
I
bad.
hope we do. Because look what's on their board: safety, defensive line, linebacker. You see tight end there in their top 3 picks? No.
Let's see what
So
they
that was
do.
Ridiculous.
Because if they wanted a tight end, they're going to take one now. There's still two very good ones on the board. Let's give a little information about the new Buffalo Bill, Mr. Dalton Kincaid. He was let's see here. Let me give you some information. He led the nation with 70 receptions and 890 yards. Looks and
Wow.
plays like a wide receiver. The only thing about that, he is receiver, I can see it. He's 6'4". He ran a 4.71, so he's not the fastest, but it's a tight end, right? That we're talking about. So good hands. Let's see.
Comparables
He's
to
a,
Zach Ertz, guys. If he's
Yeah,
Zach Ertz, I'm happy with it.
yeah, he's a former
Scott.
basketball player.
I appreciate your opinion, but I could do and say whatever I want as a fan, and I'm going to continue to do so.
That's
And if
perfect,
you don't
Russ.
like that, that's completely fine. And you can fan how you want to fan, but I know how I feel, and I don't hold back. So
Yep.
that's all I
I've
got.
always said if you
I
want,
appreciate your opinion, though.
if you want it straight up, Sean will give it to you straight up how he feels. You know, Jake does kind of smooth things over. He's always been known for that, same as me. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't like the pick at all. For reasons we've already said, I would have rather gotten somebody on the offensive line, for sure, 100%.
I understand the offensive line thought process for sure. I get it.
But
But
let me
end of
just
the day,
explain myself for the people that think I'm crazy. It was useless and frustrating because he would have been there at 30, probably. So why waste another pick that we don't have to get someone we're not going to use, who we don't need, when we have other glaring needs on our team? And then you're sitting here saying I need a new team when I've been a fan for 20 years, wasted my life, wasted my time. I have a YouTube channel for it. I put all these hours into talking about this team, and every freaking time they have an opportunity to do something, they fail. And now we're supposed to sugarcoat and cookie cut away around, oh, this is a great pick. Dalton Kincaid's awesome. I mean, yeah, sure, we can say that. But what's going to happen next year when we're 13-3 and we lose to the Jets in the first round of the playoffs? Are you guys going to say Dalton Kincaid was an awesome pick and it was Brandon Beane's a wizard? Is that what we're going to do again? I'm sick of that. I'm tired of it. That's why.
Mozzie Smith.
Oh, a defensive lineman. Huh?
Yeah.
What do you fucking know?
Mozzie Smith, holy
Who the fuck
smokes.
is Mozzie Smith? Like, what are you guys talking about here? Like, this is ridiculous.
Interesting.
Unreal.
Paxton, what's up, baby? We do. I have the Pac-12 network. What can you tell us about Dalton Kincaid? Sean is not a fan. Sean's not a
Don't tell him
fan.
nothing about him.
Production is there. His
Jesus.
doctor had to send out a letter to every single NFL team actually clearing him of his back injury because that was the biggest concern. I think actually, had he not had that injury, he's probably a top 15 pick. I think the biggest question mark I have is how we're going to actually utilize him in the offense when we underutilized Dawson Knox.
Yeah.
I think that's my biggest concern. I love the weapon. I love getting another weapon for Josh. However, I am concerned because last year we failed to use the weapons that we
Yeah, that's the concern.
already had.
Yeah.
Now we're adding someone to the plate here, which is great, but it's like, how are you gonna
Yeah.
how are
I
you gonna
mean,
incorporate them?
I guess I'm not allowed to say how I feel. Everyone else has to voice my opinion for me. So like Aaron and Rick's, or like Ragnon and Rick said, I'll chill. This is an amazing pick. We're going to win the Super Bowl now. He's probably going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer even. I'm going to go as far as to say that. So wonderful pick. I'm ecstatic about tonight.
Let's go, baby.
I'm absolutely glowing that I stayed up 4 hours to watch this and watch us trade up for nothing. I apologize that I got frustrated. This is an absolutely outstanding pick. You guys are 100% right. So thank you.
look, I have to agree with Sean. You know, I don't like the pick. I said it, so I don't like the pick.
I'm a little thrown off by it. I got to say, I have seen him mock to the Bills in several mock drafts. Again, you know, at the end of the day, what did I want? I wanted another weapon for Josh Allen, and we got that. So I can't be too upset. I mean, I was on the Zay Flower chain. I wanted Zay Flower so bad, and we didn't get him, obviously. So I guess this is the next best thing, right?
100%.
So some of the things I like about him is he has good acceleration
This is
as well as
amazing.
he's a vertical threat. That's one of the things that I really do like about him. I think he's going to offer something different from what Dawson Knox can do. I think Dawson Knox can cover the middle of the field. I think that Dalton Kincaid could be more of the guy going deep down the field as well. So, and he has great route running ability too. So I think he's going to help the offense a lot with, especially something that Dawson Knox has struggled with is his hands too. being able to catch the ball. So I think that with Dalton Kincaid, you get more of a guy that can catch the ball more often, Sean. So I know the drop rate has been an issue with Buffalo over the past few years, but you can also line Kincaid up in so many different situations where you can wind him up as a wide receiver as well. And you can throw fade routes with and take a little bit of pressure off of Stephon Diggs too. Now, do I think that we could have grabbed him with the 27th pick? Absolutely. I think he would have been available. But I do like the pick because the one thing that I wanted was either some protection for Josh or a security blanket for Josh. And we grabbed the security blanket for Josh. And that gives me a little bit of hope that Buffalo is going to go after an offensive tackle in the second round.
For what? We don't need that.
We do.
We don't need that.
Don't get me wrong.
We don't.
It is a little disappointing seeing that the Cowboys did not take a tight end.
I mean,
I gotta laugh. 'Cause that is
why pick the tight end that was compared to freaking Rob Gronkowski? Why pick that guy? I mean, if you're gonna pick a tight end, why would you pick him? I mean,
Because he couldn't block. He couldn't block. Did you watch
$300 million on a quarterback, and you draft a wide receiver playing tight end?
Did you watch him at the combine?
You know what? Like I said, you guys are right. My fault. My fault.
I'm not.
Rick, he should have went number 1. He should have went first overall to the Panthers.
Might as well.
Kincaid's career is going to die going to Buffalo because he's going to get two targets a game.
So here's the deal. The biggest thing that we lacked in was the short yard passing last year. I mean, it was awful. We couldn't figure it out. And now, I don't know. I'm actually at a loss for words right now because I don't even know. I'm trying to make this sound better than what it is. I'm a little shocked by this pick as well, I got to say. I don't hate it as much as Sean does. I am a little surprised, I got to say. I did not see this coming, per se.
Yeah. I'm okay with the pick. I'm not necessarily thrilled. I wouldn't say that, I'm going to go into work tomorrow and, pound my chest and everything and slam 2 beers.
I am.
And do Stone Cold Steve Austin type of thing. But I'm okay with the pick because it's another weapon for Josh. And one thing that we have seen with Josh is he doesn't have anybody that can get him yards after the catch. This is a guy that can get him yards after the catch. So I'm okay with this pick because I don't want to see Buffalo in the bottom of the league again with yards after catch.
But you know what helps yards after the catch and getting the ball to people? Having great protection. When you have 1 second or less to throw the football, you cannot get the football to people in short yardage. You cannot get the football to people deep. You can't do anything. That's our problem. That's why we lost to Cincinnati. They rushed three average to below average defensive linemen, and they beat us every single time. And everyone wants a wide receiver, tight end, or a running back. And
You're not going to like this pick, Sean.
Sean, I'm going to play the devil's advocate here,
You're
okay,
not going to like this at all.
They're going to do what we should have done. I can hear it
You know what?
already.
I'm not angry at you guys for liking the pick. It's fine. I'm just saying, when's enough for us Bills fans?
I don't like this one here.
Anton Harrison.
Oh, boy.
Good job,
Great
Cincy.
pick, Jacksonville. That was great.
That Jacksonville? Oh, it was Jacksonville.
That's who we swapped with.
Wow. Okay. Well, Jake, so aren't you concerned, like with Dawson Knox production last year, is there going to be enough to get Kincaid involved?
That's what I'm saying. I think that's the biggest concern.
Right,
Had we used Dawson Knox the way that we intended to use, that a lot of people probably thought he was going to be used, I think this would have been a totally different mood and mindset. Now I think you're just concerned. It's great we're giving Josh another weapon, but how are you going to get both tight ends on the field? How are you going to utilize both of them? Are you going to use him as just a slot guy? Like, what are you going to do with him? I think it's exciting, but also it's. I understand why you're tailoring your expectations because it didn't live up to expectations last year's expectations.
Anton Harrison was at 27.
Yeah.
And guess who still would be there at 27? Dalton Kincaid, because nobody picked him.
Yeah.
So why is everybody happy that we wasted a pick?
This is going to be a Michael Mayer pick right here by the Bengals. I can tell you that.
I hope they pick Michael Mayer or anyone else that we could have picked that was great. Good for Cincinnati. Good for the Eagles. Good for the Chiefs.
Think about this, guys, though. Last year in the playoffs, there was nobody besides Stephon Diggs that was getting open. So I'm playing the devil's advocate side of this. Nobody could get open. You had a lot of pressure going on Gabe Davis, where he was having number one cornerbacks go up against him. Now you have a guy that can cover the middle of the field, and you can get yards after the catch. You can move the ball down the field more. You also have Dawson Knox, who had a ton of touchdowns at the end of the season. He was starting to come on a little bit more. So I'm okay with this move for those reasons. I think that he's going to prove a little bit more, as well as something that Dawson Knox struggled with was blocking too. He's not the best blocking tight end. Now you get the blocking tight end as well. So I think that with Spencer Brown being on that side of the ball, you can put Dalton Kincaid next to him and have two guys block on that side of the ball. So, Sean, I'm not thrilled with the pick, don't get me wrong, but I think it solves a couple of issues too. And
the reason that they couldn't get open in that playoff game was because they were dropping 7 or 8 and rushing 3 or 4 and winning. That defeats everything if you can block. So if they couldn't get home with 3 and 4, they got to bring 5 and 6 to get home, and then you got everybody open. So not ignoring your weakest position group on your team to add someone with enough value and potential doesn't fix the problem. It just alleviates it longer because he's the same as everyone else that we got already. He's not going to get open quick enough. Who knows if he can block in the NFL?
Now, what if we go and get Matthew Bergeron in the second round?
Yeah,
we'll probably trade the second round pick to get D-Hop. So probably not. Bergeron will probably go to the Chiefs or the Eagles or something. Something dumb. We're gonna be shit out of luck.
Watch him go to the Chiefs at 31.
I hope he does.
Oh, they did lose Orlando Brown.
The Bengals and the Chiefs get the best draft grades in history.
Miles Murphy.
Interesting.
Miles Murphy. Wow.
This will be interesting here with the Saints. I don't know what the Saints are going to do.
They need everything.
Brian Breesy makes sense.
So I told my fiance that I said the draft keeps going throughout the whole entire night, so we're going to be live until probably like 8 o'clock in the morning, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Mike, your mic's off.
We've been going for 3.5 hours. I'm shocked that the tech is held up. Nobody's had their laptops need to be recharged. Everyone came prepared. So awesome.
I had actually
my
to go
Wi-Fi
get a charter.
All right. Well, the most positive thing for this first round pick is that nobody predicted this position. So means every one of you is on the wheel for the win. Those that actually came into our video or on Instagram, there's one pick for you. Those that came out tonight to support us, you get an extra pick on that wheel. And we're gonna spin this wheel here in just a few minutes.
I love it. I'm fired up, baby.
Do it after the conclusion of pick 31?
No, I'll probably do it a little sooner, and I'll let you close out 31. My little boy's been dying to play a game with me and Mama tonight, so.
I understand.
And I'm gonna have to, talk to him about. He's gonna ask me how the Bills did, and
Rick, we're not even gonna make the playoffs,
Keep a
bro.
straight
What do you
face.
mean AFC Championship?
Good day to be a Ravens.
Hey, I
fan
owe
instead
Rick
of
some
Bills fan.
wings, so we better be hosting the AFC Championship here in
8
Buffalo.
and 9, third place incoming. You heard
Scott,
it
we
here
appreciate the hell out of you, brother.
Scott, yes, Scott's been with us
Thank you,
all
Scott.
night.
Yeah,
Thank
Scott,
you,
you're
Scott.
phenomenal.
God,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you, except for when you spoiled the first 16 picks. But other than that, it was awesome.
Nah, he was
He was
good.
on it, baby.
He was
He's our
on it.
insider.
He actually stopped after a while, so appreciate.
We got to
you,
bring him
Scott.
on. We got to bring him
Yeah,
on.
that would be
Absolutely.
fun. It would
Come
be
on
fun.
anytime, Scott.
Rick, I'm disappointed. I sent you the link. You didn't come on to join the channel and talk about your Ravens. Bummer. No support from our own guys on the channel. Come on, now.
Unbelievable. No sign of Chris either.
Chris, I think Chris has a party. I think he throws.
What grade
so.
did they give us?
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, I think it was
What
a C.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's see the analysis here.
Oh, what they're saying about him?
Yeah.
I think I already read it. They're saying
It's
it's
a
a strange
strange
pick when you consider they have Knox and have few more pressing needs, which we know they have, right? We've been
Apparently
talking
not.
about it. Good player, but the position doesn't make sense. And they traded up to get him. So everything we're saying, hey, CBS agrees.
So we got 3 picks left. Let's make the most of it.
So Kurt Warner said this about Dalton Kincaid. He's a guy that's got the Travis Kelce mold.
I can see that. If he works in space like Travis Kelce, I am A-okay with that, fellas.
Yeah.
Because he is an
Okay with
artist.
that. Obviously, I'd be okay with that. But that's a big
That's a big if.
that's a big if. Big if.
If you're even a shell of Travis Kelce, I mean, that's a great hit.
Yeah. All right, so we got on the board next. We got
Saints, Eagles, and Chiefs. Close it
man.
out.
What do you think the Chiefs are gonna do? I'm more worried about the Chiefs.
I have a
The E-
feeling the Chiefs go
How
and get a tackle.
the heck did the Eagles, who were in the Super Bowl, get an early pick, a top 10 pick, I think it was, and number 30 pick? What the
I
heck?
know, it's insane.
How did that happen? Wow. We got Jalen Carter. Oh my goodness. Alrighty, all right. I'm looking at this wheel. It looks beautiful. What
Why
do
do
you
I have,
think?
I have a feeling that we're going to trade again into the first round.
You think so?
I just have a
Hello.
weird feeling.
I love it. Hey,
That'd
Wump
be-
Donkey seems to think the same thing. He said something more is in the works, he thinks.
I
They're
think so.
probably desperate now that they screwed that up. They're like, oh shit, now we got to make up for it and trade the rest of our picks to get back in the first
Look
round.
at this. Look at
Blake's-
this, fellas.
Blake's going with it. All right. Hey.
It's your money.
Your
It's our,
option.
actually, it's our
man.
money.
Yeah, it's your option.
It's free,
money.
so
It's like half of that is from me. Actually, about 3/4 of that's from me.
Gosh.
So you're welcome.
I mean, people are giving me a hard time, but I'm gonna be the one laughing in the end.
Sean, can you grab the tally so that we can send out the money?
Yeah, I might as well do that.
Yeah, what am I at? I had to be at like 100 something, 130 maybe.
He says,
I wish I
Scott
worked
says Bean is speaking to the media, so he doesn't
Okay.
think they're trading back in. Yeah,
I wish I was working for the Buffalo media. I'd be like, so in 5 years, you've done absolutely nothing to get us to the Super Bowl. Every decision you made was ass backwards, and now you wasted a pick to trade up for someone that was going to be there anyway. How do you feel about that?
The trade doesn't look great. I understand why they would think that. If they were dead set on tight end, you have two teams that could potentially move up or stay put and take a guy. Dallas staying put or the Bengals potentially. moving
He's
up
not
and
even the
taking
best
a
tight end in the draft.
Apparently, he graded higher out than both Michael Mayer and Darnell Washington, according to one of our scouts,
It's about who you
one of
play,
our
though. Remember,
scouting guys.
gotta keep that in mind.
They're getting a little bit older at the position. They gotta
Utah
pick up.
and Notre Dame is different to me.
Saints draft room is quiet there.
They do bring in Derek
Pick us
Carr,
in.
the quarterback for them this year, so they
That's what I think they're gonna do.
Pick Osiris Torrance.
making his way out here in the NFC South. A division really
Yeah.
Let's see what the Saints are doing.
Game speed is big. His game speed looked good.
Who's that?
Dalton Kincaid. 'Cause everyone's talking. He ran 4.71. His game speed's a lot better than that.
Brian Brzee.
Brian Breesy.
Tackle.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good pick for them. Surprised he actually didn't go a little earlier.
All right.
We got the Eagles and the Chiefs on the board still, guys.
That's what do you
I
think?
can't wait for that Chiefs pick.
Let's think. Who do you think the Chiefs are going to go? They gonna?
I have
You're
a
gonna
feeling
go
they go
offensive
Matthew
line?
Bergeron at
I hope they do.
one.
I really,
I really
hope
do.
So.
Either him or DeJuan Jones. I think it's going to be one of the two. I think they're going tackle. I do.
Scott, it couldn't have been a special teamer because we have needs and we don't have a lot of draft picks. So we have enough special teamers. We need starters. We don't have. We have a lot of spots to fill, man.
All right. I would hope. Yeah. I don't think so. Fourth round, you can get some good talent. We actually, when we did our,
So we still
early-
have pick 137 too. In
When
the
we
fourth.
did our early scouting reports, there were some.
I don't think we do, Jake. We didn't
Wide
have picks
receiver?
that close together.
Yeah, we had
be
It
in
was
137.
137, I think.
I don't think
Right?
so.
Or no?
It was.
There's a big
Yeah.
gap.
It was an early 5th round pick that we got.
All right.
Yeah. So I mean, it does suck. You gave up a 4th rounder who we thought maybe Dorian Williams, linebacker. And a lot of our mocks we had him going 3rd, 4th round.
One thing that I was thinking, and this is something that I know Mike would say the same about, why go after Dalton Kincaid now when you could have grabbed like Zach Kuntz?
Well, that's what
That's
we
a
all were.
good point,
That's what we
too.
all were thinking. Jake, you're at $90, I believe.
Oh.
Wow.
Mike,
That is not great.
Mike, you are 5, 10, 15, 20, $25.
All right.
Holy
All right.
smokes.
Oh, no, hold on. 25,
Yes.
30, 35.
What?
Wow.
Brett, you are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And I'm 15.
Oh, look at you.
$50. Wow.
$15.
No,
All
I'm
right.
50.
Oh, yeah, you do.
We got the wheel up, guys. It is time. It is time.
Let's go, baby.
I need 2 things from the channel. First, I need a number between 1 and 10. That's how many times we're going to shuffle. So the first person that gives me a number in the channel, that's how many times we're going to shuffle.
10 for the amount of years it's going to take for us to get to a Super Bowl.
Wow.
I need someone from the channel. Come on now. Give me a number.
Don't
1
be
to
shy.
10.
Don't be shy now.
You guys should be
Whether-
pumped for this. What
whether
channels
you-
give away jerseys?
Whether you're in the drawing or
It is.
not. There we go. Dad coming in with 7. He's the first on the,
There
on
you
the,
go, Bill.
on the channel. So here we go.
Hope you win, Bill.
Lucky 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now the last thing I need is a number between 20 and 60. That's how long the wheel's going to spin for.
20. Please say 20.
No, give me the long 6. Come on. 20 to 60, guys. First number up there we're going to take. 20
Bill,
to
I
60.
hope you win, Bill, and I want you to get a Bills jersey with an offensive tackle's name on it instead of Kincaid.
69.
Nice.
69. I knew that.
I knew we were going to get a 69 in there.
We can't be 69 because I said between 20 and 60, guys.
Bill says
So
56.
56 is the first legitimate one. All
Matt
right,
Bergeron jersey and coming to the winner.
here we go. Taking that to 56.
I'll get you.
Here we go.
All right. Let me double check. 56. All right.
My dad says his name's not on there.
He is. Big Al's name on YouTube is this user dash RB
Oh, there you go.
blah, blah, blah.
You have a random user name, Dad. That's
Yeah.
why. He's
You're
like,
on
where the
there.
hell's my name?
Yeah, you're on there. I'll tell you what, we're gonna have to have if this guy, where is he? Is he still on there? No, he's not. Okay. All right. Yeah, Tom's on there. After I shuffled it. This was the guy who said the Bills should take a quarterback because what was it, Jake? He said, I've been wanting a quarterback like Nathan Peterman.
Oh, Tom.
If this guy wins, I think we might have to spin the wheel again. And
I know,
won't,
that's
I won't
hilarious.
have a problem because he was being sarcastic.
Was that our Tom? Was that
No.
different
That
Tom?
was not. All right. Well, here we go. Let me just
All right.
verify. Big L's got me a little concerned. Yeah, no, I double checked this because I was looking for his name too, and I'm like, where is it? No, he's got that weird name.
It popped up as a username, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. All right. Are you guys ready? Give me the countdown on 3, 2, 1. Brett, you do it for us. Let's go.
All right, guys. I need 1 second before we do that, okay? All right.
You're
All right,
making the
Brett.
people wait. Making them wait even longer.
Well, you got to do it. I mean, you got to do it for this. Three, two,
Oh.
1, go.
Love it. Little drum roll action for
I wish
you.
you could hear. This thing actually has music playing right now.
The Bill
Oh.
shout song.
Oh man, I wish.
This is huge. This is huge. This is for a free jersey, guys.
Free jersey.
This is the best part of the night.
This is for somebody. It's slowing down. It's slowing down. Oh man, it's anyone's ball game. Oh, Blake. No Blake. Oh, Wump Donkey.
Oh,
Hold
baby.
on.
Looking good.
Oh, Rajon Designs.
Karen Marid.
Kara Marid.
Oh,
Is it
Wow.
gonna hold? Is
Oh,
it gonna
Mama
hold?
Podge.
Oh, Mama Podge.
Mama Podge.
Mama Podge.
Podge.
She's gonna get it.
Mom won a jersey. That's freaking
Oh,
hilarious.
wait, it's got to
man.
hold. It hasn't said winner.
Oh.
There it is.
There it is.
Mama Podger. Where is she?
congratulations.
Is she
She
over
is
there?
not here. She is
Oh,
sound asleep. I can
come
tell you that.
on.
Oh,
That
man.
is
She's
absolutely.
not watching the show. She's got to claim the prize by watching the show.
Mm,
What
no,
is she? No,
You're
she
right.
wins.
no.
That's
She's
true.
not
That's
watching.
what we said. That's what
That's-
we said, Mike.
we did.
That's not what I said on the live video. I said you just have to come out there for an extra entry and say
Yeah.
hi.
Okay.
And she
All right.
got on. She got on the actual video, and that's where she put her entry in. So,
Wow.
Mama
People are gonna say
Podger.
this is rigged.
I
Who's
know.
her favorite player, Jake?
You know, that's a great question. I've tried to get this out of her before. I'm gonna
Guess
have to
we'll
ask
find
her
out
who her
now.
current favorite player is.
If the Eagles
Don't
pick is
Kincaid, my dad says.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Well, you
Y'all
know what?
really grilling me
That's
for
big
that.
time.
Mama Podger's been a big supporter of the channel
Yes.
since we first went live. So has Big
Yes.
Al. So well deserved. We appreciate it. Yes, it is not rigged. You saw me put the names here. I randomized it. If you want the link to the Wheel of Fame, I'll give it to you. There's no way to rig this thing, but
Wow, that's
fun
big
stuff.
time.
Fun stuff.
Here's my final analogy for the people giving me a hard time. Buy a vehicle, right? Except there's no wheels on it. Is it a good deal? Yes or no? That's all you have to say. You don't got to give me any other
Wow,
in betweens. You buy a vehicle, you buy a Lamborghini, buy a
that's a hell of
Ferrari,
an analogy.
but there's no wheels on that car. Is it worth it?
Fair enough. Look at this, guys.
Very special guest.
Nolan Smith to the Eagles.
That's fine.
How the hell does that happen?
Wow.
Scott, remember, defense doesn't win championships no more, so they can load up on defense all they want. They're still going to get scored on by the Chiefs and the Bengals and the Chargers, the Jets. Everybody's going to score on them.
When you think about it, they may have had one of the best pass rushing defenses of all time last year, and the Chiefs somehow still found a way to block them and win the Super Bowl.
Yep. Doesn't matter.
All right,
Blake,
I'm
great
gonna-
point. It is a sweet car. You can't drive it.
These
But-
guys are getting
valid
on you
point.
today, Sean.
That's a valid point.
something a little bit special for you to
Not in upstate New York, though.
I gotta stand up for Sean. Now I'm not gonna beat down, but I gotta say, it's a bad pick. Come on, guys. If you're happy with Kincaid, it's a bad pick. And don't tell me I don't know the Buffalo Bills. I've been watching the Bills since I was 7 years old. I've been through all the stuff. It's a bad pick, guys. Come on. I support Sean all the way. You want to give me
Thank
some? You want to give me some crap? Give me some crap too. I'll take it.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't be as angry if we stayed at 27 and picked them.
Right.
Yeah,
I think you're
exactly.
more upset than you're ready to say and ask that away.
Let's see who's going to be joining Jason and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Come on, Chiefs. I hope you guys picked the best player.
2023 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Nolan Smith.
Insane that the Eagles got Nolan Smith. I mean, that is just.
I'm going to say
Absolutely
this
wild.
too. Are you still watching Bleacher Report? If you get that pick, soon as you get the pick from Bleacher, let's announce it.
Yeah.
So I can go
I'm
play
still
some.
watching.
So I can
Yeah,
go
don't worry.
play some games with my family, and
Yeah.
you know,
Brett and Scott can't wait to get that pick.
at work tomorrow they're going to be like, Mike, who'd your Bills pick? Not going to be like super excited. Yeah, we took a tight end from Utah, man.
I
What?
wonder how many subs they lost from that fiasco.
Nah.
Let's
If
see.
they're if they're
I
unsubbing
gained
for
two.
if
Hey,
you're-
let's
if
go,
they're
baby.
Unsubbing for a passionate Bills fan. Come on.
I'm
That's
one
just
away
wrong.
from 300.
Mike, your dad's
Wonderful.
not too thrilled about this either.
I know.
Thank
He was
I know
upset
wasn't.
last year. He wanted Brees Hall last year, and we didn't get Brees.
Yep.
And this year, I don't know who he actually wanted. I think he was more on the train. He was saying in the chat,
He
from what I
wanted Brees
remember-
Hall last year.
Right. But then this year, who did he want? He was saying
He's-
linebacker
well, he-
or receiver?
He said, yeah, receiver is who he thought they were going to take. I don't know
Yeah.
if that was your, like, who was the pick you actually wanted, but he did predict receiver.
Man, oh man.
Bill, they've been letting us all down since the inception. I mean, if we're being honest.
Want to say hi, buddy? Almost. Want to say hi to
Jonah's got to
everybody?
be pretty fired up right now.
Jonah, I'm going to get to
should
tell
be.
you how about your Ravens.
I'm happy. I'm happy.
Joe,
for him.
Jonah, you got to come on the show. Come on, man.
He wanted the linebacker
Do
too.
you want to say
Mike.
hi? What'd you think about the Bills pick?
Can you come on and say hi?
He said totally
Yeah,
garbage.
bring him on.
He said
Thank
totally
you.
garbage,
Thank,
Dad.
thank you, Jonah.
Jonah, we got one more pick. Can you come on, buddy?
You want to come over? Like, he can't hear you. I got my headset on.
Ask him
Don't
how he
worry,
feels
dude.
about getting Steve Smith 2.0 back on the Ravens.
Brett, did it come in yet?
Unbelievable, man.
Not
So
yet,
the,
man.
the Ravens got a really good wide receiver, Zay Flowers, and Lamar Jackson signed a big deal, so they got him for many, many years. What is it,
Great day to be
5-year
a
deal?
Ravens fan.
Wonderful day for a Ravens fan.
Your hair's all messed up. You look like a bum. People are going to think,
But not only is it a great day for Ravens fans, it's even worse for us because now the AFC is still even stronger
yeah.
because they got
Hey,
Lamar and
Miami
Zay
didn't-
Flowers. So
Miami
Sean.
didn't pick. Just remember.
Sean, let me ask you this. What could Bean do in the second round that might make up for what happened tonight?
tackle.
Moves up in second, gets a tackle. Okay.
If he could get Bergeron, DeJuan Jones, or whoever, if they can get Bergeron, DeJuan Jones in round 2, I'll keel back a little bit, but still
That'd be huge.
It doesn't excuse the fact that you prematurely again traded up for nothing, wasted a pick that we don't have, and got something that wasn't a number one need. Let me ask everybody in the chat again, giving me a hard time. Was tight end the number one need that we had?
No.
No.
Let me ask
no
you guys,
way.
what-
No way.
Was
No,
it
it
even
was
a
not.
top? Was it even a top 3 need that we had?
No.
No.
No,
It was not.
So why is anybody anything but upset?
I get it.
I mean, you don't have to be like me.
Because they all been drinking alcohol, man. It makes everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I'm several
You got
beers in here. You
You
know what I
got
mean?
you got your happy drunks, you got your sad drunks, and obviously, we got the happy ones here.
Just vibing over here.
Or you got
chicken nuggets
or
and
you got the emotional
shitty
ones,
back.
And Sean's not even drinking.
No,
He had the one shot though.
that was gross. It was a couple sips and it was nasty, and I wish I didn't have to do it, but I had to suffer.
So my dad wanted a linebacker. Yeah, I'm with you there, Dad. That would make it up for me too, whether he goes offensive tackle or he gets that. Who's that other linebacker we were looking at? Drew Stanton?
Drew Sanders.
Still available.
Sanders, yeah.
That's
he would
okay.
He would be my second pick for a linebacker.
I'm me, and that's fine.
The best player available. So Rick, I don't know if he was there though. That's the thing. But I will say this. So I wanted Zay Flowers, and I said this before. Zay Flowers was essentially another weapon for Josh Allen. And what do? We took another weapon for Josh Allen. So I'm not upset by the pick whatsoever. However,
Show was up.
we could have maybe taken something else there.
So Rick, let me ask you this then, because that's what you truly think, right?
Show
Is
was
Nolan Smith better than Dalton Kincaid? If so, then that's incorrect. What you just said. So I don't believe in you draft for best player available because it's not true. You draft for need because you need things. If I'm building a house, right? I need to put a roof on it, right? Do I need this certain kind of roof compared to this certain kind of roof? No, you need the best roof that you can get. Well, no, that's a bad analogy. I took a couple sips of vodka and fucked up, but I don't drink much. What I'm trying to say, I'm trying to be too smart than I actually am. So
No,
I know what
Ricky
you
wasn't
mean.
the
I know
best
what you
player
mean.
on the board. But
So, yeah, drafting best players is a strategy people use, right? But when you have elements of your team that you need to fulfill, why would you get something that, this is pretty looking, but this isn't necessarily an option that we need to fulfill our team to the best capability?
All right,
Yeah.
boys.
this is
and
the
like I
best
said-
entertainment. This is the best.
This is a
entertainment.
good point by Scott, though. I will say, and I like Quentin Morris. No disrespect to him, but it's a good point. I mean, we're one injury away from him potentially starting for us.
Right.
So
But then he said it's a top 5 or 6 need. We got 6 picks. That would have been
Right.
fine picking Kuntz in the 4th round or 5th round.
right, and
That's
that's
fine.
we are all on the Zach Kuntz trade, so I get that for sure.
It's
And
gonna
Blake,
be
I am
real-
not a negative person. You obviously don't know me too well. And I know you're Jake's brother, so I'm going to let you pass for disrespecting me, but that's absolutely not true.
I'm gonna say one thing, Sean, about what we're
We
talking
got
about with having Dalton Kincaid on the Buffalo Bills. The last 2 years, we've been looking at tight ends. We had 2 guys come into the Buffalo Bills. Both of them left in training camp. didn't make it through. So you had Jacob Hollister, you have OJ Howard. Now you have a tight end that can solidify that position. He can take a little bit of pressure off of not only Dawson Knox, but a little bit of pressure off of Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis. So I'm perfectly okay with the pick. I think there's going to be a really good offensive tackle that's going to come off the board for the Buffalo Bills in the second round, or a linebacker. I'm okay with waiting another round for a offensive tackle.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say how I feel anymore. I just keep getting backlash, so I'm done talking.
I'm not trying to.
No, not you. I mean, it's not you guys. You guys are good. I'm fine.
No, I'm agreeing with you, Sean.
And Rick, I don't really care what they thought on their board. On my board, I don't like it, and I don't care. So that's why I'm saying I don't care, and I don't like it. And you can say I'm negative or that's the best on their board. Good for them. They get paid to do it, I guess. So, but I have a YouTube channel. I have an opinion.
All right, guys, the pick is in.
I voice it.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
All
Let
right.
us know.
So the pick has been made. The Super Bowl champions closed out the first round by taking Felix Ozuma.
Oh, it's a hell of a name. TCU kid.
Yep.
The end.
The end. Yep.
Wow.
I'll save you the time to try to pronounce
Yeah.
that name, Brad.
I'm not even going to say
thank
the
you.
middle part of it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So after this, do you guys want to go over to my channel and do another live? Just keep the ball rolling.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
gonna
Let's go,
I'm gonna
brother.
have Aaron or Rick or Blake take over my channel because they're allowed to speak for me.
Look, Rick was invited to the show and he didn't even show up for his
That
draft.
is terrible,
He has-
Rick. Come on
Don't
now.
even talk to us, Rick, please.
What
I
the
mean,
heck?
you can't show up for your team and you're part of the channel. I'm not. Just don't listen to him, Sean. Just don't listen to him.
So interesting. I'm a little surprised Joey Porter Jr. doesn't get taken in the first round.
Yeah.
So am I.
Definitely thought that was going to happen.
Well, like Rick said, he must not be what everybody thinks because he's not on their best player available board. So Joey Porter must be trash. Doing Rick's analogy, so
DeJuan Jones still available, Sean.
Yeah.
that's fine. I don't care. I hope
Rick's
he's not
saying this is a
available.
Bill show, but he's
59.
part of the channel, man. Come on, Rick. You were invited, buddy. All right. Well,
That's
listen,
right.
guys, this was fun. Congratulations to Maria Podger.
How about
Absolutely.
You know, let's just real quick. I mean, I'm not a fan of the pick. Jake, let's just go down the board here. Do you like what we did?
that? Yeah. I like it. I don't love it. I like it, and I can deal with it. Let's prove everyone wrong and show that you can use two tight ends in an offense.
I agree.
All right. Well,
100%
Sean, I know what you feel already, and then
No, I got to say how I truly feel.
yeah,
Wholeheartedly and honestly, I couldn't have even envisioned a better option for us in the 2023 draft. And, you know,
I love it.
congratulations to Mama Podger. I'm really happy that you won.
That's a big dub for her.
Yeah.
Thank you to everybody who
She's been sleeping
went
since
into
8 p.m.
the giveaway. I wish you all could win. I know I'm speaking for Mike. Mike always says I wish I could give you all prizes.
Yeah.
K
Except
State,
there's a
by the
couple
way, not
people
TCU.
that I wouldn't give prizes to because they ticked me off. But everybody else, I wish I could give you a prize. And you know, above all else, Brandon Bean is a wizard. We're obviously going to be Super Bowl champs. They've proven it year in and year out since the regime started that we're right there in the Super Bowl and we can win it every year. So this is just furthermore boosts our ability to do so. And I appreciate everybody that tuned in. And if people don't like what I say, you could follow their channels and you could take off of mine because I do it because I love this. I love the sport. I love this team. So it's all opinion based. I have a different opinion than Jake and Brett and Mike. I love
Yep.
all these guys.
Yep.
And if you like me or hate me, you're watching me. So you can
Yep.
delete me if you want.
All publicity is good publicity. That's what
Right.
it keeps
We
us.
can't.
I
We
appreciate
got.
you.
I like all the opinions. So I don't want us all to be, oh yes, that's a beautiful pick. And so two of us don't.
Yeah,
like
we
it.
got to have a little disagreement somewhere.
Brett, do you like the pick, man? Come on now, be honest. Do you like it, love it, or hate it?
If you had to tell me, you know, whether this is the sexiest pick or this is the worst pick, I would say is probably a pick that I would consider. Like, remember how silly bands came out for like a little bit for kids?
Yeah.
Okay. I think of it as silly bands, okay? It's out there a little bit. It's not the biggest need that we needed, but it was a fashion. And it's kind of like fidget spinners and stuff like that. Those those fads that came out and they were hot at one point and then they faded away. This is the pick that, to me, it just reminds me of a pick that could flash into something, or it couldn't. So, I'm okay with the pick. It's a B for me. I'll give that as a grade.
A B.
And
A B.
You could move up to an A very easily.
So
Absolutely.
my dad's gonna call me. He's gonna say Brett has been drinking the same Kool-Aid that Jake does, and because he accuses Jake and I of always being over
Optimus
optimistic. Yeah, and
That's what we are.
But Dad, I'm standing up for this one. I don't like the pick whatsoever, and Sean doesn't like it. These, Jake's doing his positive. I love it. I love that Jake brings that. And then Brett, you're listening too much, man. You're smoothing it over.
I'm optimistic that Brandon Bean knows how to run this team, and I know Sean. You can say what you want about
It's yet
it,
to
man.
be seen.
But I'm optimistic that he's going to figure out a way to get us an offensive tackle within the next 2 rounds. So he's going to get us an offensive tackle and a linebacker. So I'm not concerned about that, and we're going to have a great team. We're going to beat the living snots out of Kansas.
Get on here.
And
Don't forget, guys. We got Tommy Doyle, Spencer Brown.
Big Al, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you,
Go
bud.
Bills.
Go Bills.
Oh yeah, go Bills.
All right.
No, that's my son.
Boys, I got to get going. I got to help clean up
I
down here.
got to go too. I got to go too. Thank you, everybody.
fellas.
Yes, let's hope.
Hey, go
tomorrow
Bills.
brings
Go
Take
Bills.
care.
brighter days. Take care, guys. Bye bye.
All right, guys.
See you guys.
See ya.